Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. This is the Manchester United versus AS Roma Europa League semi-final first leg. Watch along. Joining me, as always, is Joe Smith. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm all right. And who else is going to be on the watch along with us today?
It's going to be me. It's going to be you. It's going to be Adam McKola as well. You know him. You love him, probably.
I do love Adam McKola.
Good.
He's all right, old
Yes,
macker, innit?
me too.
Hey, you feeling confident?
I'm pretty confident over the two legs, even if this one's a bit of a scary one. I think over the two legs, our quality will come through. We'll be too good for Roma. Yes, I am. Are you?
Too good for Roma. Yes, I am feeling confident as well, brother.
Good.
Should we find out what everyone else was feeling? Because we asked for everyone's predictions, as always. And here's what you lot, you had to say.
James here for Stretford. Paddock United are in action tonight against Roma in a massive game for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's career as manager of Manchester United and United's season. The season pretty much rests on this tie. If United get through to the final, then that would be progress on last season. But if United fall at this hurdle, then it really is difficult for Solskjaer. It's going to be another semi-final on top of the FA Cup semi-final, on top of the three semi-finals that he reached last season and the Carabao Cup final this season that he hasn't got through in. So he has to win tonight.
Hello, it's Ronaldo here with another pre-match prediction for the Roma game. It's another semi for United and hopefully we get over the hump. I can't deal with another semi-final loss and I think United should be favourites to go through and hopefully we get the job done. And as for tonight, I personally believe that United are going to win the game. I think it's going to be a bit of a tight affair. The formation that Roma play, I think they could adjust it to be quite defensive. It might be a little bit of a 5 at the back instead of a 3 at the back. And I think it might be tough for us, but I believe we've got enough in the squad, enough up front to get the goals. And I think we could see a 2-1 win. I'm going to go for a safe scoreline. I think United get the job done tonight, 2-1. Hopefully we follow it up next week and get through to a European final.
Hey, Angelina here with my prediction for the Europa League semi-final. I'm feeling nervous, but I'm also feeling pretty confident. And I think that we've got this one in the bag. I think we are definitely getting a win, especially when you do look at Roma's form recently. Their last 3 Serie A games have ended in 1 draw and 2 defeats. So 2 of these 3 games, they've actually had players red carded. So yeah, they're looking a little bit weak. They're looking a little bit vulnerable. So hopefully we can exploit that. And yeah, definitely get a win. I am going to go with a 2-0 victory. And on the score sheet, obviously, depending who is playing, of course, but I will go with Mason Greenwood and it's got to be Bruno Fernandes.
What's good, guys? My name's John from the United Way. This is the Paddock Matchday predictions. Just before I jump into it, I've got a couple of things to say. 1, hope to see people at the protest on Sunday. 2nd one, like the goddamn video. 3rd one, make sure you subscribe to the Stretford Paddock. Great, guys. Now back into the predictions. Manchester United at home to Roma. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United love a semi. Let's hope that he takes that little blue pill, getting past that semi to the final, and we get to witness some greatness. But that's not guaranteed. We have to beat Roma, and I don't think we're going to do that at home. I do believe it's going to be a 1-1 draw. We'll go to Roma and we'll do it away from home like we do normally. So that's been my Paddock Matchday prediction. I've been John. Take care.
Expecting Roma to be a difficult challenge. They do have a couple of good players. They're not an easy side. They're not going to be like Granada or other sides United have faced in this competition. They're going to be a good team. They're going to be up for it as well because they were only in the Champions League a couple of seasons back. So United have got to be careful there. But crucially, United are good against top sides. When we saw United beat PSG this season and Leipzig, but then lose to Istanbul Başakşehir. So if Roma play with a certain style that actually means that United can press reasonably high and catch them on the counter-attack, and then maybe could work in United's favour. But I think they could get a win on the night. I think United probably have just about a better squad on paper, but they do have to be careful. So I'm going to say, I don't say comfortable, I think it'll be edgy. It'll be an edgy 2-0 win to United.
Hiya, it's Liam here. This is my matchday prediction. I think we'll win by 2-1. And goal scorers Paul Pogba and Edison Cavani. I think Roma will pose a threat. And I think they will score, but we should have enough to win. So hopefully this will be a comfortable-ish game to get us into the one's foot into the final. And hopefully win the second leg as well. Come on, you Reds.
Manchester United are up against Roma in the semi-finals of the Europa League. This is, I believe, our 5th semi-final. So hopefully this is the time where we make it through to a final under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're up against the Roma team who like to defend. We've got Smalling and Mkhitaryan, former Man United players, coming back to Old Trafford. I'm hoping that we keep a clean sheet and we take it to the away leg and finish the job off. So my score prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Manchester United win. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock. Come on, United.
Hello, Reds. My matchday prediction for Manchester United Roma tonight is a 2-1 win. Let's go. Let's get a good result in the first leg.
Buonasera, Stretford Paddock. Spanner here from the United Forever podcast, and this is my score prediction versus AS. Row the gondola. I reckon that it's going to be a difficult match. However, as always, we're going to spank them as hard as we can, and we don't need to worry about Pedro Rodriguez, Peter Rodney, because he's injured, I believe. But we've got to keep an eye out for their youth prospect, Zega de Pericolo, who could make a very, very interesting appearance. So, I think the score will be United 4, Roma 0, and Donny van der Beeks and Ciabatta to be the hero. Viva El Paddock!
What's up, Stretford Paddock? Match day. Let's go. Okay, I think this is going to be a closer game than before. Kinda depends who comes out at the second half. Here is my motto, basically. It doesn't matter how you start the game, but it matters how you finish a game. It will be closer, I would say, if it will be more gap between the goals. I would say maybe a 3-1 or a 3-2.
Hi guys, I think Manchester United will win 2-0 at home against Roma in the semi-final of the Europa League first leg. I see us playing a strong outfit. Aaron Bissaka still will probably be in the team, Lindelof, Maguire, the usual back four, McFred in midfield, Bruno in the hole, and Rashford obviously playing alongside Pogba and Greenwood. I see Rashford coming off after some time though due to his recent injuries. Roma have had a dodgy patch of form where they've not won in 4. The 2 games they actually drew were against harder position in Atalanta and Ajax, however. So if we fail to maintain possession, give away dodgy chances and are sloppy at the back, Ed and Dzeko will probably go on to bury those goals. I hope to see Manchester United turn what should be a dominant performance into a dominant result and see it through to the second leg.
Hi guys, Liam here coming in with my prediction for the Stretford Paddock matchday watch-along against Roma. Obviously a big game now, this Roma game, even more so I think due to our draw against Leeds. People want a good result, and I think it's probably safe to assume now that the Premier League is all but done. Obviously only 5 games left. Manchester City boasts a 10-point lead, and we still have a couple of tough games, namely Liverpool coming up on Sunday. So I think it's fair to assume that United's focus will now be shifting to the Europa League and trying to get Ole's first trophy. The team news is largely positive. There wasn't any injuries. The lineup will be interesting, obviously, how he's going to rotate. Henderson will probably come out. We'll see De Gea come back in, and another probably variety of changes which he'll make to try and rest players and rotate. I think United are going to have to get the job done in the second leg, though. I'm predicting a 1-1 draw.
Paddock match day, Notch here. It's semi-final time, folks, in the Europa. Amazing that we get to play Roma, the nomadic group of Indo-Aryan people who... What? Italians? But that was 1,500 years ago. Were you telling me that they dug up Julius Caesar to fill in at left back and stick a bunch of grapes as a false 9? OAS Roma! Well, why didn't you say so? Well, they have a star-studded squad with ex-Reds Mkhitaryan and Mike Smalling, Edin Dzeko, who's now as old as I am, and Hollywood legend Burt Reynolds in defence. Now, they like to operate with a back three and their goalkeeper coming out to the edge of his box sometimes. Maybe that's a chance for Rashford the Barbarian or El Gladiator to take advantage. I think they'll pounce and give us a commanding 3-0 to take there. Remember, all roads lead to Rotterdam. I mean Rome. Trust the Notchta.
Some very optimistic predictions there. Again, you can send your predictions every single match to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. Get your phone, get it out, speak into it, 30 seconds. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to draw. I think we're going to lose. Send it in to paddockmatchday@gmail.com and you'll be featured on the Watchalong. Now, very good, Jay. Practicing, aren't you? You're going to send one in next week.
Yeah.
Now, this week we've had plenty of things here at Stretford Paddock. We're still talking about the Glazers, the 50+1 rule, this protest coming up this weekend. And you spoke, didn't you, Jay, to Bojan Djordjic, former Manchester United player, about exactly what his thoughts on the Glazers and the current ownership at Manchester United. It was a pretty explosive one. Have a little look at this.
Just the proposal, Jay. I said it to you when we started this. Just to propose this in this moment of time. It's shameful. At the same time, we shouldn't even forget that actually the club signed on it. They made a statement. It's good they are withdrawn. Well, we cannot forget what some of the owners tried to do to us and to do to our game. Sorry, this is not America. This is not the NBA or NFL. This is not franchise. Football was created it's almost older than United States of America is. So they shouldn't forget that either. Liverpool owners, Arsenal owners, our owners. We will take our game back and we will take our clubs back. And we have to actually speak up even more. We have to stand united. You know, some people say, yeah, but doesn't matter if I speak up. Who cares? That's the same thing when we vote. And then when we don't get our elect there, they're like, listen, I should have voted. Speak your mind up, vote, and try to make a difference in this society. Try to be a better human being. As a human being, as a supporter, we have our rights to demand certain things back. And we shouldn't crumble under pressure just because we are smaller comparing to those rich, greedy owners.
Absolutely love Bojan. Great chatting to him. Always is a pleasure. He's an absolute star. And he doesn't hold back. He speaks, because he is a fan, he speaks like the fans. And do you know what? He might have lost his gig at MUTV.
He might well have, but he's got a gig at Stretford Paddock for life if he ever wants it. And it's good that some people, former players, come out and speak their mind. And he's been doing it a lot longer than most former players who have come out of the woodwork in the last few days. Oh, finally, I will criticise the Glazers. Well, Bojan's been doing that for a bit longer, and he's a man of his word and a man who sticks by his opinions, which is very good to have. Speaking of a man who sticks by his opinions, you're Jay, aren't you?
I am.
You were having a little chat yesterday about Ed Woodward, this reported fiasco, this reported extreme behaviour outside of his house, and you're not quite so sure that any of this took place, are you? This was yesterday on Stretford Paddock Live. Let's hear what Jay had to say about this so-called fracas outside Ed Woodward's house.
Should we move on to something, I was going to say happier, but it's not happier really, it's just more bollocks.
No.
It is, right? No, do you know what? I'm not fucking going along this ride with this, oh, well, you don't know, it might have happened and maybe it did, and shall we, you know what, shall we just in case, you know, we don't put that guy, right? There's a story doing the rounds that's broke today.
Let's read through some of the story if you've got it there.
Yeah.
Let's go through the story. Let's analyse what is being said, when it is being said, and whom it is being said by.
Right, so I'll go to the former great newspaper, now disreputable bloggers, Howson likes to call it, the MEN. It says minor incident. Fucking minor is an exaggeration.
That's not how it was initially reported, by the way, either.
No.
It was reported as an attack on...
Attack?
Yeah.
Minor incident reported outside Manchester United Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward's house. Well, there's a fucking snappy, punchy headline if ever I've seen one.
That one really fucking dribbles off the tongue,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Eh? Jesus wept.
You have to squeeze to get that one out.
And then underneath that, it says, a minor instance of abuse occurred outside the Cheshire property Ed Woodward used to live in last week. Right, now you're losing me here on this story. I'm not going to lie. The headline wasn't the most grabbing one.
No.
Even going to be honest. Anyone who's starting journalism, anyone who's into journalism, just a word of advice. If you start a headline with minor incident, you've lost 90% of your readers straight away.
Yeah, because do you know what there has been in the world that day? Plenty of fucking major incidents.
Yes.
There's
So
been
like,
quite a few. Hasn't a factory blown up somewhere that we can run as page 1 instead? No, we'll go with the minor incident.
Minor incident. So automatically you think, well, that's not interesting.
No.
In the slightest.
Yes.
It's a minor incident.
You don't even fail your driving test for a minor incident. You get 8.
Yeah,
You get 8 minor incidents on a driving test before you failed. How many majors do you get? None. Because if one happens, that's the driving test over. We're not doing stories on minor incidents, are we? Or are you, when you have to backtrack on what was initially reported as Man United thug fans batter Old Lady and Woodward?
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't what it was. But it was essentially reported that United fans are this, boisterous rabble of rioting lunatics that have turned up at Woodward's house again and basically threatened to set him on fire. And now let's just backtrack a little bit because we've lied.
Do you remember when me and you did that thing for Sky?
Allegedly.
After the first incident at his house?
Yes.
Right. Remember there was this incident with fireworks let off outside his house a few months ago. And me and Joe did a thing. We were already going to do this thing for Sky the next day, and this happened at night. And then they interviewed us, didn't they? And he asked us about it, me and you. And I remember saying, like, I don't condone it, but I understand why people are angry. Have gone down to his house.
Yeah.
And then the headline from Sky was United fans condemn attack.
Yeah.
I was like, well, they didn't condemn it. I specifically said I understand why they'd done it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. And it's just like, what are you on about? And this is, that was disingenuous. This is just drivel. Minor incidents, Joe. Minor incidents.
Quite major the way you're taking things at the moment, isn't it?
Sorry, I've calmed down now. Anyway, on to happier thoughts. It's time for the watch-along. It's time for United against Roma in the biggest cup competition in the world, the Europa League. Forget about the Champions League, right? It's a load of rubbish.
Forget about the Europa Conference.
Yeah, forget about that.
Yeah.
Europa League is where it's at, and we're going to be taking you all the way through it. First of all, though, we're going to have Baggers with all the build-up as well. Baggers, it's over to you.
Fucking sensational, that.
Sensational.
If you don't mind me saying.
Jay here for Stretford, Paddock. Thanks for joining us. As always, alongside me is Alex Baggers. This is the live watch-along, so do get involved in the comments, in the chat. Let us know what you think of the team news, which is out. Baggers, tell the people who's in the team for United's game against Roma.
For Manchester United today, we've got David De Gea in goal. That's the first maybe surprise for the night. David De Gea in goal. A back four of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. As to be expected, that is the back four. No big surprises there. Fred and McTominay start in midfield. Paul Pogba starts what might be on the left-hand side. Bruno Fernandes in his usual number 10 position. Marcus Rashford on the right. And Edison Cavani starts for Manchester United.
Strong, man. Strong. Who's on the bench, Arkid?
On the bench for Manchester United, you have Dean Henderson, Lee Grant, Eric Bailly, Axel Tuanzebe, Alex Telles, Brandon Williams, Ahmad, Mata Matic, Dan James, Van der Beek and Greenwood. So again, a strong bench for Manchester United. Not really anyone missing. Martial is probably the only notable from the squad that's not quite fit. Still, there's some reports today that he's up and moving about, but nowhere near match fit.
We knew he wasn't going to be playing though, didn't we? We knew he wasn't going to feature. So it's a strong starting 11 and a strong bench as well, as you'd expect for United's big game tonight, the semi-final of the Europa League, the most important European competition. Baggers, have you got the Roma team for us?
I do have the Roma team.
There's a few there we know, isn't there?
There's a couple that have started that we do know. So, Paul Lopez in goal. You've got Chris Smalling returns to Old Trafford. Cristiante, Ibanez, Karsdorp, Diawara, Veretout, Spinazzola, Pellegrini, Mkhitaryan, Edin Dzeko. So 2 ex-Manchester United players in the starting 11. Edin Dzeko, I'm going to say this now, he did like a goal against Manchester United.
United, didn't he? Do you remember the last 3 minutes of the 6-1?
I do remember that. Do you remember way before that? Do you remember him scoring for Wolfsburg in the group stage?
Bloody hell, memory there. Knowledge,
proper
son.
memory.
Edin
Dzeko
he's got 6 goals against United, Edin Dzeko.
Here's another stat for you. A good stat, though. Marcus Rashford is the youngest Manchester United player to reach 50 European appearances at 23 years and 180 days, beating Wayne Rooney by, I think that's 161 days for the youngest player.
That is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
By Marcus. Quite impressive when you consider as well the fact that
We've been pretty crap.
We've been pretty crap in Europe, haven't we? Other than
Yeah.
the semi-final last year, it's not a lot to shout about.
No.
Okay, 2017, yeah, we won it, but it's not been a great European adventure, has it, for Marcus Rashford?
No.
But he has played a lot of games and been very effective in a lot of those games as well. So there you go. Baggers, is give us the team. Let us know what you think. No real surprises with David De Gea in goal. I had him down in my starting 11, my predicted 11.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I think it's strange how things are going. I think people are still unsure of how to kind of read the situation because some people are saying Dean Henderson starting the league, so that he's the number one. But then a couple of people are saying, well, do you know what? If we look at it, Europa League's the only thing that really, in the grand scheme of things, matters for Man United at this moment in time. We're looking like we've guaranteed top four now, or near enough guaranteed Champions League football. We're not going to catch Manchester City. So it's a case of Europa League is the big thing to play for. So maybe resting David De Gea for this. Is he resting him, or has he figured out that we can give Dean Henderson the experience in the Premier League whilst not really weakening any chances of doing anything with David De Gea in goal for the Europa League? It's a strange one, but I'm happy to be in this position than be in the position of not having a goalkeeper, of not having a good goalkeeper, to be in the position that we've been in the past with Manchester United, where we've gone, who starts in goal, who is our goalkeeper? That period after Peter Schmeichel left of not really having a number one until Van der Sar came in. We're now in the position where Ollie said it a couple of times, we've got two very, very capable goalkeepers, if not two, would start for most Premier League football teams. So it's a good position to be in. Where do you guys see it? Who do you think is our number one? Do you think it's Dean Henderson? Do you think it's De Gea? Either way, it's not a bad position to be in.
For me, I think the league's your number one goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Because I think, you're going back to like 2017, there was no way Sergio Romero was our number one goalkeeper. But he played in the Europa League.
He did.
Do you know what I mean? Even including the final. So for me, I think the fact, Ollie said we've got two number ones, but that's a load of bollocks. We haven't got two number ones. You haven't.
Yeah.
You just don't. You have a number one and then the second choice. I think that, I think the fact that De Gea has been more or less dropped from the league, he has been dropped because he was one of the first names on the team sheet. I know, fucking obviously goalkeeper, but literally he was like one player you could say would get into anyone else's team in the world. And his fall from grace has been so much so that a youngster who's had one Premier League season is now ahead of him in the pecking order. So you could try the old Fergie thing of spinning it like, well, this is it, big game coming up. Yeah. These are the games that matter. You're my guy. But I think ultimately David De Gea's lost his place, hasn't he? And I think if he can, if this is to be his final season, which I think it will be, then what a way to go out. If he can win the Europa League, then that'd be a very, very good swan song. Absolutely. Get involved in the comments. Let us know whether you think Henderson is our number one, whether it's David De Gea. Also, what you think about the rest of the team there. It's quite a strong front four, isn't it? Is it Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Cavani? Yeah,
he's kind of alternating between that at the minute. And he's not played Pogba in midfield for a while now. It seems that Pogba is going to be in that front four, playing a little bit further forward. Not playing Pogba and Greenwood. Greenwood's probably the only rest, I think you'd say, or he was the one that may be fighting for it. A few people in the comments talking about playing McTominay and Fred again. Could you put Paul Pogba in there alongside them? And then you could have started Mason Greenwood as well. But I think that, look, the thing with these games now, the way that it's kind of structured for, with away goals and stuff, is one of the most important things for tonight is if you don't concede an away goal, you've got a massive advantage going away from home in the second leg. It feels like it's switched because it used to always be you want to be at home in the second leg. That used to be that's how it still is, where if you finish top of the group, you get the home second leg. And I don't think that's the advantage anymore, because if you can get through and go, do you know what, let's keep a clean sheet tonight, let's do that. It feels like that's a better thing, and that's where you get more out of it. If you can keep a clean sheet for Manchester United tonight, even if it is a 0-0, which I'm hoping it's not, you're in a good position going into the second leg, knowing that if you do get that one goal, if you do get ahead, it counts as double in the away from home.
Guys, get involved in the comments. Hit that like button as well. Give us a like. Lots of comments getting through. Adam McKola in the comments says, happy with the team, Res. Let us know if you are happy. Alasham F says, is this 4-2-3-1 or a diamond? Baggers?
I think it's 4-2-3-1. You've seen where Paul Pogba kind of drifts onto that left-hand side, drifts to the right-hand side. I think him and Rashford will probably swap over a couple of times, depending on what it is. You've got them playing with a back three tonight. So the cover on the wing backs and stuff like that is going to be quite important. That's one thing that's where they create the width. That's where they're going to attack that way. So that's going to be important. They've also got the two players sat behind Edin Dzeko, which I think is probably why McTominay and Fred have started in order to kind of nullify that a little bit. You play one in there, there's the chance of getting outnumbered in that pocket of space behind the striker, especially with them getting the width from their wing backs. So yeah, I think it's a good team. I'm happy with people, again, not happy with McFred, but I think that is this moment in time without that standout number 6 player that can do that job on his own. I think you have to have both of them in there.
Funnily enough, I met up with your mate earlier, Pundit Jay. He's a massive fan of.
Let's not today.
For a catch up, and that the conversation did turn to them. And he actually said McTominay had a good game the other week. He said he gave him credit.
Oh, right, that's good.
He said he gave him credit when he had a good game. But let us know what you think about McFred. Let us know what you think about the setup for Manchester United. I personally think that looking at the two teams, Manchester United should have too much to offer for Roma. But we know they're dangerous. We know Mkhitaryan is a very dangerous player. I think he's got 11 goals and 11 assists this season, if my memory serves from the preview I did with Joe. Edin Dzeko, as Baggers said, likes a goal against Manchester United, likes a goal at Old Trafford against Manchester United. We don't need to go into that one. We all remember why. Spencer Pearce says, Jay, what do you love more, Bailly or Pepsi Max Cherry? It's a tough one, that. I love them both equally, but differently. Like
differently.
Kids. People asking about this. A couple of people saying about the sound is clicking a little bit. Quite a few comments about that. I don't know if that's a thing on our end. We'll look into that if it is. Get involved in the comments. Anyway, let us know what you think about the Roma team. Are you worried about them? Because there was a few comments. Me and Joe did the preview the other day, and we might not have been too kind about Italian football, to say the least. And some people were saying, well, you're being a bit sort of rude there. You're being a bit disparaging towards Italian football. It's actually better than you give it credit for. What do you reckon, Baggers? Do you think that this is a decent Roma team and we need to show it a bit more respect than perhaps me and Joe did?
I think they're a decent team, but I think that you see the standout players in Italy. I think that there is a... You look at the fact that how Smalling really, really struggled for Manchester United and has done very well for them. You look at Mkhitaryan, who didn't just look bad for us, he also looked poor for Arsenal and kind of has done all right over there. You look at that Inter Milan team that's running away with the league now. You know, Matteo Darmian's getting a lot of games. Ashley Young's still playing a lot of games. Lukaku's a good striker. You're not going to slag Lukaku off, but at the same time, there's a lot of players gone over there.
I think you fixed it, whatever that is. Sorry to interrupt
very,
you, mate.
very well.
We're trying to fix it.
A lot of people saying, look, sorted now, fixed.
Yeah,
good. Sorry, stop now. Whatever the issue was.
Yeah.
We think producer Cameron's worked his magic. Bless him.
We've got a different
Sorry,
camera
brother, go on.
But yeah, I think that at the same time, I think that those players that have kind of struggled in England and then gone to Italy and done really well just kind of shows, you know, the levels. Maybe it's just a different requirement. Maybe it's just a little bit of the fact that it's it's that one, is it? Right.
We're getting confused. There's two cameras. It's too much for mine and Baggers' little
all
brains.
Sorts going on. It should be fixed. All technical difficulties should be fixed.
Don't worry, all my in-laws. You get to see Baggers in all his glory before you start worrying. It's going black. It's going flickering. Don't worry, he's there.
Don't worry. We're all here.
Sorry, if anyone doesn't know, my in-laws have all got a thing for Alex Baggers.
Right.
Bit rude, considering he didn't give him any grandkids. I did. But, you know, call it what it is.
People saying Darmian didn't start, neither does Ashley. We'll move on to football. Darmian doesn't start, Ashley Young doesn't start. It's just me. I've been on the run today. You're right, Jay.
Sorry, I'm losing it.
Yeah.
Go on.
We've got Darmian doesn't start and neither does Ashley Young. Yeah, but they weren't playing football for Manchester United. And when they did, they were woeful. Darmian's scoring goals for Inter Milan, winning goals. He's done that twice now.
Do you know what, right?
For the team that's going to win the league, Darmian's scoring winning goals.
Darmian, right? I mean, I'm not trying to be all this like revisionist hipster going, oh, Darmian was actually mint for United, because he wasn't. But he was probably the most harshly treated player we've had post-Fergie, and I'll tell you why. He was brought in, did a good job at right back, which is his position.
Yeah.
Had an awful half an hour at left back, I think, against Arsenal. Which was shocking. You remember at the Emirates where they scored 3. I think it was Alexis Sanchez. Was just absolutely tearing a new one. Then he was sort of dropped. He came in some big games. He played in the Europa League final. If memory serves, he started that game. Obviously, we won it. Was sort of dropped for a long time. Then was brought back in for like the Manchester derby. I mean, he hadn't played for months. Had a bit of a stink, if we're being brutally honest. But you know, it's hardly to be. You know, it's hardly that unexpected when you've not played for months. Was just hammered, and then it was like, well, when's he going to leave? And we just sold him on. So I'm not going to say that Matteo Darmian was a great player for Manchester United. He wasn't, but I think he was on a bit of a hiding to nothing. and perhaps he wasn't quite as bad as a lot of people made out, especially when you look at the way he was treated. Before I get your thoughts on that, Sam Ward in the Super Chat says, loving the content, boys. Up the fucking Reds. UTFR, 3-0 tonight. Yeah, go on, mate.
I'll take 3-0. That'll be all right. Start to the legs. Hopefully we get a win tonight. In terms of those players, I think it's not just a case of those one or two. I think that there's a lot of players gone to Italy in recent years and done well without the Italian teams doing that great in Europe. You've had your Juventus stand out that have done very well, but not really. AC Milan, we played them the other week. They were competing. They're above Roma in the league, I believe, and they were good, but they weren't worryingly good against us kind of thing. So I think that, look, even team like Edin Dzeko, who seemed pretty much done at Manchester City, he was coming towards the end of his career and that was kind of it done, is now scoring a lot of goals for Roma and is doing well this season. I think that there's something there in terms of the level. But again, we know the quality of these players. For one-off games or for one-off series, it's not a case of doing it for 40 games. These guys just need to do it for the next 2 games against Manchester United, and they're going to be well up for it. And I think that, look, the pressure's on Man United. I said this the other day speaking with you, can't remember what video it was on, but the other flops that we've had in semi-finals, the other bottles that we've had, have been against very good teams, have been against teams that you could argue are our level or above.
Yeah.
Resting against Chelsea, which we kind of rotated, that kind of brought them ahead of us, I think, in that kind of game. But the rest of the teams, we played Manchester City a couple of times, we played Sevilla, who were a very good team, whereas now we should be a better team than Roma, and we're going into this as clear favourites. So I think that puts even more pressure on Manchester United going into this game.
No, it does, and like I said, you'd expect us to win, but it is a semi-final. Once you get to the business end of these tournaments, you're always going to come up against good teams. And you can't take anything for granted if I can get as many cliches into one sentence as humanly possible. And I think I've just achieved that. Get involved in the comments, let us know what you think. Starsky Ent says Dzeko, 12 games, no goals. Sam Jaber says we're doing another 7-1 with a Rashi hat-trick. Let's get it, fire. Johnny Barbados says Rashford will drift left. Lots of people talking about Dean Henderson as well. KM as well says Diamond worked against Spurs. Harry Williams makes a good point, says the win tonight is important, but let's not forget #Glazers out. Of course, don't forget as well, there's a petition doing the rounds, it's on our socials, to sign there to try and get it into Parliament, that we can have the 50+1 conversation in terms of voting rights and ownership and all that sort of jazz. And there's a protest this Sunday at Old Trafford, 2 o'clock, ahead of the Liverpool game, so make sure you get yourself down there, if you can, of course, if you can get to the game, get to the ground, go down there and show your appreciation for the club and our dislike of the owners, if that makes sense.
And like you mentioned there, that petition go around. If you are in the UK, you've not signed it already.
Yeah, man, I think it's about 10,000 off on it from the target.
It's not just about Manchester United. It's about the whole pyramid and things that, and supporting this and getting the fans back in charge of all the clubs, not just Manchester United. So get that signed if you are in the UK.
Get it signed. Baggage, you want to run through the teams again? Because I know we've done it once, but that was a little while ago. I'll let Alex Baggage tell you about Manchester United with a very strong lineup for this epic semi-final first leg.
This is the Manchester United team. We've got David De Gea in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw is our back four. Fred and McTominay in midfield. You've then got Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and Paul Pogba as a 3 behind. Give it to Edison Cavani. On the bench for Manchester United, you've got Juan Mata, Eric Bailly, Tuanzebe, Dean Henderson, Mason Greenwood, Lee Grant, Alex Telles, Dan James, Ahmad, Van der Beek, Matic, and Brandon Williams.
Very good, very strong.
Roma,
nice.
You have Paul Lopez, Chris Smalling returns to Old Trafford. Big Mike, Cristante, Ibanez, Karsdorp, Diawara, Veritu Spinazzola, Lorenzo Mkhitaryan and Edin Dzeko.
Who's on the bench for Roma, mate? Come on, mate. You're not getting out of that. The viewers need to know. Go on.
Kumbula, Villar.
I love him.
Chievo,
One of my
Sanson, Perez, Borja Maiola, Darbo, Morente, Bruno Perez and Daniel Fazzatu.
There you go.
There you go. Easy as that.
You said it with a real Italian twang there as well.
Absolutely.
So much appreciated.
Yeah.
Someone's looking at the comments here. Lots of people in the comments. Someone's saying 2-0 for Roma. Nikhil Patel says, Jay, do you think 2-1 United will come back? Why not? Lots of people in the comments talking about Dzeko as well. Someone asking, is Paul Pogba fasting? I don't know. I don't think so.
I believe he was. I believe
Was
that
he?
was one of the reasons why he didn't start against Leeds.
Right, okay. Sorry, I
weekend,
might have got one wrong. So I don't know if he still is or not. But he's in the starting 11, so he's obviously feels fit enough and ready enough to play. So hopefully he can do the business tonight. Someone else asking Bruno to score tonight. He's not been as prolific, has he, recently, Bruno, as he was earlier in the season?
It's been a while. I think it's something like 12 games without a goal from open play.
Is that what it is? I know in the Premier League, I know this isn't the Premier League before anyone jumps in, but I know in the Premier League it's 1 goal in his last 7, which by his standards isn't, it's not his usual high standards, is it? I mean, we don't want to get too sort of like melodramatic with it, but is it a cause for concern that perhaps he's not finding the back of the net as often as he used to?
A little bit, but it's kind of coincided with United kind of going on a bit of a downward run. We've not been scoring as many goals, and I think that the whole team hasn't been playing great. Whether that's, you know, Bruno doesn't play well, we don't play well, or we don't play well and Bruno doesn't get the chances. I think it's a bit of both. I think that this change in the constant change in the 11, I think the fact that Rashford's kind of maybe becoming more a bit part because of his injuries and kind of being rotated and rested, and you've not really known what was in front of you with Cavani. I think Pogba as well, only just coming back into it. It's kind of mixed and matched throughout you know, the past 6 weeks or so. I don't think we've really settled, even though we've had some good wins and some good performances. It's not been a run of good games. It's not been any kind of real run of good performances. And I think Bruno is the one that's maybe suffered or has maybe been the cause of that, where he's not quite been firing, maybe he's not been fit. But look, he's still been having some good performances. He's still been playing very, very well. And hopefully he gets his goal tonight.
Hopefully he does. Yep, it doesn't matter who gets the goal. Just need to seal win. We need to break this semi-final hoodoo, if you can call it that. Get involved in the comments. Give us a like as well. Hit that like button. Give us your score predictions. We had all the score predictions from the usual suspects earlier on in the video. Let us know what you think the score's going to be. You've seen the teams. You know who's playing. You know who's playing for Roma. Baggers has told you all that. So get involved and let us know what you think the score's going to be. Don't forget, of course, this is 2 legs. So, you know, even if we don't get the result tonight, it's not the end of the world. Do you feel, Baggers, that tonight is more about the clean sheet, stopping them getting away goal, or do you think just get the win and go there? How do you look at
I
this?
think it completely is. I think if you get that, if United get a goal tonight, it's great. But I think 0-0 is better than 1-1, which just sounds like a crazy thing.
No, I agree.
Not getting a
completely.
goal is massive. So I think that, you know, tonight I think staying solid and things like that, you can go at it a little bit more in the next leg. But look, I think if you can take any kind of lead going back into Roma, I think you'd be flying. But look, I think clean sheet's most important. I think that's maybe why that McFred midfield, that's kind of that being in there. I think that's maybe lean towards that with the fact of, you know, keeping a clean sheet.
Do you think we'll see McFred next season? Do you think this is just a stopgap until we can get in out and out defensive midfielder? Because a lot of the comments, people in the comments say McFred, and mainly Fred, it seems, that more than McTominay, that people have a bit of an issue with. But Ollie likes to play them both together more often than not. Do you think that it might be a case of, you know, someone comes in, I don't know, I'm just saying, for example, I don't know if he is or not, I'm not ITK, Declan Rice or someone like that comes in, or the kid from Brighton, is it Bassoon or someone like that?
I think it definitely lifts us. I think it makes it a completely different thing. I think one of the things this season, I think that he's probably been let down most by how poor the Man U match has been. I think that he's just not been able to play him. I think in certain games, I think he was hoping that he could play Matic, Pogba and Bruno as the 3. He's not been able to do that this year. He's not been able to do that at all. A lot of it down to Pogba, some of it down to Pogba being injured, but also I think not having Matic where you can trust him. He's looked, when he has come on, he's looked all over the place. He's looked off the game completely. And I think that you've had to play Fred on his own at times. You've had to play him more than maybe we should do. I think, look, McTominay is a different kind of player. I think he's going to maybe do more a box-to-box role. I think he's kind of your rotation in for Pogba, I think, for more than anything. I think he's someone that's going to be an 8, that's going to go box-to-box, that's going to give us goals as well. He's not going to be the Nemanja Matic player that I think people expect him to be. But we've not really got anyone else, and I think the lack of, you know, not being able to play Nemanja Matic in any kind of game, I think has meant that we've seen this a lot more this season. And I think that's kind of when we've been a bit poor. I think it's just my opinion. The reason I say I think is because it is just an opinion of this is what I hope is going to happen next season. I'm hoping we bring someone else in. I'm hoping we bring in a Declan Rice.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that we don't, though. You know, there's all this Super League stuff.
These owners.
They've kind of put all their eggs into the Super League thing, or maybe they have, maybe they haven't done that. Are they going to spend any money on Manchester United next season? United, they haven't spent any money when we've been in the top 4 since Fergie's gone. They've not pushed on ever. They've never done that. They've only spent when we were kind of chasing it. Will we do it this summer, or will we just kind of, you know, sign up a few new players for a new contract. You've seen Eric Bailly get one this week. People kind of taking that in two kind of ways, saying it's great to see Eric Bailly staying at the club because he's a good player. But does that mean that we're sacking off the chance of finding another centre half next season? Is that the thing that's going to happen? And is that going to be the same thing? I think it'd be great to see Paul Pogba stay. But I think that Paul Pogba staying probably means that we don't sign someone else. So it's a strange situation. I'm hoping we don't see Freddie McTominay in midfield too often next season. I'm hoping we can get someone else that can do that job. It's whether the Glazers, though, will get the money, take the money out and buy that kind of player.
It certainly is. Koth Mike, thanks for your compliment, mate. Respect to you too, brother. Yeah, lots of people talking about Fred as well. Masic is great. Someone else saying, Michael Fortu says, Masic is great on possession-based games. Dave Salter says, we won't keep a clean sheet. Deco will score from a set piece, so we need to go for this in my honest opinion, but also be careful when defending. Sage advice. You notice, someone else, Owen Bett says, you notice the difference when Masic comes on. Very passive. Kilbo Baggins 12 says, Masic would be great if he weren't so slow. Someone else, Glenn McKola says Saul Niguez, who Howson's always raving about.
Yeah.
Other people talking about Matic. I mean, it was a bit of a weird one with Matic, wasn't it? Because he had a decent season last season, and then we handed him, a fucking 3-year deal, even though he's 32 years old or whatever he is. And then it's like this season, he's just looked terrible. Also, as well, I mean, he has had moments, but by and large, it's not been a great season for him. Someone else, sorry, I've missed who, was talking about James Garner. Oh, yeah, here it is. Alien Tenno says, maybe Garner can come through. Doing very well at Nottingham Forest, isn't he, James Garner? But is it probably a season too soon next season? Maybe need one more on loan? What do you reckon?
I don't know. You'd like to see him, but the pressure, the pressure coming in for Manchester United players coming into that first team squad when you've not got other players in that position, especially if, for example, if you've not got Matic playing next season, which is looking like he's probably going to be even more a bit part than he's been this season.
Yes.
You've got the pressure on Fred this season, who's been really poor. If you bring James Garner back in and don't sign someone else, the pressure on that lad this year, saying, you're our next big thing, do it.
Yeah.
Like, if something go wrong, if things aren't working, you've got no change for that. And I think that people have talked about how Foden's done for City and stuff and how he's been managed. The reason he's been managed well is because he's not had to play. He's had De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, all these different players around him that can take up that role, and there's no pressure on him to do well. So when he does come on and do well, it's a great thing, but there's less pressure on the lad. Whereas for lads like James Garner coming in, the pressure on him would be massive for next season. Do you want to get it the right way up?
Yeah, I think it's the right way around this time around, so I've done well. I'm proud of myself. People always let me know anyway when I've got it upside down. I didn't see any comments, so I knew I must be doing something right. No, I mean, Garner's doing well. We'll have to wait and see. Forest fans absolutely love him. Navin Manogaran says, promote the petition. We are doing, and we have been doing. Yeah, everyone go and have a look at our socials petitions on there. I think it's the pinned tweet on our Twitter. Go and sign it if you're in the UK. That's to talk about 50+1 rule in terms of giving us a say, the fans a say in the running of Manchester United Football Club. Someone saying, your thoughts on European double for Manchester? No, none of that.
No.
There's no European
Just,
double for Manchester. We're not in this together. Do you know what I mean? Let's just put that one straight to bed. I'd probably rather... No, I'm not saying it out loud.
What was that? Say it.
Neither of us.
Yeah, neither of us. Joe shouted out, he's right. He's right. Gave me that choice right now. And you can call me sad and bitter and all that shit, because I am. Right?
Yep.
So,
I completely agree.
Yeah, at least we'd still have one to look back on. They wouldn't have any. Get involved in the comments as well. Let us know what you think. Let us know you've got the teams, you've got the Roma team, you've got the United team. Let us know about your score prediction. We've had all the score predictions. What was your score prediction, actually? I don't think I got it off you.
I'm going to go 2-0 United.
Oh, 2-0 United. Take that all day
Bruno
long.
penalty in there as well, I reckon.
Bruno penalty. That would be great to see Bruno Fernandes not ending his drought, because he's not had a drought, but he's not been as prolific of late. But so it'd be good to see him get on the score sheet. I don't care who scores, to be honest with you. I just want Manchester United to win. Lots of 2-0s, 3-0 says Robert Orm. Koth Mike says 2-0 Smalling on goal. Maurice Varela says 7-1 United. Chris Lee says 3-1 United. Anish Joshi says 3-0 Shaw, Cavani, Rashi. Ryan Turner says 2-0 United. I'm going to go with 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, I can see like Mkhitaryan or someone getting a cheeky one, but
Chris Smalling scored.
Chris Smalling with an header. Chris Smalling with an header, and everyone will go, why don't Maguire do that? But yeah, I think we'll be too strong for them, but I think it might be a closer game than some of us have thought. Because, like I say, when you get to the semi-finals, mate, it's all happening, isn't it?
It's all happening.
Hey, who knows? Maybe it'll be another 7-1. That'd be all right, that wouldn't it?
That'd be all right.
Hey.
Do you think the last time, not last year when we got to the semi-final, but under Jose, like the pressure on the semi-final, the Celta Vigo, was it Celta Vigo, wasn't it?
Who was that lad who missed that sitter as well in the last minute? Guidetti,
John Guidetti.
Yeah, the ex-City player.
Ex-City player.
I mean, that was your season over, that, wasn't it, if he scores that? Because it was like literally the 94th minute.
Because he'd sacked off the league completely.
Mate,
there was no
he gave
second
up in January,
place.
didn't he?
Yeah, he was just like,
the League Cup sorted, right, forget the league. Our league's form went to pot. Didn't we finish 6th or something that season?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a very good season, really, was it, in terms
He
of like
was,
vintage
honestly,
Premier Leagues or whatever.
Completely sacked everything off, and it was all in on the Europa League. And the pressure on them games were massive. And it was good. It was a little bit. It was a bit of pressure. Whereas now it's kind of like, what win a trophy, but there's not the same pressure, is there, this time?
No, I mean, it was a crazy end to the season as well, and to go to Stockholm and get that win and obviously get us into the Champions League, complete the set as well. The only trophy we not won was pretty phenomenal. Zizo in the Super Chat says, I personally think Van der Beek could do McTominay's role better than him. McTominay takes too many touches. Man, minimum 3 every pass. What do you reckon of that?
I think he can do and probably will do, but I think he needs someone better next to him. I don't think he can do what McTominay does in terms of going back and forth. I think that McTominay kind of covers in for Fred's limitations as well. I think McTominay's fitness is a massive thing. I think people overlook that how he's never injured. He's also one of the fittest players on the pitch. He runs more than anyone else. Don't think Donny van der Beek has got that in him. And I think that whilst we are lacking quality in midfield, the one thing you've got in McTominay is doing the running.
Can you see that, by the way? Is it the anniversary of that, Scholesy, the win over...
13 years ago?
13 years ago, eh?
Scholesy.
Scholesy's winner against Barcelona, back when we used to beat Barcelona and get to Champions League finals and then go and win them.
I think next season, Donny, if you have someone like a Declan Rice that we keep mentioning, if you get someone in there, I think you will see Van der Beek in midfield a bit more. I think you'll trust it. But imagine if you started Fred and Van der Beek today. I don't trust that, do you?
Not really. I mean,
in defensive, forget going forward in a defensive aspect. I just don't trust it.
I think, like you said earlier, this sees us through to the end of the season, and then you try and bring someone in.
Yeah.
I think we can have these conversations about Fred and McTominay all day long. Ollie rates him. I don't see him changing it now in April.
No.
Especially not when it's been a relatively successful season and they've played a lot of games. I think the big question will be in the summer whether we can get a decent defensive midfielder in or even a box-to-box midfielder. I don't really think it's a case of Donny van der Beek coming in for McTominay. I'm not quite sure that is what's going to happen. I've always thought of Donny van der Beek being more a sort of long-term replacement possibly for Paul Pogba. I don't know. But we'll wait and see what happens with that one. A lot of people rate Donny van der Beek, and I've not seen as much of him at Ajax as others have. I only saw him in the Champions League. Obviously a very talented player, but it doesn't surprise me that he's not played that much football this season, because I think we have got options in midfield that are probably in a similar position to him, but a little bit better. But get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think. Golden Axe Mark says, Jay looks good for 41. Do you moisturise? Obviously. I'm glad to see someone's noticed. These lot never fucking compliment me. Someone else says, Humyard... Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, Humyard Mirza says, Jay and Alex, should we sign Morgan Schneiderlin for DM? Van Gaal liked him. I wasted so many hours and months and fucking years defending him on Twitter. It was absolute garbage. I should never have bothered. Peter Kelly in Super Chat says, did you see Barca tweeted about that game saying on this day, 2008, and showed a clip of Messi dribbling past goals? Not weird considering they lost. Yeah, it was a bit weird, that one, especially because Wes Brown had Messi in his pocket that day. Remember that? It's class. Let's have it right. Do you know what I mean? Tweeting only took on Scholesy. Who scored the winner? Scholesy. Get a grip. Yes. Not long now before we're going to go over to Joe Smith and Adam McKola and myself as well. We'll be joining them. We'll be going through the watch-along, all the build-up, then the watch-along, of course, for United's first leg Europa League semi-final against Roma. A big one, Manchester United. This is our 5th semi-final under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yeah. Why do we keep losing in baggers? Tell me.
I think the team's been better than us the last few times.
Well, don't give me that fucking answer. The teams have been better than us. That's not what I want to hear. I want to hear something that's they're clever and I've never thought of it.
That's all I've got to you. I've not got any of that.
The teams have been better. I mean, he's right.
The team's been better than us on the day.
That's how you win football matches. You play better than the other team. That's usually what happens.
That's about it. But I think that it's one of them. I think that the fact that we've got to this, I think Ollie does want to do that. I think he wants to be able to go far in every competition. He doesn't want to do... You look what Jurgen Klopp's done for a long time at Liverpool, which is just FA Cup and League Cup, sat them off completely, don't get past the third or fourth round in them.
Well, they got beat once, didn't they, in the final against City in the League Cup? Do you remember that?
But
the
was
FA
it.
Cup, I think
he's not got past anywhere. Where Ollie's done well in all these competitions, as well as doing all right in the league. Not really competing, but at the same time doing better than we have done since Fergie's left. I think that's what Ollie wants to do is compete on the four fronts, and with the squad we've got, I think he's doing all right with it. But like you said, it's getting to a point where it might be a bit of a mental thing now. We have to win one, we have to get to a final, and I'm hoping this is the one for us to get to the final.
Laxia Chuhan says, you won 2008 because of Ronaldo. When he says you, I'm guessing he's not a Manchester United fan. I mean, let's not pretend that Ronaldo's 42 goals, whatever it was, didn't carry us towards that win, because they did, but it wasn't just because of him.
It was a pretty good team. It wasn't bad. It was Tevez, Rooney, Carrick, Scholes.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? There was a few...
Hargreaves.
Owen Hargreaves was mint that season. People often forget that. He really was.
Wesley Brown at right back.
Wesley Brown had the season of all seasons. Get involved in the comments. Give us a like as well. Let us know about what you think about the starting lineup, what you think about the semi-final. Are we going to end it this time round? Give us your score predictions as well if you haven't done already. Michune channel says, why don't we try McSauce as a lone CDM? I don't think he's far off Rice. Take Garner back in summer and invest in a striker and right winger. Controversial. Koth Mike says, love it when people say you won because of a player. Yeah, that's why they play for us and not you. Ooh, well
there you go.
Someone else saying Van der Sar in goal. Van der Sar, greatest goalkeeper ever to play for Manchester United. Don't fucking at me.
Love you. The bitterness is fantastic.
It's not bitterness, mate. Facts. It's just a better standard of goalkeeping, and anything else is just, irrelevant. I'm not that guy. Someone else, mate. Talking about. Martin Darcy says 2-0 United. Alex B says, what's the worst score tonight that you'd still be confident that we'd go through? Twinkle toast Tommy, right there, a little shimmy there. Thought you were going to fall over. Hey?
Yeah. 1-0 down. I still think fancied us for the next leg.
Yeah, I think
we'll score in the next leg.
It's funny what you were saying before. You were talking about how Ollie just needs to get a trophy, get over the line.
Yeah.
You mentioned about the Scousers, and I think the one thing I don't really like Jurgen Klopp, and being honest, but the one thing he's been very good at is he's sort of what he's prioritised has worked for him.
Yeah.
Like getting to the Champions League final at a time when a few people were doubting him.
Yeah.
And he put his eggs in that basket, got to the final, they lost it, but then people started believing in him.
Because they were miles away in the league.
Yeah, exactly. We finished well above him. Then the next season, his team's a bit stronger, winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
The season after that, everyone's asthmatic. But forget the long-term problems. We're going to win the Premier League. He was asthmatic. We're going to win the Premier League, and it worked. And then now, obviously, it's all falling apart. But he was very good at sort of this is a priority. Go for it. Almost get there. Even same with the league. Almost get there in the league. Then they get there. And you want to see that with Ollie, not fucking being the Jurgen Klopp, I don't want that, but sort of getting closer to trophies, then getting there.
Yeah.
So we've done all the semi-finals thing. Now get to a final and win it. Do you know what I mean? And listen, when we've lost to say City in the Carabao Cup, or even Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final, because you felt like he had to rotate, we'd run out of steam a little bit. There was sort of reasons more than excuses. This time round, you've got Roma and you've got either Villarreal or Arsenal getting in your way between us and a Europa League trophy. There's no excuses there now. We're by far and away the best team left in this competition, and we should be able to win it.
We absolutely should be. I'm hoping. I mean, it's that mental thing now. As much as it is look, the squad has progressed. I think anyone arguing that is wrong. We've got to that level where the squad's got better since Ollie took it over when we were 6th or 7th in the league to finish 4th. We're getting better. The team is getting better. But I think it's a mental thing. As much as it doesn't show where the squad is in terms of quality or anything like that, what it shows is that we can get something over the line, which I think is what we need to do in the Europa League.
Flux King says, I can't remember if I find it. Jay, would you win the Europa League if it meant the Cup Winners' Cup final never happened? No. I wouldn't win the Champions League if it meant the Cup Winners' Cup never happened. Makasar says, Uwe Roma. Maurice Varela says, Roma's team looks old. Connor Hall says 3-0. Chandarai Singh says 0-0 sad draw. Jack Reaper says 3-1. Aditya C says a very drab 1-0 to United.
Take it.
Kevin B says Luke Shaw with a late winner 1-0. I mean, yeah, I'd take any win to be honest with you, but I hope it's not one of them though, a late winner. So we've got to put up with 90 minutes of 0-0-ness.
0-0-ness.
Do you know what I mean?
We've done that. We did that at the weekend. Mate, that was
the worst. I think that's the worst game this season. I know we had 7 fucking 0-0s, haven't we? And I think I said we don't often draw 0-0, and then someone pointed out that was our 7th one this season, which is a record.
We don't do this.
Shows I've been paying attention.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's got to be better than that. And this team, there's no excuses there. You've got Pogba, you've got Bruno, you've got Rashford, you've got Cavani. I mean, that is a fucking strong team, innit? And hopefully, we should be too strong for Roma because what are they, 7th in Serie A? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, again, that's okay, but it's not exactly like setting the world alight. I'd fancy us against Inter, who've walked, they have walked Serie A. I'd fancy us against them, let alone a team that are fucking 6 places behind them. So, yes, you have to show them respect because it is a semi-final. Yes, they have got some good players, as we mentioned, the ones you mentioned earlier. Obviously, like Zeko, Mkhitaryan, and Chris Smalling, who's been rejuvenated at Roma.
Yep.
But you can't keep making excuses. Oh, this is a good team.
There you go. Look, there's the comment. 7 0-0s is still 7 clean sheets, Jay.
That's the positivity.
The positivity.
Right? Anyway, we don't need to win games. Anyone can do that. Let fucking City do that. What about 0-0s, mate?
Exactly.
How many times have you had 0-0 this season, City? Not as
many as us.
So exactly. Right. So forget about your parade. We're having one for that. We are going to go over to Adam McKola and Joe Smith very shortly. Yeah. Do give us a like. If you're not subscribing to the channel, do subscribe. Do as well go and check out the petition on our socials that is calling for fans to be given a bigger say.
I'll get Cam to put it in the description as well.
Put it in the description. If you're in the UK, you can sign this petition. It just means that Parliament has to debate and discuss the issue of fan ownership or fan voting rights when it comes to Premier League clubs, because we saw what the Premier League owners of the 6 big clubs thought they could get away with the European Super League, but the fight's not over, and we know that with the Glazers at the helm, we're always going to be in trouble. Hence the reason there's a protest at Old Trafford, 2 o'clock this Sunday. There's also a fans forum meeting tomorrow. So you're here tomorrow, aren't you?
I am here tomorrow.
So me and you'll do a live after that.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that.
We'll have a chat about
because
that. There's
going to be a representative of Manchester United talking to the fans. More than likely, it's going to be Richard Arnold or someone like that. It's doubtful whether it'll even be Ed Woodward. But what we'll do is we'll find out what's gone down there.
I've just remembered that I need to tell you, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
I can't tell you now, but I'll text it you.
Yeah. All right, text me.
What the Madam McKola...
What's he? McKola waving about there?
I know what he's got. What he's got.
Oh yeah, I know what I need to do as well. I've not done.
Have you not done that?
Right.
I'll apologise. Do you want to apologise now?
Dragon 7. I'm still not saying you poster, bro. Right, I'm sorry. This has been going on and on. Don't you give me dirty look. I've got 3 kids to feed. I've got things going on.
Of Joe Smith
so
there.
You go post it. I do all the posting round here, right? Apart from my Dragon 7s. I apologise. I couldn't get a poster holder, which is the shittest excuse ever, but it's true. But I will.
He will do it. He will do it.
Baggers is going to make sure I do it.
Speaking of posters,
he kills me if I don't.
Should we send over to them?
Yeah, let's send over to them.
Speaking of posters, here's Adam McKola, maybe with a poster.
Poster boy.
You're the poster boy for the channel, aren't you, at this point? It's got to be.
I'm the poster boy.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. I don't understand why there isn't a bit more of a party atmosphere around here. This is a semi-final. And not only is it a semi-final, it's a semi-final that we can theoretically lose tonight and still get to the final. It's a double hit of semi-final.
It's incredible. We're speaking about this upstairs. And because we have conversations when you're not around. When you're in the
Seems
room,
unlikely.
no one speaks.
Yeah, because I'm doing my one-man show, aren't I?
Yeah.
Barbra Streisand through the ages. Yeah, go on.
And we were upstairs chatting about how this week we've had Ellen Road.
Yes.
Liverpool at home.
Yeah.
And in the middle, a European semi-final.
See?
There's nothing.
What do you mean there's nothing?
There's nothing. There's nothing.
This is the problem.
There.
This is the problem. There is something there. You're just a jaded, spoiled old Man United fan.
I'll tell you what it is.
Go on then.
The European Super League killed everybody.
It ruined
our hopes. It ruined our dreams. It ruined our souls. It ruined what we thought about this beautiful, ugly, disgusting, fantastic game.
Do you know what it did? It took away our innocence, didn't it?
It did.
It took away a bit of the mystery, a bit of the magic of football. It just sliced away. Do you know when your mum gets a pumice stone on her heel?
Your mum got pummeled. What?
Pumice stone. When you're getting rid of the dry skin on your heel. That's what the Super League did. It just took a pumice stone to the beauty of football. Took the edge off it. Took that crusty heel off it, didn't it?
I don't want to know about your mum getting pummeled or a crusty
No one's getting pummeled, mate.
Ever again.
No one's getting pummeled. We all get crusty heels occasionally.
Wash your feet, bro. You won't get crusty.
Oh, that's not how it works. It's just simply not how it works. Sometimes I have to get a pumice involved.
Cream your feet. Do you remember that thing on Twitter?
I remember
last
Twitter.
year where people were having a debate about whether they wash their legs.
Yes.
Like, don't tell me you're one of those people.
No, I wash my legs. I wash my back. I wash my double B, which is my belly button for anyone at home. I wash my double B. I wash the behind my ears. I wash, do you know, not even just behind the ears. Do you know that little fold at the top of the ear where you think, oh, there's going to be a second ear hole, and it's just not. It's just head like
It's
that.
a dead end.
Do you know that bit? It's like,
Dead end.
Yeah, it's a dead end. It was God's first try at an ear hole. And he's like, I'm too nervous to put the whole hole in. I'll just put a little bit in. I even wash in there. I wash everywhere, do you?
Well done. Yeah, of course, man. I was amazed that some people didn't wash their legs.
Well,
Like,
I can understand
amazing.
the theory that...
No.
you don't-
Just like trickle-down politics doesn't work, trickle-down showers don't work either, yeah?
Is that what you're
Nothing's
saying?
trickling down to your legs, bro.
Yeah, but you say that, but there are thousands of indigenous...
Cheeky little bit of socialism chucked in there for the people at home.
There are thousands of forest floor dwelling, plants that rely on the sunlight that trickles through the leaves of the trees above them, and they can
Have
thrive.
I been switched off? Have I been
You've
deplatformed
been
because
cut
of my
off.
views?
No, we can hear you. We can still hear you. You're good.
Why can't I hear myself? Why can't I hear you?
I don't know. I think that's ignorance.
What are you talking about? Is supply side economics?
Oh, here we go. Oh, politics.
Hey.
Oh, I know the official title for it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
my
sorry
name's
for being
Jay.
educated.
Go on then.
There's a word.
Well, we were busy watching Brookside. You were doing supply
Brookside?
side.
Oh, Brookside was mint. Remember Jimmy Corkill?
Just did a bit, mate.
What a legend he was.
Someone-
Is the fella still alive today? God bless him. There's someone I haven't thought about in a long time.
I don't know.
Jimmy
Look into
Corkill.
that. Jimmy Corkill.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Jacob O.C. says,
Probably
anyone
not,
got a foot spa? Do you remember when they were all the rage?
Oh, I remember when my nan
your
had
mum-
one of them.
Yes, those little foot spas that you basically, it's a tiny hot tub just for old women.
And you get it from Avon
Yeah.
when the Avon lady comes round.
Yeah.
You get it, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't pay the Avon lady
No.
for a few weeks after.
take
And
it
you
back.
don't use it either. So you've got debt from the woman that keeps knocking on your door.
Yeah.
And you used it once, now you don't use it.
And that's the sad thing.
It's a problem with broke people, man.
Yeah. And that's the whole Avon setup.
That's what we're doing to ourselves.
It's not just like some woman you've never heard of. It's one of your mates from
Yeah,
school.
that's
Yeah.
it.
So it's like not only am I not paying, but it's Emma that's upset.
Oh, mate,
and I know Emma.
We used to have a TV that used to have put a £1 coin in the side. Do you remember that?
Mine was not mine.
Like
Mine
an
was
arcade
50p.
machine.
It was 50p's.
But what we did was
we broke
we
into
opened
it
the
once.
box.
Yeah.
Unscrewed it.
We open the box and you put your pound in, it comes back out. Buzzing, bro. You still got your TV.
Or a little 50p on a string.
And
that
the
you
guy
put in
used to
the,
come at the end of the week
vending
to check the thing in it. And, oh yeah, how much
Old
is it there?
school. Right.
And
Old
everyone,
school
the
working
whole
class.
family's standing around like,
Act natural.
we're not using TV
We don't
this
watch
week.
TV, mate.
not really watch
what you mean. We read book sales. Yeah.
We've not really been on it.
One of the babes is crying because you just switched the TV off.
Can't say that. Back on. No, you weren't. Back on. What film? Shut up. Stop lying.
What do you mean back on?
Hey.
I'm glad we were all dragged up.
Yeah. It's right, mate. Hey, hiding from the Avon lady. Nothing better.
Hiding from the crazy
TV.
Georges, man.
Yeah, the
Crazy Georges.
Could you
Explain this to anyone
Can I
who's...
tell you as well? We had remember the Provident lady. So you get a loan off some woman from the Provident, yeah. I remember
I
my
hope
mum.
my mum and dad are watching this. They'll be like, I can't believe you're telling
My
everyone
mum
this
would be
on camera.
embarrassed of me right now telling all this
That's
story.
what I'm thinking as well.
I got my first job when I was 16.
Yeah.
So we weren't all tramps in my house.
No, you weren't, but you know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's a struggle.
We got a job. And I remember like my first payday, I had like a tenner in my pocket and Provident lady come round. So she went, oh, is your mum in? I went, nah. I went, how much you owe you? A tenner, yeah, here you go.
Schoolboy error. Schoolboy
My mum
error.
come back, bollocked me. Bollocked me. What are you paying that for? We don't pay them. Mum, but you got debts. Yeah, we don't pay that. I said, you're going to give me my tenner back? Nope.
Lesson.
Like,
Your
so-
tenner.
lesson
Should
for
have
you.
given your tenner away, should
Yeah. There's you go.
I
There's
thought
a
I was
lesson.
doing her a favour.
Mum,
She was gonna
don't worry, I've paid that debt for you. I know the reason you didn't pay it is because you hadn't got round to it yet. But no, that isn't why I haven't paid it. That was
That's not how it works.
that was on
That's-
next month's
Yeah,
rota.
that's free money.
Yeah, exactly. That is free money.
That's how it works.
Yeah. I don't know why they call it interest because I've got no
I
interest
know.
in paying this back.
Just turn the lights off and I'd be able to set it as normal.
Exactly.
What's the matter with you?
Adam Sweeney said, realistic Adam isn't optimistic because it's the Europa League and we can see City winning the league and going through last night. However, we need a trophy.
Trophy.
Does City's success this season impact how happy you are about United winning this?
Well, I learned when I was a kid that City actually won the league in 1968.
Yeah, they won it in the last week as
and
well.
Manchester United won the European Cup, and no one gave a fuck about it.
Good,
that would have been devastating as well, wouldn't it?
It's what can the Champions League eclipses all, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that was back when Wolves and Tottenham used to win the league in the 50s, didn't they? So does it count? Not really. But if they win the Champions League, that's
it didn't count once United won the league.
The Champions League.
Sorry, the Champions League.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It didn't count. Nobody cared about that.
It.
They were just a
And
byline.
footnote. That was like the biggest Champions League win ever as well. 10 years after Munich. Busby winning the European Cup.
How insane is that?
There's nothing bigger than that.
Like, I know obviously anyone who says it and anyone who thinks about it can sort of fathom how incredible that is. But to put that in perspective, it's been 8 years since United won the league.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem that long ago that Fergie was there, and some of the players are still there. So like, it's not much longer between the Munich and us winning the European Cup as it is since we last won the Premier League. And you think, how could you possibly have completely turned around a squad, a club, a city in that time and been that successful again? It is remarkable, isn't it? Just amazing.
That story, and we've all seen the documentaries and stuff. It is an amazing story. Matt Busby, to carry all that around with him and to do what he did, it's just phenomenal. That's why this Manchester United club is just bigger and better than anyone else ever.
Exactly.
Including them lot down the road who might win a Champions League finally after fucking about what? 8
And you know
years
what? I
of
don't
trying.
think we realise. I don't know. It might be different for you, Jay, but as someone that's like, I grew up in the 90s, born in 89. So like, when I think of Duncan Edwards and I think of, they're almost like, hear me out when I say it's like comic book hero. Like, it's almost like they're not real.
Yeah.
Like it's a story that you've been told and all this, and it kind of
like a fairy tale.
Like a fairy tale, and it adds to the story of Manchester United and the history and all that kind of stuff. But it was like, because of the way we're told it, and it's part of the history, you almost don't treat it like a real incident. Do you get what I mean? So like,
I do
you can't put
appreciate that.
you never
I get where you're coming from.
Like, we can all remember about 9/11, for example, or very Chapecoense, the Brazilian team that and we were like shocked by it, and like, but we don't have that because we see the glory that came after it and the story. We're not really caught up in how hard that would have been at that time.
No,
do you know what I mean?
you're right. There is a sort of almost mystical element to it. It's like, it's I mean, you was done it as well. When you go to Munich, you went to the memorial, the site of the old
Manchester Platz.
playing airport. Sorry, and it is very eerie and it's so desolate as well. It's just so sad, obviously, what happened, but where it is as well, it's so sort of really haunting. But obviously, I'm a little bit older than you, but I'm not old enough to remember Busby. I don't remember Busby Bays. Like, my first manager was Ron Atkinson, so it's like, for me, it was the same. It was like you hear about it and you speak about it and you speak to some of the older fans and you get the sense of it and you can understand why it's so important to Manchester United and how it runs for everything we do. But my sort of closest connection to that is sort of, I remember being as a kid, and I know this sounds a bit weird, but like when Busby died, because that sort of brought back a lot of memories for those older fans, and even though I was like,
the stories and stuff come out
14 at the time, I got it. I was upset because I knew what he meant.
I always remember the bagpipes before the Everton
game when it was just a minute silence, and I remember, I think there was two guys coming up the stairs and you could hear them talking, like arguing.
They didn't realise what was going on.
Hurry up, and it was like, oh shit, because it was so
68,000 people like
that. And yeah, I think we won 1-0, and it was really eerie. But yeah, there is a bit of that, mate, because it's so sort of far removed from our age and what we see.
Like, we can't. I don't think we realise the magnitude of what happened.
No, I mean, can you imagine now something like that, like losing your team?
That's what I mean. Like it's.
And then, like you saying,
I don't like to put names
back
to it because it's almost what you. But it's like
coming back.
Imagine
and
with
winning
some of the players today, and what do you do?
We can't, like you saying, we can't get to where we were in 2011.
No.
Now, after spending £1 billion, and fucking everything,
and
going
still
through
having
4 managers,
some of those players as well,
and we've not got anywhere really near to that.
No.
Yeah, Busby did it, recovered himself, kept, didn't keep, but brought from some of the youngsters, had Bill Folks and Harry Gregg left over, and then just, had to sort of and Jimmy Murphy, of course, put a team together. And for a few years it was a struggle, but then they sort of built, and then to become the best team in Europe at the end of it all, it's just fantastic. It's ridiculous. And, it's right that we all remember that.
And tonight then, obviously, Europa League.
Yes.
When you watch the Europa League, how much of that European night feeling do you have? Any? A little bit? Because because obviously the Champions League, if this was a Champions League semi-final, it's butterflies, you're shitting yourself, you're nervous, you're waiting for the music, you know, the commentators are different, the atmosphere is different. Europa League, how much of that do you get? Any?
No, I mean, I might feel differently if we hadn't won it. There'd be at least that element. Let's complete the set. Because we won it 4 years ago, and it's like, that felt like, right, that's done now, let's move on. And now we're back again. We've been back 3 times since, I think. And it's like, you know, it is a little bit sort of, I don't know, not empty, but it's difficult at times to really get up for it. And I thought the overriding feeling is for me now is just, I want this team, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team, to win a trophy. And this is the only one we've got left. And it is a European trophy, albeit it's not the one we all want. So yeah, yes, I always want Manchester United to do well and I want us to win things. I'd rather win the Champions League, but it is difficult to get that level of excitement for this competition that you would have if we're in the Champions League semi-final. I don't think there's anything fucking, you know,
nothing dodgy about saying that.
About that. Yeah.
What do you reckon, Adam? Do you think that, obviously, the getting up for it is sort of, we can all agree, I think, like, in terms of how important this trophy is for Ole and for next season and the perception around United, because it's not just the trophy, it's, you know, what people say about the manager, the stability of the club, this sort of semi-final curse thing. There's quite a few things that winning this European or Europa League would sort of overcome in it, or if all at once, if we could do it.
Yeah, I think obviously it's not the trophy everyone puts at the top of their list at the start of the season. And in a season when you're in the Champions League, being in the Europa League is almost a failure in itself. Yeah. But I think we can all agree, you know, if you look beyond trophies, we've improved under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But the one major thing has been getting to semi-finals, not being able to convert those into a final, into a trophy. What is it, 4 or 5 semi-finals we've been in now? Never won one of them. Really, I'd like to think you have to be, at Manchester United, you have to convert that into at least 2 trophies. And so you do have this thing where people are maybe going, is he the man to bring home the cups? Is he the man to bring home the league, the silverware? Despite the improvements that he's made. So it'd be great for him to get a trophy under his belt to kind of ease some of that. But generally speaking, the Europa League's not going to make a great deal of difference. No. It could be one of those, remember like when the League Cup in 05 with Rooney and Ronaldo and that, and like we got that and it felt like, right, this is
06, sorry.
Sorry, 06, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, City have done the same thing.
And it felt like, right, this is, we can build on this. But we said that when Jose won it and we never built on it. So
do you think that's a different thing though, because with Jose, he doesn't build on anything. He comes in and doesn't, usually his pathway is come in, first season, maybe win something.
No, I know, I'm just saying,
season,
like, there's no guarantees when you win a trophy.
Of course.
The thing is, like, this team is relatively young, so it might be that sort of stepping stone and that sort of bit they need, you know, get that trophy for some of them, their first ever trophy. It could lead to things. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's like, at least this time, it's not, we need this to stay in the Champions, to get Champions League football next season, which you remember in 2017?
Yeah.
It was like,
we had to win that game,
yeah, because we were fucking miles off the top 4 and Jose had more or less given up on the league in January. So at least if we don't win it, we're still in the Champions League next season, but you need silverware, man. Like Mac was saying, you know, Manchester United, we're about trophies. And no one, like, we talk about 2017 and winning the Europa League and the League Cup and stuff, and you remember the night in Stockholm and the night at Wembley, the Zlatan final, if you want to call it that. No one's remembering the 2018 when we finished 19 points behind City and going, oh, do you know what? It's fucking great that season, wasn't it?
Let's look back on second, like, it means anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there were moments, you know, like the win at the Etihad or whatever, but you know, you look at it and you're going, it wasn't that great. When you look at that season, which was worse, but you had a couple of highlights with the trophies.
It's like that season, our highlight is City are flying past us and we jump out the tree and grab onto their ankle for 3 seconds and still fall. And they still, you know what I mean? It wasn't much, was it?
Titties sucked on Roma's badge.
That's the Rome emblem in it. Is it Romulus and Remus, whatever it is, sucking on the...
Sucking on the teat of the establishment.
It
looks like a hyena.
I can't remember. Someone in the comments will know the exact names.
And they were just picking up the highlights as well. Like, were you at the 7-1?
No, I wasn't, you know.
Oh, I know. Come lately. What's going on?
I know, mate. It's horrible. I hate it when people talk about that game because I wasn't there.
There aren't many games that I've been to that you haven't.
But were you there?
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
It felt magical, you know. I don't know about
amazing.
You. I was sat in the corner,
Sorry, Jay.
like corner of Stretford and the, I think it's the Sir Alex Ferguson stand.
Yeah, above the tunnel?
No, opposite. I was in the corner there. So, like, we're basically in the Stretford end in tier 1, but we're in the other stand. And I just remember watching the goals going in. It felt like a dream. Because going into the game, I nearly got headbutted off an horse on the forecourt
Did you?
because it just kicked off on the forecourt.
Yeah, I remember all my mates were telling me
because the week before it was
that the Roma away where it all gone off with all the battens. And everything. Still not been anything been done about that as well. By the way, a lot of United fans were absolutely mullered for no reason whatsoever off the Italian police. But yeah, I know a few mates are saying.
And then it carried on.
Yeah.
It kicked off after, and then I remember my dad was like, "Fucking hell, let's just go in."
Really?
And so we went in.
I thought you meant into the fight.
No. Now he was like, "Fucking hell, we need to get
Come on,
out.
son.
Like get in." So we've got in, and then just like watching that because we didn't expect to win.
Yeah.
And that team was still like, I don't think Ronaldo had really scored much in Europe, or he scored his first that night, or something like that. Like, we're proper unproven, and there was a lot of talk about whether this team could do it, whether Ronaldo could do it on the big stage, Rooney, etc.
Because this was like the second transition as well, wasn't it? There was the 99 transition, sort of 2002, 3, 4, and then this was the one after that.
This is the post-Roman
Rooney,
Abramovich.
Carrick, Ronaldo transition where you're like, can Fergie ever get us back to being one of the top teams in Europe? Yeah, it was amazing. Just one point back to the winning this trophy and what it means. I know that almost it's not really up to Ollie to sort of pander to the fans that don't believe in him still, but I think that this would go a massive way to persuading some of the United fans who currently don't like Ollie, because not just
if you're a United fan and you don't like Ollie, that's impossible, bro.
Well,
why do people
don't like him, but don't like him as the manager?
Don't like Ollie. You can't be a United fan and dislike Ollie, even if you don't think he's the right manager.
Well, that's what I mean.
People that hate him are fucking weirdos, man. But how can you hate this man, bro?
I don't mean. I think a lot of people.
No,
like
but I know you're not saying that, but there were genuinely people that do not talk about just this goal. Fuck off.
He scored a tap in 20 years ago, and you all.
I wish I scored that tap in.
Yeah.
Jeebus.
But also, I think it sort of like summarizes some people's opinion about this team, because not only is it like we need to win a trophy because United wins trophies, but the suggestion is that Ollie's a bit soft and that he can't get the team up for these bigger matches. So getting past a semi-final and winning a trophy sort of disproves one large argument against him whilst also winning trophies, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, this is the thing. It's like, there's always going to be something that people look for, and the obvious one with Ollie, like people who, I hate using that word, but almost have a bit of an agenda. It's like, well, what's he done now in trophies? He's been here 3 years now. So at least if you got that, you say, well, he has won something. And also, we finished second.
And he played in that 7-1. Fucking hell, I forgot about that.
I saw that picture. I forgot about that as well.
I did.
He scored against Celtic that season, though, didn't he? Because I remember having a picture of him. Did he score against Celtic? Well, I remember having a picture of him in that AIG shirt, celebrating.
That was back when
you was at the Milan game, weren't you?
Yeah,
the Milan game was atmosphere was awesome. I missed the 7-1.
I was in tier 3.
I was at the Milan game. Which was better, the atmosphere in the 7-1 or the Milan game?
I'd probably say the 7-1 because of where I was sat.
Yeah.
But
because the Milan game
because I was sat in tier 3.
Rooney's last minute goal, wasn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And it was like, even there was bouncing, but it was there. Yeah. And it's never really great there. Yeah. So it's like, I'd have to say the 7-1, but because of where I was sat. So if I was sat in the same place for both, I'd probably know better.
This is what I mean, though. It's like those Champions League nights. Like, there's just something about them.
There's
like,
a smell. There's a
mean?
difference.
Like, it wasn't like that when we played Celta Vigo.
There's a smell in the air.
It's got that evening smell to it.
Remember, that bonfire night smell?
Yeah.
That's what I associate with Champions League night.
Yeah.
That bonfire night, you could smell the onions on the burgers. Like,
I always feel like, I don't know if you feel like this as well.
It's dark early.
I always feel like it's almost like we've got a responsibility to show everyone what we're about.
Yeah.
This is Champions League night at Old Trafford. You fucking better know about this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
show
when
up.
it's like Europa, it's like,
we're not supposed to be there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
we're not supposed to be
we're
there.
Here, like, get behind the lads, obviously, but hurry up, get this over with.
It's like the FA Cup and the League Cup.
Obviously, great analogy.
Isn't it?
Not even comparable, really.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being deadly serious. like, if you win a treble with the FA Cup, then that's a proper treble. If you win one of the League Cup, that ain't the treble.
Nah,
it's barely a treble.
When did the League Cup start?
61, I think.
Bullshit.
Exactly.
70 years after the FA Cup did.
So, I might have
why did they go? Right. The FA Cup's great and all. Yeah. I feel like we need another one.
Another one. Let's do the same thing again.
Because the Football League is the Football League Cup, isn't it? So I assume it's something that was made years ago. Yeah. But why is it? How is it?
I might be wrong, but
how
I
is
think
it any
it was
different to the FA Cup?
Sorry?
How is it any different to the FA Cup?
Well, it's other than the fact that non-league teams can't enter it. It's the same thing, isn't it?
I bet at the time that was like the Super League, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the FA Cup, like
it's the Super League.
Paddock FC.
I played in the early stages.
Yeah,
of
you
FA
played in the
Cup.
FA. You're not going to do it unless you're playing for a league side. Sorry, in the League Cup. And like back in the day, even when I started going, the League Cup was treated like a fucking like the league.
Because there's loads of qualifiers.
You
first before
would
get to
play
round
your
3.
strongest team in the League Cup. Like one of my favourite memories when it was a Rumbelows Cup when we beat the Scousers. Or the 6-2 when you've been beating
What is a
Arsenal.
Rumbelows?
It used to be an electricity shop like sold white goods.
What
Like
is
B&Q
a
or something.
Rumbelows?
Wicks.
I don't know if it's a shop
Like
or the
Crazy
brand. I think
George's?
Crazy George's.
Yeah. I think I don't know if it's the brand or the shop itself. I can't remember.
Interesting. Thank you.
But yeah,
No
it's
further
also
questions.
the milk cup.
Yeah, I remember that one. Just
Remember that
milk.
milk Rumbelows. The
So when it was
Capital
sponsored
Alley.
by Milk,
Yeah.
who was responsible for
Milk
that payment?
board.
Littlewoods. That was another one.
The milk.
The milk board.
Yeah, milk board.
Just milk.
Just milk.
Yeah. Cows.
Big milk.
And that.
Yeah.
Milk.
Cows
Yeah.
sponsored it.
Yeah. That's when Jesse Lingard holding that bowl of cereal, isn't he?
That's a new. That's when the Milk Cup
The
became.
milk cup was like 1984.
That's a Milk Cup when it was a youth
I
competition.
just made that up. Apparently, Rumbelows was a shop. Right, thank you.
Thank you, there you
Barca just lost to Granada. You know, any interest in that? It means that
beat
they're less likely
Granada.
to win the league. We beat Granada, of course.
That means we're
Oh, in La
better
Liga?
than
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Oh, because they had a chance to go top.
Yeah,
didn't
they could have gone top.
So-
Atletico basically been steadily bottling it for about 2 months, and they still can't drop from top.
Jeez. So Barca could have went 1 point clear at the top.
Yep.
Absolutely, Ronald Koeman has blown it.
Yeah.
I'm messy.
People saying they're really excited for this match. I'm really excited for this match. The crucial thing for me, the key for me is clean sheet. And it's pretty obvious if you think about it, but the reason a clean sheet is so important, you get one goal, they have to beat you. They have to beat you. Because if you get a clean sheet at home, then it's all about the away goals, baby.
Yeah.
If we win if we won 1-0 tonight, if we get one goal there, they need 3. Like it's a great, a clean sheet is the
When did
backbone
it
of a
change?
good home
Do you remember when
performance.
everyone used to go, we need to be at home second?
Yeah.
And now
I
it's
know.
like, if you're at home first, that's what when did that change?
I don't
Is that
know.
Europa League and Champions League thing? Is that the
Yeah,
difference?
I don't know, mate. Do you remember? Was Sevilla won it when we was away first, and we drew 0-0.
Terrible.
I remember.
That's shit.
And like,
Oh, and then
there was that
football
horrible
heritage.
little feeling, wasn't there? Like,
Football heritage.
Yeah,
are we
'cause
going to
they-
regret that?
If they get
Football
one,
heritage.
And
draws
then-
are off the table.
Who was it? Was it? Oh, what's his name? Ben Yedder, innit?
Benega. Football
Wissam.
heritage.
Wissam
No, it wasn't.
Ben Yedder.
You're right first time.
Yeah.
It was
Remember
Ben
that?
It's just football heritage.
Jose doing his thing.
Pogba and Marshall.
And he
on
came
the
out
bench.
and said, "We wouldn't have won it anyway."
It's not me, it's you.
You need to wake up.
I actually, you know what? That's when I went, you know what?
This guy.
I'm not.
Nah.
You lost me today,
Yeah.
bro. I was
I
right
think
behind
he
you in the
lost
trenches.
a lot of people there.
I was right behind
Yeah.
him in the trenches, and then you just call me a prick.
Yeah.
Go on then.
On live
explain
national
that a bit more.
television.
So basically, we go out. Was it the last 16? I think of the Champions League against.
What do you mean explain it like it happened 50 years
Well,
ago?
not
no,
everyone
'cause some
knows-
people
'cause
might
you
not know
didn't
we're on
say
about
who
anyway.
who you'd lost. You didn't
Right.
say anything.
In the
Me.
last 16
You
of
lost
the
me. Who
Champions
did?
League,
Mourinho.
Right.
Mourinho's United team lost. We drew with Sevilla away 0-0. We lost at home 2-1. Ben Yedder scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Jose did a bit of a Jose. I remember Pogba coming on later on. He changed the team around. After the game, in his press conference, he more or less said, "We weren't going to win this anyway.
Yeah.
You need to stop kidding yourselves."
And he said basically, well, if you look at United in recent years,
Yeah.
they don't get to these
Yeah.
stage anyway. You look at Sevilla, they've won 3 Europa Leagues.
I know, it's like,
and I remember thinking,
in that case, then let's just give up, Jose.
Yeah.
Why bother?
we had done fan cams, and I can't remember, like, you know what, yeah, when things are going bad, I never want to be someone else just piling in on a manager, so I always try and balance things up in it.
Do you know what?
And
I was
remember
watching your
on the
thing
way
other
home,
day about Burnley game. You did that. You know, after we lost to Burnley, everyone was going on Ollie, and you weren't. You going on about the Glazers.
yes.
You were. I was really proud of you.
Bro,
for that
if you look at when Van Gaal, when we
Yeah.
first lost against Swansea,
Yeah.
like everyone likes to say, likes to tweet us, "Oh, use don't talk about the Glazers because we don't use a hashtag or whatever." But if you look down the years, if you were to find my posts on Republic and Mancunian years ago, you'd see it. Although I'm sure they're gone. But if you look at like from Van Gaal, from before Van Gaal to
From day,
like
from the
from
day
every
when we
time we've had
started
an
doing this.
opportunity to talk about the Glazers, we have done. Even under Mourinho and that, when we finished second and we didn't buy anybody, went for them.
It's just amazingly frustrating. But no.
By the way, Sunday, the 2nd of May.
This Sunday.
Protest.
For anyone who wants a bit more simple.
Protest.
Yeah.
Stay distanced. Stay safe. Have a mask.
2 p.m.
Don't give the police an excuse. Be safe. It's all United fans. We're all together, sing song and that. Bring your banners. 50 plus 1 is coming. 51 is coming. You heard about that, innit?
Yeah.
New hashtag.
Nice.
What else? Bring energy trophies in the AM.
In the AM.
Well, it's in the PM, but bring them in the AM if you want.
2 p.m. kind of feels like the morning, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
really
we've got
count.
a game, so we've got to be on the watch-along for 4:30.
4:30.
So me and Joe are going to be running around and Jay are going to be running around like
you're-
blue arse flies.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
It's going to be fun.
So you're not.
I might come for half time though. Might
see
just stick
how it
around.
is. Oh, you can
Feel
Got
the
to
vibe.
meet my lady friends down there, so I've got to keep my eye on her.
Because
you know you're saying like,
bricks the mega
yeah,
store
you know what I mean?
windows.
She gets a bit giddy when it's a crowd and that.
Molotov cocktail.
Come on then, you fucking cunt.
Let's all have
We've
them.
heard about
Let's
her
all
at the
have them.
Britney Spears concert,
That's what I
tearing
mean.
it
I'm
up.
like, whoa, what are you doing? Put that brick down. Let's get into these fucking.
Jay holding back his kids and his missus. Get back!
Don't look at that. So yeah, but I will be here for the half time.
Good.
For half time. Thanks.
Cheers, lad.
No, you've got you
thanks.
two
No,
and
no,
Stephen
thanks.
Howson for the watch
Yeah, that's
along.
true, because you're doing the interviews at
Yes.
the game, aren't you?
I'm really not.
But yeah, 2 p.m. on Sunday at Old Trafford.
Joe will be having the mic and doing interviews.
Come and say hello to him.
Kick off.
By the statue.
Kick off in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Score prediction.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go. I said 3-1 over there, so I'll stick with that.
3-1.
Yeah.
Adam.
7-1. Why not? Nah, I'm gonna go 2-0.
Cheeky. De Gea looking
See,
bored.
why is that? In what world is David De Gea a Europa? This, I feel like we're being very mean here.
Why is Cavani come like Nelly? Yeah, I was
Looks like
thinking
Nelly.
that
Did
with
you
his
see
little
that?
plaster.
Cavani's got a plaster on his cheek.
Man.
Hey, man's from St. Louis.
That's nice.
Should
go
we
on
all
then.
get one?
What's your let's get one.
Let's get
What's your
one.
problem with De Gea?
This is
A disgrace.
Bro, someone shouldn't be earning 375 bags a week playing in Europa League.
I don't think
That's just all sorts of wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah, it is.
you say that, but he's probably he's got the only chance of winning a medal, a trophy.
He
as a
had one of
goalkeeper.
them at Atletico Madrid.
This-
he didn't join
this
United for a fucking Euro.
No, but what I
UEFA
mean
Cup
is,
medal.
he's the one who's going to win the trophy. Dean Anderson sat on the bench.
Yeah, this is his swan song.
So
innit?
what would you prefer?
This is his swan song, you know. You know, this in July, it's 10 years, so I reckon he has his testimonial this summer and fucks off.
Do you know where the term
And
swan
I'm
song
gonna
comes
cry.
No, go on.
Thong song.
from? Swan song.
Cisco.
No, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong,
Swan
anyone at
song,
home.
swan
I think
song,
they used to, and I don't know if it's
I
true.
love that, mate.
I don't know if it's true, but it's like a sort of a folklore legend thing, but maybe it's true as well. That swans, when they know they're dying,
Yeah.
and they make loads of noise and they sort of sing a song, as in like the last thing they do before they die. So a swan
really?
song is like your final,
So
your
hold
last
on.
hurrah type thing.
The question we had for Joe was, what song would you sing? But before you answer that, you started by saying,
Probably some reggae
do you know
shit.
why it's called a swan song?
What?
And I think it's because of this.
Yeah.
So don't tell me stuff and think it's right.
Okay.
Because if I run around telling everyone, like you know I do when I hear stuff,
Yeah.
then
Some of the announcements you've made, son. Seriously.
Donald Trump and friends.
Yeah. But no, it's true because my mate told me. Fucking hell, Macca. Stop smoking.
trust me, you'll be surprised who Donald Trump's working with.
Yeah. Surprised, I was scared. Scared for
wasn't
your
surprised.
mental health.
So yeah, apparently,
definitely
why are you pointing at me?
not Joe.
So that's why you get
like, I don't
that's where you
notice
get
doing it.
the word swan, the term swan song from.
Yeah, it's like
do you
your
know?
last thing
Do you
before
know
you die.
Columbo?
No.
Have you seen the show Columbo?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
The Columbo episode that features Johnny Cash is called Swan Song.
Is it?
Yeah. There you go.
He knows.
Interesting.
You know.
Do you know when the
you know if you want to know an extra in a film from 1969, he knows.
Just
who
so
was
you
in
know,
it.
that's
He
one of-
knows.
that's probably the
Trust
best
me.
ever
He would be
Columbo
one
episode.
of like if I had a question on who wants to be a millionaire and Chris Tarrant
Phone a
sitting
friend.
there.
You phoning me or Joe?
I'm phoning you. Chris Tarrant sitting there. Like he's put so much stuff in his body, yeah, and he
True.
still remembers that stuff.
It's amazing that.
How is that?
what? Yeah, but all right then.
We're on the way, by the way.
Well, yeah.
The game's
it's
kicked
0-0,
off.
don't
Are
worry.
there any topics that could come up on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire where you'd ring me over him?
There must be because he's quite learned, isn't he? He is.
Thank you.
Like,
Come on. Mining in the Midlands.
Yeah,
Works.
I
out.
think. I think.
Like,
you know, I think
little
literature-
illnesses because you got a lot of them,
literature
innit?
you're quite
You know, little illnesses and stuff.
Fuck you.
Now we're getting a bit.
I ain't
deep.
got any. I actually.
Wow.
I actually haven't got any little
That's
illnesses.
a concern. I did not see that one coming.
James says, get Jay signed up to the Chase quick time. You'd be good on the Chase, Jay.
I love playing the Chase at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hours fly by in our house.
Oh, that's every game show you. Oh, it's so much easier.
When
when you
Paul was
sat
on it the
at
other
home.
week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
Rantcast
out
Paul was
Paul
on it.
Rantcast.
Top man.
Did he win much?
Didn't win it though.
He didn't bring home the bacon.
Nah, mate.
How's the bacon?
He gave me a heads up as well. He went, I can't say what happens, but let's put it this way: I haven't been shopping. It's like, oh.
So that's what he's doing now. He don't come on here.
Well, he's like it. I think he don't come on because he does like, isn't he a social worker or something? He does something where it's probably not a good look for him to be on here.
Yeah,
not that he never did.
He does serious
He's
work.
very positive, wasn't he, Paul?
Yeah.
Or he is, isn't he? He's
He
never
used to
like,
film.
Yeah,
really
like he was like
good vibe.
You know,
and you know when I think something, and I think, have I gone too far here, or am I being too nice?
Yeah.
I bounce it off him to see if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah,
Because I feel like he's a good,
Yeah, he's a good sort of guy.
Moral barometer.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of chats here. One's from Crimson Kate said, just Googled Swan Song. Joe's right, it's an ancient belief. Thank you.
An ancient belief.
Yeah, that's why I said it's
There's a lot of ancient beliefs that aren't true.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's true. It matters whether it became part of common parlance, and it did.
That was like, used to, was it, what was it?
Go on.
There was a show where they used to tell you things like that.
Catchphrase?
It was the whole point of the show was to give you the information on.
Would I lie to you?
Oh,
Wow.
look at that.
That's-
Who's that?
Is that Lee Mack in that, isn't it?
Someone
love Lee
pulled
Mack.
the hamstring already. I can't see his name,
Vertoot.
but Monge too. Oh no,
Monge. Right down, boy.
I saw TOUT and I thought it might be
Well,
Monge too.
Laboratoire Garnier.
Yeah, I literally just said it. I think it's Vertu.
Vertu done his
He played for
hamstring there.
Marseille and he played
Yeah,
for
first minute.
Newcastle and Villa.
That is a
right?
shame for him,
That
isn't
is-
it?
Am I correct?
I don't know.
It's not a shame, is it, though, really? Who cares?
Did a minute ago when I said something that I wasn't 100% sure on, and then you've just done the same thing. Villa and Borough, am I correct? Well, do you know or not?
Well,
'Cause apparently
he
we
definitely
have
played. Vertu definitely played for
Fucking
Villa.
hate Edin Dzeko, man.
Oh, mate, he's always due a goal, isn't he?
Yeah.
He scored a few in the 6-1, didn't he?
Yeah, in the last 3 minutes. Then he scored 2 in the last 2 minutes.
I've never watched it back.
I mean, not.
No, I understand.
I've seen
He played for
the
Aston Villa.
Balotelli goal in like highlight things and like Sky Sports build-up. I've never watched that game back.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that game. That Fingy's goal was good as well, Fletcher's, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
really
thought we were
good.
back in it when he scored.
Was it 3-1?
I did.
What was that? 3-1,
I
wasn't
did. I
it?
genuinely thought we'll
I just
we'll
saw-
win this.
The other day I saw the
Yeah.
you know
And then we
the
just-
Ronaldo hat trick at Old Trafford.
The Newcastle one.
No, Ronaldo hat trick.
Oh,
at Old
R9.
Trafford.
Yeah, sorry. I thought it Cristiano. I thought it
Newcastle.
Cristiano. Sorry.
And he has a shot under the wall. He defo didn't mean it, and
Yeah.
he went.
I
Like
remember
he meant
when
it.
I was there with my mate, and when he stepped up to take that, his free kick record was terrible. And I went, when the fuck are we going to stop letting him take free kicks? And he scored. And then he just kept scoring them from then on. That was definitely the watershed moment for him.
But yeah, what
R9.
Yeah, R9. I remember watching that game because I watched the highlights back the other day and thinking, because it was the anniversary or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, well,
and I remember watching it thinking, when Beckham scored,
nice.
I thought, we're still in this.
Yeah.
And when I was watching that back, we still need like 2-3 goals, bro. Like,
Bruno?
there was no time left. And I remember sitting there like, we're still, this is still on, lads. We can still win. Hambo!
No.
I love Sir Alex Ferguson, obviously, as we all do. But he completely lost the fucking plot playing Juan Sebastian Veron on the right wing and dropping Beckham.
Yeah, but there was beef for Guan in it.
I know, but still.
Remember after
Put
that
it to
game,
one side, mate.
I got home from that game and
Do you know what I mean? Come on.
I had the highlights recorded. And when I got back from the game, I watched it. And the part that I was running, obviously it was like 2 in the morning. I got school in a couple of hours and I'm thinking, I need to watch these highlights. And then I see the bit where Gary Neville spoke to Beckham. Yeah. And Beckham's like that. And he goes, I think there's been talks or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it like,
You're the same age. You can tell 'cause you're the same age as my bro, right? And he was like that when Beckham left.
I had curtains.
I honestly, at one point, I thought he was going to stop
All at once.
Stop going
All
to
at
United
once.
anymore. Like I thought that's
Yeah, I didn't know
he's going to just give up on.
when you're a
football.
kid, you don't know if you love that person or
Yeah.
you love, like,
It
what
was
do I
like
love?
the anger
Which one
was
is it?
fucking
Is it football or
tangible.
is it him?
Like, do you know the pictures of him joining Madrid with all the gold confetti and his hair
Yeah,
tied
yeah.
up back? That picture breaks my heart, bro.
Um,
You know when Fergie was on the pitch against Swansea?
Why?
Beckham should have been
What was
there.
this thing as well? With, like your mate and Rio did the tweet for the Hall of Fame. There was no Beckham on that.
Bro,
thing.
I was going to fight everyone.
What? How is that a
Real.
thing?
Real.
Come on.
how many has
Real.
he won? 5?
I'm going to stop letting you
think so,
use
yeah.
Steve from now on.
Was
How about that?
am Steve's Beckham's biggest fan or one of
For
them?
these,
And he
you know what?
wasn't that- how
I
is that
started talking
happening?
about Carrick in the comments because I hadn't even seen Beckham
No,
was
it
missing.
was only when you saw it, that you tweeted. I was like, what?
It's a
Come on,
disgrace.
Gareth Barry on the same level as CR7.
Gareth Barry. Gary, Barry,
what have you been drinking? Yeah, what have you been drinking now when you made this list?
and
Yeah.
James Milner.
It's like, oh, who? It's like saying who?
Matt Letizia.
Yeah. Do you know
like
what?
got
Gareth
leverage.
Barry, right? It's like who was? Oh, it's like if the Hall of Fame was, oh, who was the life of the party? You're like, well, Gareth Barry was the roommate of the person.
Oh, my finger's stuck in that, bro.
He's caught his hand.
What are you doing, man?
Adam caught his skin on the headphones.
That looked painful. That.
Yeah.
Oh,
You all right?
son of a bitch.
It says I've taken them off, doesn't it?
Yeah, but fucking.
What are you squealing at? Jesus. Right, we've got a super chat. Let me read this. Juan Martinez. J. Motty, I used the promo code Devils20 to save 20% off my Manscaped order last week. Thank you very much. It's good stuff, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure Juan will let us know. Any info on the pre-order for the green and gold Paddock FC kits? No. If you want any info on that, apparently, hopefully, maybe
We might
later
have the
this
same
week.
name, but we're not the same.
Later this week. Also, if you want info on that, message Steve on Twitter because he's the one in charge of all that stuff. Someone said,
If you want to buy Stretford Paddock merch, Stretford
Yeah,
Paddock, that big
got my
cards.
merch on our channel. Like, help this channel out. Feel free to.
Villarreal 1, Arsenal 0.
That's nice. That is nice. Dragon 100 says carbonara is from Rome. Do you like carbonara?
I love carbonara.
Carbonara creamy. Well, it's parmesan, egg yolk, bacon.
Yeah, when you say egg yolk, see, I'm lost because
Okay.
I know what an
So
egg yolk
it
looks
hasn't
like when
got
it's raw, but
when it's cooked. All right, it's like the white one. White pasta with bacon in
what
it.
was it you said earlier? Upstairs?
What? Which, I don't know.
Do you know what I
Quite a
said?
few things I work
What did
here.
you say? What about what?
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
even know.
carbonara is a banging.
Carbonara is banging. I think they don't use tomatoes that much in Roman cooking
'Cause I've
compared
booked,
to other places in Italy, I don't think.
I got a lunch tomorrow.
Have you? What does
and-
that even mean?
What?
I've got a lunch.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I just read that my invoice from my mechanic.
Oh dear.
Oh my god!
What do you mean? Yeah, no. Let's clarify what you meant.
Looking
by
at a gibbers.
You've got a lunch.
Yeah, this Italian place tomorrow.
Oh,
So
right.
I've got pasta on. I'm looking at the menu earlier, lining up the pasta.
Nice.
Well, you ain't having pasta if Roma win tonight, are you?
I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
You'll have a
not if you're a
Manchester
United
pie.
fan.
Why not, bruv?
You'll have hot pot.
Yeah, you'll have hot pot.
Bet is hot pot.
Yeah.
And you'll tell him.
And a pint of Boddingtons.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Paula Bill.
Oh!
Oh, that's a goal!
Yes! Get in! What a goal!
The celebration
as well.
Fantastic
That was
goal.
absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant goal, that Man
Why
United.
are we clapping like this?
I don't know.
Pogba to Cavani to Bruno Fernandes.
Hello.
And then the celebration running to the camera like that.
And over to the royal box.
Yeah. I tell you what, spiffing
Poor
goal.
Bloody
Pogba.
good show up, chaps.
Poor
Well done.
Pogba.
Look at this.
Look at this. Oh,
Pogba
bye.
with a turn.
Bye.
Skills.
Bye, you
Quick
pussies.
feet. Oh.
Bye, you bitch.
Great ball as well
Oh,
from Cavani.
mate.
And the finish. Yes.
What did I say? Bruno don't score in big games. Big game, these nuts.
Nice.
Little dink, is
That's
it?
a brilliant finish.
Little dink. Oh.
Lovely. What he does as well, he could have hit it with his left foot earlier, but he sort of takes an extra step, uses his right foot, lets the goalie lay down, and then just whoopsies over the side of it.
We were saying before the game as well, he's not scored that many of late. I think he
No.
was it sort of one from open play in 12 games or something?
Yeah.
So great to see him on the score sheet from open play if anyone cares.
We've
Not
been
that we
banged
do.
Very
for
un-Bruno-like.
£909, lads.
You've been what?
That's what we've got.
All right.
That's what the damage was.
Wow, what's up with you?
For my car, man.
Yeah, I know, but what happened to
I
it?
changed the cam belt today. Let's have a service.
The cam
Oh,
belt is the
so-
belt that you hit Cam with when he does something wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
It
the
was
bench
get-
belt.
It was getting worn.
That's like, you fucking Sally.
Harry Johnson with a slightly provocative
Go on.
super chat here. Which ex-United player do you hate the most?
Ex-United player that I
Tevez
hate
for
the
me.
most. We're quite a good club where everyone that comes back, that was a great flip by Rashford. Everyone that comes back gets a good reception. The one that didn't was Carlos Tevez for
Yeah.
obvious reasons. The RIP Fergie thing didn't help as well. But then, in a way, you have to regard him as a legend. don't you?
I dislike Michael more than Tevez.
How?
I just
He
do.
can't
That's
really.
insane. that.
Yeah.
See, I don't like Paul Ince.
I mean, I still have that.
But I
thing of
think
when
it's
I was
because
15,
when I was a
like,
kid, I loved him, though.
So, but I still tap into that a little bit, and I feel a bit sorry for him because he's obviously completely lost the plot. I don't know. I don't hate Schmeichel the most though. There's other players that I dislike more than.
A few Michael Owen, Di Maria.
That's a great shout.
One shout for.
I don't
Someone
hate
just says,
Michael, he has
"I
got
hate."
personality.
That's a good point.
Someone just says, "I hate Roy Carroll."
Oh, love that. I love the randomness.
There's something in that, isn't there? Like,
yeah,
he's met him and he gave him a slap, or he spilt a drink on him. Didn't give him a picture that he wanted. He's a Spurs fan. There's something in that. Oh my God,
that was
Heinze,
absolutely
another
terrible.
one.
Heinze.
Yeah.
Again, though, like he was so good for a little while.
And Fergie done him over, innit?
Yeah, and it was only the fact like it was a sackable offence wanting to go to the Scousers, but still he didn't.
And
actually
who
do
cares?
it.
We had Evra.
Yeah.
By the way, we're giving this away today. I don't know how.
Trying to think, actually, it's a really good question. That.
These are going to be. I got loads of these, and they're going up.
Don't give them all away, though. I need one of them.
In every area code. So if you want it,
we're giving it away. Obviously. Jesus. Obviously, you can't hear Adam speaking to his mic, but we're giving away one of these to
whoever
someone.
wants this, how should we give it away?
Best chat, best comment,
best comment,
best comment,
best comment,
best comment or super chat. Whoever it is, you're going to get one of these sent to you. Hope poster, Marcus Rashford.
No, just best.
Any.
Yeah,
we don't want to exclude anything.
I don't want to say we're giving it away, but you've got to spend money to.
No.
to
you have to like the video. We've got no way of checking that out.
Yeah.
Like it.
But yeah, best comment or super chat.
Or just
we'll give it
best
away.
person.
Oh, taxi son.
Who was that?
Mate.
I'm more shit. That's penalty.
I think that's a VAR.
I think that's going to be a penalty.
Penalty.
Yeah,
This
the linesman's
is
give it.
what you get for you two laughing at him for fucking swinging and a missing at that. That's what you get.
It was funny though, isn't it? But the ball might have gone out before it hit his hand.
But you can still be one of those posters.
The ball might have gone out first, you know. I think the ball went out
So
first.
the refs are checking.
Oh, that's what they're looking at.
They can VAR it, can't they? I mean, he also did.
Is there VAR?
Yeah.
In the Europa League?
Pretty sure, is there not?
But most stadiums they go to can't have VAR. It's a broke boys league.
I'm pretty sure there is VAR.
He's going to go have a look. It's penalty.
It's a penalty.
Oh, yeah, of course. Fuck off, Smalling.
What's going on here? Can we see a replay?
But it's come off his body, surely, doesn't it? If it comes off you and hits your hand.
Yeah.
See,
Comes
so
off
it
his foot.
It comes off him and hits his hand, so surely that's not a penalty then, right? Because that's the rule.
Yeah, but that wasn't the rule when City got a penalty against Dortmund, was it?
No, but it should have been.
I know, but I mean, it's not. Even if that is the rule, it's not adhered to, is it?
See, they're checking it.
VAR are checking it, so.
You don't want to concede a goal early either.
I mean, I can see why they'd give it.
Yeah,
Do
it's,
you know what I mean?
his
arm's
was
up there. He
checks
slides
over,
in.
it's big,
But mate,
yeah.
he's sliding on the fucking.
He is,
net.
but his
What's he
arm's
gonna
up in
do?
the air, isn't he?
Right.
He can have his.
It was a penalty. I think.
Yeah, I can understand why.
I'm not just saying that because
I think in the if this was 15
I think
years
he's
ago,
sliding there like that. Your arm's gonna be like that.
I know, but if your arm's like that and it hits it, they get given, don't they? I theoretically, I wish.
When
that
you
wasn't,
slide like that,
but
if
it
your
is.
hand's on the floor and it hits your hand, it never gets given.
No.
But as soon as you're doing that,
Yeah. Right. here we
Fucking
go.
joke.
Go on, De Gea.
No
Oh, I thought
chance.
he
He never
saved it.
saves him, does he?
nah,
He's
never.
terrible at saving penalties. 1-1. See, this is I mean, I say wake up call. It's the first time they've had the fucking ball in our box, and they get a goal from it. We've just got to go again and not let that get to us, because all of a sudden we've gone from being in a great position to being Roma sort of ahead, essentially, as far as the away goals go.
Nah, we'll score away from home.
Well, yeah, but you don't know that. They have scored away from home.
It wasn't far off. It doesn't make himself big enough though, man. Or he doesn't move.
He
quick
never
enough.
saves penalties. It's
He just
weird.
it's,
Like
it's
his
really
feet,
weird.
His feet don't move across the line.
No, he
so
just
it's
falls
it's
over.
just stretch rather than. But who am I to tell De Gea how to keep?
No, of
goal?
course. Harry Johnson says Mark Bosnich is my least favourite. Interesting.
That's not.
That
bad
is a
shout.
handball, but I'm still curious about that coming off one part of your body thing.
I'm trying to think.
Such a good start as well.
I don't really hate any ex-United players that spring to mind. Even Tevez, I don't hate him.
Michael.
I don't hate him. It's not a really.
I don't hate. I don't really hate
like
many
him.
people, let alone United players.
Like, I still have that little thing in me.
What about you,
that's
Adam?
like-
You've got some hate in you.
Come on,
You must hate
help
a
me out,
couple.
Macca. Who have you got? I might
just told you it's
copy you.
like
Tevez.
bit Tevez, but then look what he did in 08.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? If you play for Man United, there is some level of love and
Yeah.
respect there.
It's like even Ince.
No
I loved
matter who
him
it
in-
is.
I loved him.
Like even like
That
you know.
90, that 94 season.
Yeah.
Like that '94 team is my favourite team. I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Like proper men,
everything.
like, just,
so entertaining.
I think it's because I was a kid as well, so it was like, wow, look at
and those
like,
games, mate. It was like 3-2 and fucking 4-2 and shit like that every game.
Is it weird that, well, not weird, but Paul Pogba's given away 2 penalties this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, Arsenal and that.
Yeah.
It's not weird for a midfielder. I don't think that's.
But we don't give
weird.
away hardly any penalties. I know it's not low. If it was 5 or 6, you'd be like, oh, something's going on here. It's just interesting.
2
isn't
can
it?
be coincidental.
Yeah, I think it probably is. Especially that second one. The first one felt a bit clumsy, the Arsenal one.
I'd like to hear what they're saying.
He's
in the
a bit-
comms, because I'm sure if it comes off the player, it can't be.
He's a
penalty.
bit as well, Pogba. Like he's obviously ridiculously talented, but sometimes he looks a bit gangly when
Fellaini
he plays.
like in the box.
Bit leggy, innit?
Yeah. So do you remember the red card against Arsenal?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
just
Where he
that's
sort
the
of
way.
steps
He,
across.
the way he plays sort of gets him that red
Did
card.
he
when-
get sent off against PSG? Or was it?
No, it's
Bailey?
Fred.
Nah,
Fred.
Pogba got sent off against PSG. Oh, back in the day.
He did get sent off.
Yeah,
against PSG.
in the home leg.
Oh, yeah,
Because
forgot
he
about
didn't
that.
play in Paris, did he?
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Fred the other week.
No, sorry, I'm getting my wires crossed. Yeah, in the 2019 one.
Like he's had an amazing start and a shit start,
Yeah.
all at the same damn time. Oh, my fingers
Just needs
still
to
hurt.
fucking stick it to him, mate.
Yeah. I mean, they've not really created a chance yet, and we have.
Small
genuinely
as well, a
not
little
concerned
turncoat
by
applauding the
confidence for
penalty.
that.
1 goal.
He's on the list.
Well, he plays for Roma.
I don't care. You're not allowed.
Even if you've been told
Yeah.
you're not allowed to want to win.
Yeah, you're not allowed, man.
I'm sure once he retires, he'll be a United fan.
Yeah, good lad.
Do you remember De Rossi's goal in that 7-1 was mint,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
brilliant, yeah. Like, hooked it over his shoulder with a
Yeah.
volley. Brilliant goal.
I love De Rossi. He was class.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous now. I didn't want to have to be nervous for this.
See, I want to be nervous for Europa League games and I can't be.
I can. I really want to win it.
I wonder if players are like that. I wonder
Probably.
if that's why, like, not all players, because not all players have, like, they're not like fans where they've seen it for so long, but, like where, if you're, say, Ronaldo, if you play in the Europa League, if you just wouldn't be up for it. Like, just...
Yeah. I think it definitely works the other way.
What am I doing
Like,
here?
I think Sevilla, the reason they're so good in the Europa League, or one of the reasons,
They want
is
to be
because they know they're not good enough to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have memories or thought. They don't think, oh, do you remember in 2004 when we won the when's the last time Sevilla won the Champions League? Have they ever won it? Or the
I don't
European
think
Cup?
they've ever won it.
So, like, for them, it's like, we are, at best, the best Europa League team. And we can win that. And we
But
can
also,
go
did
after
you
it.
see the
Teams
way-
like
Scott!
United have ideas above the Europa League, don't they?
Did you see the way the Roma fans
Well done.
saw their team off, though, for this, which is weird?
Yeah.
Well, not weird, it's great, but I mean...
No, I didn't see it. What happened?
It
Go
was
on,
like
Edison.
proper like
Get back on.
airport.
Yeah, he did
everybody
well
at the
there 'cause he
airport.
was offside,
Really?
wasn't
Kind of club out.
Oh,
He's never going to get there, is he?
Do you know
No
what I used to
foul
love?
there.
What the best thing ever is? Do you know when you come back, when the players come back on the plane with the trophy and get off the plane and
Yeah.
everyone's
With
waiting
the
for them at the
trophy.
airport? Oh,
The one of Fergie and
Yeah.
is it Giggs coming off?
Oh,
the-
in
fuck
'99.
off.
Oh wait,
Oh, I think it was
the
the
one,
99 one.
the one coming off there. 99 one where they went to, was it to Old Trafford?
Yeah, down Chester Road.
Yeah. Because we were at
I
the
was on the-
parade,
I
but
was
we
on
weren't
the-
in Old Trafford. Were you in Old Trafford? Or
Nah, I was on Chester Road on the road sign.
Yeah.
That's when David May looked at me like I'm shit. Not that I've held on to it for the last 20 odd years.
Jamie Burton,
City fan. Anyway.
you know him?
Yeah, I know Jamie.
He said, handball correct. If your arm's like that, the deflection is irrelevant. Jay knows
right.
I am a ref.
Yes,
So
he is.
apparently-
He
I don't
knows.
trust refs.
Nah, he's all right, Jamie. Good lad.
Refs are like
He's a
cops,
friend
aren't
of- He's
they?
a friend of the channel. He's a good lad.
So thank
All
you.
refs are bastards. You say
Yeah.
that, Joe.
Thank you for clearing
Jamie's
that
the
up.
exception. He's a good guy. So
He's a good
fair
guy.
enough.
I never know how to pronounce your name, so I'm going to go.
Let me see.
Go on.
Deaglan.
It's going to be one of them where you don't
Or
pronounce the
Daeglan.
D though, innit? The G, sorry. Deaglan or Daeglan or Dalen or Dylan or Dylan.
Dylan.
Pollock. I don't like Roy Carroll because he refused to shake the Cliftonville players' hands before a cup final. There you go.
Who did he play for when he refused to do that?
I don't know. That's a booking, that ref. Come on. That's a
ball.
yellow card. Oh, just over hit to Rashford. Rashford, who's looking quite lively on the right hand side.
Oh, that's a
I don't think
ball
that
over.
was overhit, but just
Which one? The one to Rashford?
yeah, Rashford got that.
I think it was slightly overhit. I think if you have to really stretch for it, it's overhit, isn't it? Generally speaking. You couldn't just take it down comfortably. And Shoya.
Who are you?
said, what's been your favourite European away place to go? Do not take into consideration how the actual game went. So just cities and stadiums, I guess.
Bernabeu for me, because when you're driving through Madrid City, you can't even tell there's a football stadium next to you. And then it's like, boom, oh shit, there's the Bernabeu. Like in the city centre, it's amazing. And for the stadium, like the peanuts on the floor, the big fans in the air. Like I sat in the home end as well, which probably gave me a different experience to others because I was surrounded by their fans. But I celebrated Danny Welbeck's goal there. Nearly got killed. So the Bernabeu's up there for me.
If he's not taking into the consideration the result, then Munich was meant the actual city.
For which game?
Yes, actually.
The
Allianz is great as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad. The Allianz got some crazy car park underneath where he just
sick.
lets everyone out at once.
Mate, do you know what as well? It was an eye-opener because that was one of my first European aways sober. All my mates were out of the fucking head. And one of my mates, like, he got there and the game started and the game's over here. And he was looking over there and he was like, and I had to physically get him and turn him and put his head towards the
That's Evra's goal and that was a great one. We drove over for that.
Oh, mate, that's sick.
And then
You
we
know
were
what? When
Manchester
fans are
Place.
back in the stadiums, we need to do like a proper European away drive tour, like vlog it, drive down there. That'd be mint.
Free kick to United. Bruno Fernandes, 25 yards out. Just over. It looked like it got deflection, didn't it? But it
was
did.
the right shape.
Just
It was
blasted
just
it over.
fucking way too
Mark Hatton says the 7-1 is still on, lads.
In the 7-1, what was it?
6-1.
No, the 7-1 against Roma.
No, I think he scored to make it 6-1 or 5-1. Is that what you're going to ask?
No, I was going to ask how the score went. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Daniel De Rossi scored when it was 5-0.
Right.
So it went 5-1 or was
right,
it 6-1?
I think it was 5-0. Deaglan again. Linfield, it was to do with the national anthem in the north of Ireland. Can look it up. Or Northern Ireland, depending on... I think that's officially what it's called, isn't it? I don't really want to get into that. But it was to do with that as to why Roy Carroll didn't shake hands with someone.
You've got an issue with that. I understand that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so it actually went 6-0.
Was it?
And then 6-1.
Fucking hell, I thought it was 5.
I used to always think,
go
why
on.
don't Carrick shoot more? Oh, shit. If you look at this year, and we never made much of assist stats back then, innit?
No.
And I know I'm not allowed to speak about this guy right now, but I'm going to
do it anyway. Let's not.
Ryan Giggs assisted the second goal, the third goal, the fourth goal, the fifth goal, and then went off the pitch.
4 assists.
So he got 4 out of the 7 assists, 4 out
Bruno.
of 6 while he was on the pitch.
Hooked it wide. I didn't
Assist
realise
machine, bro.
that. Ned Muckerman, on the topic of former players, what kind of reception would Chris Smalling be getting tonight? I think
He'd be getting all right.
He'd
Yeah.
get one
Chris.
like this when his name's right.
Chris
Number
Smalling.
12, Chris Smalling.
Go on, how would you do it?
Yay.
I'd be a bit more.
And you go like, oh, Chris Smalling.
And then I'd go to my brother next to him. Remember how shit he was?
No, he wasn't.
Thank God he's left.
He wasn't shit.
He was, mate.
He wasn't, no.
Mate, he had to think about every pass.
What about
his
Mkhitaryan?
body looked
What
like
about
he was going to
Mkhitaryan?
break. I prefer Mkhitaryan and Smalling. That's not saying Smalling didn't have good times for us. And Mkhitaryan at the end was a right little bitch, but you know, he was good. Remember the Scorpion goal? That's up there with the best goals I've ever seen.
That was a
Do you know what I
great
mean?
goal.
He scored in Stockholm as well.
Exactly.
Scored in the
That's
final,
what I
yeah.
mean.
Remember Herrera went to him. Oh, fuck off, Bruno. You got to do better there, bro.
You know what he's shouting at him for?
That was a lazy pass. Played one for Saka.
Hey, it's better. Pogba. Hits it. Oh, just pushed wide, and Wan-Bissaka bounces it off their
That was a
left
good
back there.
shot by Paul.
Yeah, it was. Oh, nice turn. Wan-Bissaka was good against Leeds, wasn't he? One of the few
Probably-
players that
probably-
was.
probably-
No, don't kick it out. Don't kick it out. Don't kick it out. Fuck
The
off.
ref stopped it. Shoulder injury, piss off.
I'm never kicking that out.
Kicking at him.
Save this, you cunt.
So the goalie's dived to his left and he's probably just dislocated his little bastard, hasn't he? Don't know what he's done.
That's one reason why I still have a little bit of a not a soft spot, but I don't fully hate Tevez as well. In Moscow when he wouldn't give him the ball.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because he started to kick off, didn't he? But they done it to us. Yeah, they done it to us.
And
they kicked it out, and then he was like, "No, you're not having it back. Fuck off."
Shall I tell you something that never gets spoken about? That definitely happened.
John Terry spitting on Tevez. Yeah, 100%. Because he goes like that, doesn't he?
Yeah, it goes in the back
And
of
then
his
Tevez goes like that.
Yeah. 100%, bro.
And thank God the referee never saw it.
Well, I would have give Tevez a red card.
No, because someone else would have taken the penalty.
Yeah, because Terry would have got sent off, and then he wouldn't have moved himself to the pecking order.
But
to
still,
be Mr. Chelsea.
how it doesn't, like, you know.
Yeah, it's like no one ever bothers with that.
He's all in the Hall of Fame this week. While Anton Ferdinand's doing interviews about what happened, and everyone's ignoring it.
People forget that Drogba was sent off in that game as well. Like,
slapping Vidic.
I know not everyone forgets it, but that's never brought up in that game, is it? You never think about. When was it? Like the 118th minute.
And you know what?
So
Drogba was so crucial for them because in 07 in the FA Cup final scored the winner in extra time.
And he would have took the penalty and scored it.
Yeah.
Because his penalty record was great.
Especially.
How do you know though
his
that
record of
Terry
scoring in
wouldn't
final.
have still shuffled it about anyway?
That's the point.
We couldn't have done if he'd been sent off.
That's the point. The cameras like, I don't want to talk about that.
goalie for Roma has gone off.
Disconnected his shoulder.
Or he's given it the old, oh no, I'm hurt, but don't
Discombobulated.
sub me. Isn't it? Oh, you
fuck off,
dickhead.
you scumbag.
You dickhead. He was walking off like this. Oh, God, like an old woman's fallen over in Tesco's. And then he sees the sub woman up on the bench, about to do this. He goes, you know, this shoulder. Oh, this fine. Don't worry about this shoulder. Yeah, don't sub me off.
This is why I hate as well when there's no crowd.
He's off.
Hopefully the next one's like a worldie.
I don't understand.
Prime Van der Sar coming at him.
Oh, it hurts now. No, I've got to go
now
off.
it's
It hurts.
hurting. His one arm does look longer than the other though, doesn't it?
2 subs already for them. That could play into it
How many
last
did you
20
get in
minutes.
Europa? 6?
No, I think it's on.
It's roll on, roll off in
Europa.
Because he's back on the Peaky Blinders.
I know, it was like an right nana.
The Roma manager looks like what Hollywood thinks sort of like London gangsters look like.
Yeah, it's like Vinnie Jones when he's
Yeah.
like
Let's
any film.
Hollywood doing a Cockney.
Yeah.
Like, Oi, when
Oi.
you gonna go down
And
the
then
marketplace? There's got some fucking accent like that.
What, played by Frodo?
Yeah. What? No. What's
Yeah.
It's so hard.
That the other geezer in that is worse. What's his that Charlie Hunnam? That's awful, mate.
him.
The one with blonde hair.
Come on, Dan.
Mate,
Are you gonna knocking out, mate? Like that shit. Come on. The new goalie
We are
that's
doing
just
some
come on is
weird
37 years old and basically never plays for him. It's basically Lee Grant coming on for Roma there. Iron John says this keeper is. I don't even know if that's offensive or.
let me read it.
Is that? I've never seen that before. Is that a word? Is that?
This keeper is a Wazio. Should have launched top bins whilst he was munching on the turf.
I might know.
I don't know what any of that
I
means.
might know. It sounds like one of my fellas.
Yeah, good.
I don't think it is.
That's your department.
Oh yeah, Wasio.
Oh, sorry, Wasio.
I used to call them Fasios.
What Fasios?
I've never seen it with a W, but we can take it there.
Vasios.
Usio works
I know,
also.
yeah.
Usio is
Yeah,
without the
that's
P.
nice.
You all
Yeah,
know that
Usio.
one, right? It's straightforward.
Yeah, I know that one.
Fassy face is another one.
Fassy face.
Ah!
Fassy face.
Yeah, you fassy face.
See, I know I'm just dickhead, knobhead.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
Bellend.
Yeah.
Usio is my
Swat.
go-to. And like,
Yeah.
You know, the traditional ones.
I call refs and stuff that.
You're a nightmare, you with refs.
Yeah. You at 5-a-side, upsetting.
There's no
Yeah.
refs at 5-a-side. Wish
Yeah, there
was.
is.
Send the bastard into
There
the
is
stand.
refs at 5-a-side.
They're not when I go play because I don't join 5-a-side leagues.
Would you
at
just
goals.
join 11-year-olds on the street? Oh, can I have a game, boys? What? Room for one more? Don't you? That's what you do. Come on, boys, get some cake. I'll buy you all a crunchy afterwards.
I'll let you video call Andy Tate.
Yeah, you got room from the internet. That's what you do. That's why there's no refs, because otherwise there would be refs.
Andy Tate was going to come here tonight and watch this with us. Not on the watch along, but upstairs.
Well, how do you know he's not? Because you're not there.
All right, that's a good.
How is he watching it with
Right,
us?
no
if
need
he's
to be
not
so
on the watch along?
offensive.
No, I'm not being offensive.
How do you know he's not? Because you're not there.
He just pushed him there. Just 2 hands on Rashford and pushed his shoulder. Fucking hell.
Oh, nice.
That's a good ball and all. Get there, Scott. Oh, shit.
You know, Scott.
I mean, someone in the comment, like, there's loads of people just putting, oh, shit, 2-0 Villarreal, apparently.
Oh.
We'll get some
Cheeky.
confirmation
Is that
of that.
at Villarreal?
That's at Villarreal.
Right,
So if
okay.
they keep a clean
Correct.
sheet, that is correct. Arsenal 2-0 down
Confirmed.
against Villarreal.
Well, you can never be sure. VAR will probably take a goal off in a minute.
Nice. Political. I like that. First 30 minutes then. What are your thoughts so far, Jay?
Frustrating because there was a part of me when Bruno scored thought, well, that's that then.
It almost has sort of United Tottenham vibes, doesn't
Are
it?
the refs on the floor? Pussy. What's going on there?
And that was a really just daft penalty. It's not. I don't really blame Paul Pogba. It's just one of those things. It's just annoying. But we do need to get a bit of a grip in this game. We've got really sloppy.
That's both there.
Does it annoy you all at all, Adam, that Maguire still hasn't had his post-lockdown haircut?
Nah, he's one of them fellas, isn't he? He probably has. He probably asked for that.
Do you think?
Can I have it boxed off, please?
Just take the ends off. That's for that. Just take the
I reckon that's
2
what he
mil
asked for. You know how Boris Johnson, before he goes into a press conference, ruffles his hair so dickheads will vote for him.
I think that's what it is.
I think he does that.
Of course he does.
Do you think he
looks like he don't care? You'd be scared of that defender, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Do you know how
if you looked at him and thought, fucking hell, he does not give a shit.
He don't care about his personal
hygiene. He doesn't care about his hair, his teeth, his hygiene. I can't fuck with that.
Raul Albiol, former Real Madrid defender, I think, scores for
Villarreal. Remember when Bruno got a penalty like that against Villa?
Yeah, I do.
I feel a bit sorry for Smalling there because he's like,
no, but Smalling's feet used to do that to us, just fall all over the place. He's gonna have a worldie and score a goal today, and he just shitbag.
I wouldn't be surprised if Smalling scores today.
It would piss me off.
Because he's capable of getting a goal.
Of course he is.
He's not bad in the air.
Can we still scrap this deal that he's on at Roma? I'm sure they paid it in instalments. They
we
paid
call
it
him
like he was from Brighton.
half time. yeah. Knock on the door. Still always
they have to put a quid in Chris Smalling every time he plays.
Good cross that.
Freddie, don't shoot. Oh my God.
Freddie, steady go.
Yeah, that was a great
So
touch.
what he did was even worse. Jesus Christ, Fred. Central midfielder, 20 yards out, and we go back to our goalkeeper.
Kept the ball
Let
though,
that
didn't we?
sink in. 20 yards out he was. His first touch was backwards.
His first touch was terrible.
And then it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper.
Oh, I forgot, of course, by
We
the way.
need to, we deserve better than this, man.
Who does?
We do.
As fans.
Society.
Fred, man. Like,
The human race.
I don't end up going backwards
Britain.
from there.
Yeah.
Like,
Deserves better than this. Let's make Britain Fred again. Or whatever.
if Fred's worth 50 mil, Nicky Butt's worth 200, bruv.
Would you take Nicky Butt now?
Yes.
Walks into this team.
Nicky Butt started in the Champions League final.
50-year-old Nicky
I
Butt
reckon
on
Nicky
about.
still do the business. I'd say Beckham now.
There's another player that should still be in the Hall of Fame above loads of others.
Nicky
twats
Butt.
that were in there, yeah?
What about David May?
Nah.
Don't be silly.
You'll somehow jump into a picture, though.
Yeah.
Fucking
hell. I don't believe it.
2-1.
And it would have to be him, wouldn't it? It would have to be that fucking blue twat.
We've been
Jekko.
shit here. And I'll tell you.
How are
Fred's
we losing
shit,
this
bro.
game?
Fred is shit, man. I still don't believe he went backwards from that position. Shit, useless prick. £52 million my ass. That's why we're in the Europa League. That's why we're in the Europa League. Because our midfield shit.
Just carries it. Lindelof don't really go near him. Just lets him go all the way down the line. Blocks the cross initially. Does well there.
And it's like everyone's running in water.
He's well onside.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw played everyone on.
He did. The ball just goes
Just
across.
what we deserve.
Jekko. 1
Didn't
yard
win the
out.
Europa League anyway.
Mkhitaryan with a good ball through.
Great pass.
Yeah, 2 away goals now for Roma, and obviously just fuck
Oh,
up.
he fucking misses
lucky
it as well.
bastard. He passes it backwards onto his own knee.
This is a fucking
I mean,
shambles.
forget the away goals thing. As it stands, we're out. Let alone away goals. So United need to fucking book their ideas up.
It's mad how little I care about this, man.
Piss off.
It is mad how little. I'm sorry.
He did nearly miss Dan Round.
He actually did. It's mad.
Chris Deadfield says 6 semi-finals in a row. Let's calm down a little bit. We're 34 minutes into 180 minutes of football. There's plenty to come yet. Let's not worry just yet.
Just shows, don't it, know? Such a long way to go for this team.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Not saying we're out of the tie or anything, but the fact that Roma tear you apart like that's why it's just fucking come on.
Kill for a bit of Super League right now, wouldn't you? Imagine this was...
So it didn't matter.
Yeah.
we're in
didn't
it,
matter.
we're in it
Fuck it.
next season anyway.
Yeah. This is
But
just...
right there, just sloppy
Yeah.
passing. Marcus was never going to get to that.
He's offside.
And then look at this.
He's well off. He's
Is
well
it?
off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the flag's gone up.
He's about 5 yards offside.
Smashing fucking daft balls into people.
Charlie Clark says, Adam and his mates need to make a rap in the park about the Glazers out instead of getting caned. What do you reckon, Adam?
Hey.
You're going to have to do a new one. The Birmingham
They're
boys.
not from Birmingham, you dicks.
They are. Clemo1 said...
I don't know what this is. What you're on about.
There's a video of some sort of born and raised Birmingham lads in the park in
Definitely
Birmingham.
not from Birmingham. I even got it confirmed.
Right.
By who?
By the streets.
Right.
Oh, right, okay. What, the band? The group?
It's a ball, that!
Oh, I thought, you know when you think that looks like the ball's going into the net?
I couldn't see where it gone.
So yeah, it's these lads in Birmingham in a park doing a rap
They're
about
in Birmingham, they're not from
Tottenham fans from Birmingham.
It's like me making a video now in Manchester and then everyone going, oh, look at that mank.
Right,
it's not the case, is it? It's a brummie.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
So where they're from down
Birmingham.
south?
They're from down south.
We don't know where they're from. All we know is they are in Birmingham when they sing that song.
Right.
You could do whatever maths you want on top of that. Just singing about Harry Kane because they're Tottenham fans.
They're from the University of Birmingham. I did some digging.
No, you didn't.
And now they're not around no more.
Did the streets do that as well? The streets
never forget.
killed them.
No comment.
Okay. Clemo1 says sub Grealish on. Oh wait, we're not in 2022 yet. Do you think we'll ever get Grealish? Probably not. Thomas Dickinson, De Gea ball watching again needs to do better. Anything on 3 Roma subs? Bruno Perez fullback coming on for Spinazzola. 3 subs in 35 minutes for Roma. So, you know, if it's whoever makes the least subs goes through,
there's
United
no
are winning.
justification for being this shit at home, though.
No.
Like, all joking aside and that, and you know how much I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but you shouldn't be getting the teams constantly come to Old Trafford and fucking playing better than us.
No. And they've got the bit between the teeth now as well.
You looked at the team that he sent out today, and I don't think any of us were moaning about it.
No,
going,
it doesn't get much
What's
stronger.
he done there? Or do you know what I mean? It's a strong team.
Yeah.
It's like you can see it there. That is a strong team, and it makes sense as well because you can argue that Mason probably does need a little bit of a breather.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Fred again, though, there.
To take the lead as
Fred
well.
again there, you know. I don't want to sound like I'm just fucking digging him out, but his runner ran
Well, that's
past
a fucking
him.
push.
Yeah, he just pushed him off the pitch.
His runner ran past him.
Roma
like
have
he
had
weren't there.
2
Piece of
shots, by
shit,
the way.
man. I'm fed up with this.
I thought you didn't mind the Europa League.
And I'm fed up of this shit we've got in fucking red shirts, bro. £50 million of the fucking bastard Queen English money, and we got him running about in Nanny's shirt. What the fuck, man?
In Nanny's shirt. Put some
Andy
respect
Cole's
on
original,
Nanny's
innit?
shirt.
Yeah, that's sick.
Rashford.
It's like Beckham wore number 10. A lot of people can't remember that as well.
Was it 10,
14,
24?
10. Oh, 24, that's
Yeah, and then 7.
What was it? Fletcher
What was-
wore 24 as well.
Yeah.
Scholes had 2 numbers as well, didn't he?
22.
22 and then 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suppose you
Scholes
do
was
that
a
a lot.
striker first, and then Keno did his crew shirt.
Goals incoming, lads. Have faith, energy.
I think if you watch the 95, 96 double video, there's a great.
Just
bit in
pick
there
a red
on-
shirt out, man. Just don't make it more complicated than it needs to be.
Everyone's slipping over or falling over
Right,
on their
yeah.
arse every minute.
There's options
Pogba's
there.
done it 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Other players have done it in defence.
It's raining, isn't it?
But it's like they've watered the pitch as well.
Tony McGuigan says that started with Fred having no ball control after the free kick and taking it back to our goalkeeper. Crap
That's what
cover
you were
too.
saying, Maka.
How is Fred still a thing? Yeah, he doesn't have. It's not even like that top end quality because he doesn't. It's just even the low end consistency he doesn't have, does he?
And I don't know, like you saying, you know, it's not just the top end quality, but I don't even know if he has got that much quality top end anyway. He's had 1 or 2 good games where he's been really good, but by and large, it's usually like a 7 out of 10.
Solid.
Yeah, is the best you get from him.
Yeah.
So, you know, now and again he'll throw an 8 in there or whatever.
And when he's not at it,
it's you know,
you basically it feels like 10 men trying to stop Fred from fucking the game
you know,
up.
if you were that way inclined to do stats and all that shit and ratings, and I'm guessing his season rating isn't very high. He's had a lot of bad games.
Yeah, this season especially. I think he was better last year. Than
Yeah,
he is
last
this
year he was all right, especially before lockdown, but this season, fucking hell.
Yeah.
And he's already cost us one. All right, it wasn't just him, but he didn't help matters in the Champions League.
Rajan Dow says, I live next to the University of Birmingham and know the park where that video happened. Those people are not from Brum, probably a bunch of tourists from Dorset. What I like is that the suggestion there is that because he lives next to it, he's basically on the door with a little ticker like everyone who walks in. He knows everyone who comes in and out.
I know which park he's by as well.
Yeah, you can come in, mate. Hey, wait. Where are you from? Dorset. Clear off, fella. Clear off. No trainers in here.
Why are these guys? What is it about these guys?
Oh, they're embarrassing.
Oh, are they right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to be this thing of like they're not from.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We didn't really explain that. Right. They're big
no
dork
one's getting
lads.
shot at half time when we're losing 2-1.
Right. Okay. I'm quite. Right.
Okay. Yeah. You can
yeah. We can show you privately.
Right. No worries.
I would say
How are we losing to this shit Roma team, by the way?
I would say that. Wan-Bissaka's
Fred has a 6.97 rating on average this season.
Fucking hell, man!
That's ridiculous. That is
Rashford booting the
unreal.
ball at fucking Cavani like he's their goalkeeper. Not case, man. Fucking take some fizz off it, bruv. Not everything has to be a shot, man.
See, that's a foul there. Just fucking look at this on Pogba climbing all over him. That's a fucking yellow card. 2 arms round him, spinning him around, stopping him from running.
Pogba did that to
That's
him,
a
though,
booking.
Pogba would have got booked.
Yeah, of course he would. That is a booking. Should have been a booking regardless of who did it. Just it's proper like turn a blind eye refereeing that. So just because it's not on the ball doesn't mean it's not a foul and not a yellow card. I hate it when refs start getting into that shit. Well, no, play on. Well, no, not play on. It's a booking. Roma have had 2 shots, by the way. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. So it's not like they're outplaying us, is it? But, I mean, you're 2-1 down. It don't really matter whether you got outplayed or not.
No.
In terms of, like, optimism for the rest of the game, I think we've got a chance of scoring. But the midfield is struggling to hold the ball, innit? Which is surprising. And look, you see there, Pogba dropping quite central. I think he's trying to get the ball off Fred and McTominay quicker.
This is just so shit, this. This is just fucking dire.
Cadimo, now that we're behind, I'm waiting to see us play our best now. Isn't that how it goes? Tends to be. We sort of have to go a goal down first.
That's been a sort of growing thing this season, and a growing trait this season that we go behind a lot. But more often than not, that's away from home, innit? Our home record is not really one if we keep bouncing back.
No.
You know, we've lost a few silly games at home. You look at Sheffield United, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Spurs, Paris.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been quite a few.
Clemo1 says, all right, Adam, mate. You all right?
Nah.
Fuming.
I thought you didn't care about the Europa League.
Bro, I do care about the shit that we've got fucking masquerading as a midfield in our team that we're still going to have next season.
You've got to buy midfield in this
We're
in the
going to
summer.
sell Pogba. We're
Got
still
to.
going to have fucking Fred running around.
You can't carry on like
Shit's
this.
depressing, bro. Chelsea are going to improve. In fact, they've already improved.
Well, Chelsea improved last summer, didn't they? But they just didn't have the manager to do it.
Now they've got
Well, that's
the
what I mean,
manager.
though. They got the best out of some of those
they didn't
players.
have
Liverpool will
two
improve. City will improve. What are we going to be doing again next year?
Fighting for fourth.
Yeah, scrapping about with fucking Fred.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
While Everton.
Demoralising, bro.
There you go.
Keep the Europa League trophy and just give me a fucking average midfielder.
Offside.
Hate it when they do that. Just wait so long to give it. What do you think Cavani did? Cut himself shaving?
Oh, he's offside as well. I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I'm not getting too worked up yet. It's 44 minutes into this game. There's still the second leg to come. Plenty of time before we need to start panicking, I think. Obviously, it's not a good start, and conceding 2 goals at home, when I was talking about how important a clean sheet is not good at all. But there's still plenty of hope in this one. I wouldn't rule it out yet. Let's see if we can get 2,000 likes as well on the video. There's over 4,000 of you watching. Please like the video. It helps us out. And let's see if we can get 2,000.
Maguire's won
I
the
reckon we
ball
get
there.
2,000 likes.
But that's a foul. But the geezer was absolutely molesting Pogba and no one got nothing.
5 minutes of added time.
Yeah. Well, there's a few injuries,
3
aren't there?
goals and like 4 subs in it.
Yeah.
We should be scoring 3 against this shit team in the second half. Otherwise, sack it all off, man. Don't turn up to Rome.
Do you know how many games we would have played this season if you were in charge?
We'd
of the
lose a
strategy?
semi-final to anybody because they got no mentality. Huh?
The amount of games that you said, cancel this game now, have lost. Don't play the next leg because it's shit. You ruled out...
I said if we don't win in the second half, that's facts. This is one of the worst Roma teams I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I think this is...
I'm not... Yeah, but we haven't lost to him yet.
It just got Chris Smalling in defence, bro.
Yeah, I understand all that, but we're halfway through the first leg of a two-legged tie.
Yeah, and we got
you're like,
Fred
don't
being
even turn up
shit.
in Rome.
I'm fed up of it, man.
Yeah, well, everyone's fed up of it, but we're still, you know, we
I
still beat teams,
know
don't we?
we're not out of this, are we? No, like, do you know what I mean? I know we're not. It's just fucking annoying. And what pisses me off is this constant come to Old Trafford and get a win to anyone.
Yeah,
it's like, don't worry about it. You can't keep using an excuse and no fans.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's still a fucking football pitch that you play on every week.
I said it from the moment when man was getting fucking effort stickers for fucking having a shot that we shouldn't have fucking been having his geezer in a team.
No.
Jimmy Garner's better than him, man.
There you go. There's Fred. Find someone. Rashford. Keep it.
Oh my God. Why are you running away from goal, bro?
Fucking hell.
Just passing it around. We had it on the edge of the 18-yard box. It was back out to was that Bruno on the left? Trying to get
shit movement as well, man. It is. It's just static.
Yeah.
They are just stood there watching him.
The
only run that was made was run he was never going to be able to find a pass for. Give him a fucking option.
Connor Farrell says McFred have spent more time on their hole than on their feet. Donny on at half time and bring on Greenwood, move Pogba back, 2 away goals is more.
Do you know what though? We need to. This fucking annoys me. And I'm not having to dig at the kid for saying that because I get it. But it's like this 11 players aren't good enough. These 11 players aren't good enough. We need to make a change.
Yeah.
They are good enough. They're just not playing well enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, it's always the one who's not playing. Get Donny on. Get Greenwood on. Why we fucking need a 19-year-old to come on and save our season, basically?
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's fucking doomed. Shouldn't be relying on him.
He's not going to get that, is he?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like...
It's not just them, though, as well. Even if you're looking at Lindelof and them, man, the geezer's shit.
It's just like...
It's true, bro. You can laugh all you want, but
I'm
these
not
are
laughing.
facts that we're talking about. Like,
I'm not laughing
Lindelof
at this
is
at all,
shit.
it's
Nah, not
depressing.
you, Joe. Like, Lindelof, like, you think I'm just moaning because we're losing, bro. I've been saying this for ages.
Yeah.
Fred's shit. McTominay's not good enough. Lindelof's not good enough.
I think as well, though.
But the thing is, though, every team that wins stuff has players in it that you could say aren't good enough.
No, I think...
Yeah, when you got a fucking...
I think
genius
I
of a
I
manager.
actually think you could get away, right, with this
every
defence.
team.
With this defence with a better midfield in front of it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be an issue now.
Yeah, that's what I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the only
we
reason
beat Roma. If we had, I know, let's just humour me. I know we haven't, but say we had a fucking Kante or a,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean, a Fernandinho in that team, you wouldn't be having these issues.
No.
But you've got a hole in the middle of the fucking pitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason
A
I laugh at
massive
that is
hole
because
there.
You can have a Lindelof in a team that wins trophies.
Yeah.
It's when you've
But
got 5 or 6 of them that's the problem.
You've just got 6 out of 10 midfielders in front of you.
Yeah.
It's just not good enough, man. And this is why you get found out in the semi-finals of competitions because they're better teams or teams that are up for it.
Yeah.
And you just got people looking around, blaming each other.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell. It's just embarrassing, man. You know, City fucking beating Paris Saint-Germain and we're fucking getting dicks at home but Roma. It fucking hurts.
Yeah.
What's that there?
You just gave the ball to him, the fucking idiot.
What are you doing? Do you know what I mean? It's
Can't
like-
pass wind, bro.
Come on.
Shit.
Oh, Cavani's on. 1-on-1 with the goalie. Oh, straight
Of
out
course he
him.
fucking
Back to-
misses.
Oh, fuck off.
Pass the
man,
fucking
Seriously?
ball.
Don't give him
Jesus.
a contract for that.
Mate. How's he missed 2 there? We got Pogba
Should have just
stood
passed
there.
it straight away.
Stood there in
Yeah.
space.
He waited too long to pass it, and then it's the goalie again, or it's the defender. That's a better pass, though. Well done, Rashford. Get it in.
Wait
It's all right.
too long,
Corner
man.
ball. Shit defended. Well, shit play from Roma there. Just pass the ball straight
Should
to
score
Cavani.
here, Cavani.
Yeah, he should.
Sorry.
No, he's got
He's
to
touching
score.
great, but it falls to his feet there.
Yeah,
And
and
then
the pass
here,
it's Pogba
Pogba's
there.
there.
Just waiting. Yeah, waits too long.
And he doesn't
Bruno
even-
and Pogba as
Doesn't
well.
even get it remotely on target, man. His body's in the way. Oh, fucking hell. Pedantic twat.
I know, I fucking hate that when the ball's a millimetre out of the...
He moved it to the side anyway. He didn't even move it backwards.
It's a good cross that. And who's that? McTominay,
How
I
can you be
think.
under the post and header it over, bruv? Useless cunts in that box, man. Not one of them can head a ball on target. Everyone goes over miles.
What's happened to Smalling?
Shit pricks, man.
Just gets elbowed in the neck, doesn't he? Half time. Callum says Rashford at right wing never works. Why do we keep trying? And Lewis says if Freddie Brazilian, then Andy Tate is Scouse. Yes, full time. Not full time. Fucking thank God. Half time. 2-1 to Roma. Bruno's chatting to the ref. I don't know what he's chatting to the ref about. We've been pretty poor, haven't we?
We have been pretty poor, and it's the same old story. I'm sick of making excuses for poor home performances and semi-final performances. You know, we said before the game, this team is good enough to beat the Roma team. It is. And you've just seen just fucking sloppiness and just, you know, no cohesion as well going forward. We got the goal, and then since then, it's just, again, you got like 4 individuals up top.
Yeah.
There's no like... Cavani then, it's a 5-yard pass to Pogba.
It's weird as well because he made a brilliant pass to Bruno for the goal,
Yeah.
Cavani. First time, round the corner, you know, selfless pass. I suppose he didn't really have a great chance of shooting, but he looked for the run and found it. And yet when it was in that position, Pogba and Bruno both stood waiting for the pullback.
I mean, he has a shot, right, that's saved. You've had your shot. You didn't take it. There's a player there, just squared it to him.
Yeah.
And by the time he gets his second shot off, there's 4 defenders in front of him.
Yeah.
It's just, that's, you know, a player of his experience should know better. And I wouldn't mind, right, even if you do this, which you shouldn't, if you're looking up there, it's not like Fred stood there.
No.
It's Paul Pogba from 8 yards. So I'd fancy him for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Alessio says, talking about Kante and co, I'd take Ji-sung Park. Would you? In terms of consistencies.
Take fucking Ji-sung Park.
We're bringing up these players that used to be squad players for our good teams. Bro, we need to stop pretending we're those teams. Ji-sung Park walks into this team with his hands high behind his back and his cock out. Like, it's that simple. Who doesn't he start over? Starts over everybody in that team.
Like
Park Ji-sung won UEFA Forward of the Year in 2004 or something like that.
In our heyday, I don't see like Fred being a squad player for us.
No.
Doesn't even get in the academy, mate.
Yeah, I just don't. And I'm not just hating on it because it's not just him, by the way. There was like Luke Shaw playing on everyone on side wasn't good enough. And just, you know, the sort of Laurel and Hardy show that went on when Zach
Even
scored.
McTominay, bro, from not good enough.
No, he's not done anything today, McTominay, you're right. He's not.
Kalian says, biggest hole we need to fill this summer is the number 6. Open the checkbook and give West Ham whatever they want for Rice.
There's a good chance, though, like, and I hope it doesn't happen. I know you're fucking against it and saying it won't, but, you know, Paul Pogba goes, we're in deep shit because then you're going to lose your best midfielder or one of your best midfielders and still need to buy another one anyway.
Yeah.
And with these owners, is that going to fucking happen?
Brandon Pollock says, this is my attempt to win the poster. My first match and favourite watch-along was Tranmere getting pissed with the Phil Jones scoring, and Joe said, do you think he meant it? Brandon Pollock, thank you. We're going to be giving away a poster.
Send Fred home, man, please.
Rashford Hope posters for whoever... Whoever does the best chat.
I was going to do a Phoenix Night show there, but I won't.
Go and do it, mate. Cheer me up.
It might get misconstrued.
Cheer me up. Cheer me up. Go on, do it.
Go on.
Go on, do it.
No, because it'll be, you know, nothing blue.
Burnside is back. Says,
no, it's just racist. What? Get him off! Get him off now!
Stop making
I was going to
excuses
sing that song,
for defending
but I thought
there.
not. Sorry?
Burnside is back. Says, stop making excuses for defending there. Tested twice, gashed twice.
You guys come down.
They don't want to extend.
In the
By
second half starts.
Darmic
They're
Dave. Adam's just mad at everything.
Yeah,
Darmic
rightly
Dave
so, to be fair
said,
to him.
we're
No,
playing
hold on a minute. Let me ask the people
I'm
at
trying
home.
to read a
Read that
super
super chat. Go on, sorry.
Darmic Dave said, we are playing against the 7th place Roma, playing their second choice goalkeeper, but we can't get a shot on target since that change happened. These lot are useless.
Okay, if you're on at half time, yeah, and you're upstairs and it takes 2 minutes to get down here, yeah.
Yes.
Do you leave after the halftime whistle goes and get here like halfway through the halftime break? Or do you leave before the halftime whistle goes?
Well,
let's ask him personally.
Alex and Ronaldo are here for the halftime show. Don't worry about Adam. What do you make of that first half?
On that point, though, if we'd have done that, we'd have missed Edison Cavani missing that sitter, and we wouldn't be able to talk about it. But he could have scored, and we wouldn't be able to talk about it. We wouldn't be able to describe the first half.
Yeah, it's true still, isn't it? Kind of the point of doing a half-time show is watching the whole of the first half.
Yeah, because otherwise,
speaking about it,
it's the 40-minute show, which is it's no good. Yeah, you are correct in that one. What do you make of that? Because, to be honest, after the first 10-15 minutes, we looked in control of it, didn't we?
I thought it was going to be a piece of piss, how wrong I was.
Yeah.
But I still believe we're a better team than these. So it makes it even more irritating. I think the fact that they're 7th in Serie A, they've been in such a shit run of form lately as well. It's kind of showed they haven't looked like a confident side. I think that everything that they've got today, we've given them on a plate, really. I don't think they've had to work for anything. And we look like a threat. I think we've looked like a threat in the first half an hour. I think the last 15 minutes, I think we looked a little bit shell-shocked after going 2-1 down. Probably the players were feeling a little bit sorry for themselves, if I'm honest. Thinking, how are we 2-1 down here? And we need to react. I think we react in the second half, though I personally believe that we can turn it around because I don't see enough from Roma to scare me too much. Call me delusional, but I think United have enough there to get a couple of goals in the second half and turn this around.
Completely agree. Couple of super chats to get through. Connor Smith said, Fred Sauce can't be starting next season if you are serious about challenging for the league. What's your thoughts on that? Agreed?
Yes, I'm going to speak about the game in question, about this game. I've been saying since the start of the season that I don't believe Fred and McTominay are a champion winning midfield, but it's no knock on them. It's just about the levels that United need to get to if you want to start winning things again.
And what did you make of them two in the first half, though? Do you think they were particularly bad, or do you think that, I think Fred obviously switched off for their second goal, not tracking his runner. Do you think that they were the cause of what things were going wrong, or do you just think that overall the performance kind of dropped off after? I mean, a bit of bad luck for Manchester United with the Paul Pogba incident, wasn't it? It was more bad luck than it was bad defending from Man United for the penalty. And then I think Fred does switch off for the next one, but I wouldn't say Fred and McTominay's our biggest stress over in that first half. It's
Listen, I just don't. We're 2-1 down, right? I know the tendency is to get a little bit frustrated and to play the blame game a little bit, but I think we've just been caught out. He was a little bit unlucky with the Pogba handball. He's got back defensively. It's been great work from him. He just got a little bit unlucky. I would say it probably was a pen. It was a little bit soft, a little bit weak, go either way, but you can't completely argue against it. And as for the second goal, that was actually our doing. We've given him that. Shaw's tried to step up. He's played him onside. He's in 10, 15 yards of space within our 18-yard box with the ball allowed to turn and pick out Dzeko in a 6-yard box. It's not acceptable, and you can't win trophies with that kind of defending.
No, you can't. And like we've gone through a few goals this season that Man United conceded. It wasn't that person's made an error. It was the whole unit as itself. There was a few errors in there. Obviously, Fred not picking up his man. The lad being able to dribble into the box in the first place, getting too much time. And like you mentioned there, Shaw not being switched on. Thank you very much, B. Kimman, for the super chat. Roma should have had 2 yellow cards for 2 fouls on Pogba. Do you agree with that? I think the referee's done all right.
That's nitpicking a little bit.
I think the referee's done all right there in the first half. I think he's managed it okay. Nothing too bad.
It's been all right. He tried to get a cheeky little humping on Edin Dzeko in the middle of that half as well. He definitely fell on him on purpose.
Yeah.
But it's no surprise that fucking Edin Dzeko scored. Loves scoring here, doesn't he?
He loves it. I mentioned before the game, he scored for Wolfsburg in the Champions League years ago, and then obviously for City a couple of times.
They're showing that goal that they've scored, Dzeko's goal, on TV in front of us on the monitor, and they're making it seem like it was Fred's fault. Obviously, he's ghosted him behind him. He's been caught sleeping a little bit, a bit of lack of concentration. But I don't think there's enough communication in our back line. I think that's one of them where Lindelof has got to tell Fred that there's a runner.
Yeah.
Because obviously he got caught ball watching, but there's just so much wrong with that. And you can't have them. You can't. Europa League semi-final, such a big game. You're at home. You go into these games, especially at home in these legs, knowing that whenever the away side score, it's got more of a worth. It's got more of a weight to it.
Yeah.
And I think you've got to be a little bit more watertight than that. And I'm disappointed in that goal, the second goal especially. And we've give ourselves a lot to do. But I think we need to turn it around. I don't think 2-1 going into the next leg is in our favour at all.
It's not, and I just said to you upstairs, you said we can't go into the second leg being behind. But could we go into that second leg conceding another goal? That's probably the more important, one of the most important
You
things.
put a lot of pressure on yourself, don't you?
If we concede 3, we're in real trouble. Alex,
Fergie always said that having your away leg first is always an advantage.
Yeah.
Which I agree with.
Alex has put a super chat in here saying, with Bailly signing a new deal, would a class number 6 be a priority so we can have more creative attacking options on the pitch instead of 2 squad players? A little bit harsh on Fred.
A bit harsh, but
I agree with that. I think that's for me.
So then
that's my
you can get results, you can get the week in week out performances. Sometimes, now and again they play well, now and again they don't. But it's games like this, the big games, where United as a club need to step up and be counted, and then take that step on from a semi and win a trophy, or take that step on from second place and win a title. These are the kind of games where the likes of Fred and McTominay, you're looking at them and think, we're a little bit light there.
We are. Stewie said he needs to move Pogba into midfield. I think he's done all right on the left. I like Pogba out there. I wouldn't do too much. Would you make any changes? We're looking at changes for the second half. I mentioned that.
You mentioned Greenwood.
I mentioned Greenwood coming on. I don't think Rashford enjoys it out there, and I do think Pogba's having a good game on the left-hand side. I think it would be crazy to move him away from there. I think he's enjoying that, being able to move. The freedom he's kind of got up there. I don't think Rashford's had the best of games. I don't think he looks comfortable out there. So for me,
you see this all the time. This has been a repeated statement. Rashford on the right, he's not effective, and yet he still gets played there to accommodate others, which is.
Is that
it's just one of those.
Do you think that's to accommodate Paul Pogba, or do you think that's?
It's because of Paul Pogba and his performances on the left-hand side. So Ollie's kept it that way, and then he's put Rashford on the right because you can't bench Rashford.
No, you can't.
But I would have liked Pogba to have played in midfield. I said that before the game, I said that in the week. I looked at Roma and did a little bit of research on him. I saw how they played, they weren't that strong. I felt like it was a game where we had the possibility to take a little bit of a risk and play the likes of Pogba in midfield and start with Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right. I'm a little bit more attacking, but what happens is you go the other way. You start for the McTominay, you do Pogba on the left, you end up going 2-1 down. You're a little bit desperate then, after you've already gone 2-1 down, and then you make that change, and then you put Pogba in the field, and you put Greenwood, and then you're chasing the game.
We've got another super chat from Thomas Dickinson here. De Gea position is wrong. Ball watches and doesn't call for it, just kneels down and lets the pass come right across in front of him. Needs to do better. I don't think you can blame David De Gea for that goal.
Certain people just look for any opportunity to criticise De Gea.
Connor's put one in there. Who in this team would get into a Jogger Benito video? Remember them bad boy videos? Do you remember them adverts? Do you remember the Jogger Benito?
Jogger Benito.
Fernandes.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah, but who gets in a United team? I think Rashford, Pogba and Bruno comfortably get in those kind of. Rashford definitely.
Well, good's getting in a Jogger Benito video though.
It means you're the top man. It means you're the top man. I'm just answering the super
You know
chat. That's what we're doing.
Connor, come on.
That's all we're doing. We've got a few comments saying Adama warming up. I'm guessing. Guessing that's Ahmad warming up. Adama. I'm guessing that. But
I very much doubt Traore comes on. I'd be surprised.
I'd be surprised if he comes on ahead of Mason.
I think Greenwood's going to be the first one off the bench. And
I
think,
do as well.
And I think hopefully Fred and McTominay makes way. And we go for the starting 11 that I would have liked to have seen before the game. Anyway, that little bit more progressive, that little bit more attacking lineup. Because Roma are there for the taking personally, and I think that they aren't a solid outfit and they haven't been all season.
No.
And I think that United need to show them a little bit less respect than we have and go a little bit more attacking.
Super chat here from Mark, who is a Roma fan, who said, really want to thank you guys for giving us Mkhitaryan and Smalling for less than 20 million for both. Class act, really helping us tonight. Chris Smalling, talk a little bit about him. You mentioned it, there was a point where he kind of got dragged to the corner flag.
He had the Chris Smalling moment that we all remember. He's a good defender, defensively he's good, but he can't play out to save his life. And what did he do? He passed it straight to Cavani. Cavani knocked it, and it was a little bit of an opportunity there, but been found wanting. We've had opportunities to score more than one. We just haven't, and Roma have just capitalised on a little bit of space and opportunity that we've given them, and that's been a difference in the game so far.
It has. They've kind of taken their chances. I think there was a point that they hadn't even dominated the ball. They were 1-0 up, and I think some of the commentators said they had 40 passes, and yet they scored 1 goal. I think they've only had 2 shots on target. They've not created too much.
Is it a semi-final curse?
It's getting to be a pattern. Yeah. If we do lose this one, but I'm still confident, Man United. we played all right. First 20 minutes or so, I think we looked good.
Yeah.
Until they got that penalty, and then we just even after the penalty for a bit, we looked all right, but just looked shell-shocked. When that second goal went in, we just kind of went, what has gone on there? Complete shock in.
But one thing we have got to hang our hats on is all season we've been second half FC.
We have been second half.
So hopefully second half FC is coming and we turn this around, because I believe we can. I said it against Tottenham, and because I saw the same pattern in terms of we had the beating of them if we were a little bit more clinical, and I think Roma are there for the taking. They've been a bit disjointed now as well, because they've had 3 injuries in the first half, which is a bit strange. So hopefully United capitalise.
A few in the comments, United on our screen there, United and Roma are both coming out for second half. It's looking like no changes for Manchester United. We are going to pass back over to the lads for the second half. Looking like no changes. Over to Jay Motty, Joe Smith and Adam McKola.
Yeah, no changes to start with. But would you expect any, Jay? We don't just make half-time changes, do we?
I know. I get why people want to see changes. I've seen it online. People saying, get Fred off.
Ask me.
Get to him in a minute and do this and the other. But I think personally, the players that are on the pitch should be good enough to beat this Roma team, especially a Roma team that's been forced into 3 substitutions.
We got one of these
so
posters.
Get on with it.
With Fred's face on it. It says "No hope."
You want to extend it?
No, just talk about banter purposes. Oh, you want to do that? You can't.
No, it's good. If you put Fulham against this Roma team, they would win this game. Interesting stats. We are giving away this poster to someone at home. One of the viewers, if you comment, whether it's a super chat or a normal comment, the best one will win, and we'll send you this. Make sure you like the video as well. But yeah, Rashford Hope poster. It's a bit bent up there, but yeah, we'll send one out and we'll announce the winner on the review after the game as well. What are you expecting second half, Jay?
Bit more sort of, I don't know, bit better understanding amongst the front line as well, because it all just seems like they've never played together before. Maybe just stop trying to overplay it as well. It's just, I don't know. It's just
you can't let Chris Smalling come and win at Old Trafford, man. What the fuck is going on here? You can't allow that to run.
Really, really disappointing so far.
Skilocus said, Joe, do you support United? Jay, have you forgot what United once were? You're so passive. We're a quarter of the way through this tie. I'm absolutely, of course, not happy with the first half. But I think, losing our heads because a quarter of this tie hasn't gone to plan.
I don't remember what do you mean passive. We've criticised the defending, we've criticised the attacking, and we've criticised the midfield.
I think I'm just overreacting.
And I don't know. I mean, if you want me to scream and shout and rant,
ways to react to
then
it.
I can do that. But I don't think it's not really the way I'm feeling about it. I'm just more deflated by it.
Yeah,
and angry. And it's not like I'm just going to fucking explode
Get
about
him a can of special
so the game's not over yet, and the tie's nowhere near
over. Oh,
you
De Gea. Fucking shit for brains.
What is that?
De Gea just kicks it straight at Edin Dzeko.
Absolute fucking cock for brain, mate.
Goes up for a goal kick there.
Plums, man.
David De Gea, who,
it's basically what they did to Cavani in the first half.
Yeah, you think we might have a vested interest in
playing well.
Yeah, reminding everyone what he's about.
Alpha Omega with a super chat. Rocky Balboa has entered the stadium. Fellow handsome men, hello. Hello. Nicholas Boyle, especially for Jay to read in full.
Nicholas Boyle?
That's yellow one.
ASMR kind of stuff. He said.
Oh, Les Seeley, Dennis Irwin, Clayton Blackmore, Steve Bruce, Mike Phelan, Gary Pallister, Brian Robson, Brian McClare, Mark Hughes, Lee Sharp, #poster entry. That is the 1991 European Cup.
Have they found a glitch to winning here? Is this what's going on?
Oh,
is this what's going on?
Well, he's got my vote straight away. So
Nicholas Boyle, that was.
Yeah.
We'll decide.
He's got to work on the other two, Nicholas. That was a team. That team would be winning tonight, mate. Don't you worry about that.
Would it?
Yes.
Do you think that team's better than this team?
No, probably not, but...
Well, that's a good ball. Cavani's...
Pogba's so good, man.
Bruno. Cavani's on here. He's got it back to him. Cavani!
Yes!
Yes!
Come on, I thought he'd hit it over there.
I did as well. That's why it took me a second to work it out.
Bruv.
Pogba with a great
I was
ball
about
through
to
to
cuss this
Cavani.
motherfucker, you know.
Fantastic.
The
I
ball
thought he
went
hit
up
it
off
over.
it's over.
Ben.
Hey.
Slaps it in the top corner. That's more like it.
And I
was like a
thought
delayed
Bruno
reaction.
fucked up the pass.
Yeah.
Because I thought he'd waited too long.
No,
for
it's
the
a great
angle.
pass from Bruno. But Pogba does beautifully.
Pogba's
here.
so good.
Two
man.
men. Cavani's
He's
onside.
He's onside. So clear that he's onside.
Chris Smalling dragged out of position there.
Oh,
loses his man.
shock fucking horror.
And Bruno with it.
Well
to be honest,
onside again.
Everyone's
Bruno
onside.
with a brilliant pass to Cavani. And he
Yeah,
just
but
Finish,
swings
mate.
it.
Finish.
You couldn't, if he hits that at like a yard higher, it's over.
Do you know
a yard
what, as well,
wider,
that
it's
pass
wider.
isn't
Like
that
it's such a
perfect, 'cause it's
perfect finish.
Top corner.
Because it's in the air, isn't it, the ball?
Yeah.
Like, it's bobbled a little bit.
That's what we needed, innit? That's exactly what we needed.
What did I say in the first half? Don't give him a contract.
You said
Put
if
the contract on the table. Cavani's at the wheel.
I think he didn't pass to Pogba, and you said, and that dickhead doesn't deserve a contract for that. Jesus Christ! Whoa, that's a high foot, ref. Come on. Pogba
you know
just
the
been
amount of
fucking
fouls they put
blasted
on
through
Pogba
there.
today? You fucking chuts.
He gets them
Yeah,
all the time. He
that's
gets
late.
absolutely
That's
battered.
the third, fourth foul on Pogba.
Yeah,
Slags.
they'll have gone before this. Pogba's the one to stop. That looked
Right in
really
his
high.
knee
that.
joint as well, you motherfuckers. If you're going to injure anyone,
He gets
Fred's
the
the
ball.
one to injure.
He gets the ball and then lifts his foot up as he's through. And also ignore what Adam just said. Yeah, absolute.
It was a joke.
Yeah, I know. It's do you know what? It's actually not as malicious as I thought. It's a leg that comes up. To be fair,
a yellow
It's a yellow card
He's
because
probably right.
the potential to hurt
And it was
him.
never a red.
But there's no malice in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it looked, to be honest. Yellow seems fair. I agree. I
Yellow.
don't think that's a red card.
Yellow.
That's more like it. My only worry is 3-2, last minute winner for United. And then we're going away.
Mate, I'd get to
AC
3-2
Milan
first.
I want
Then we
4-2.
lost 3-0 away, didn't we, at the San
5-2.
Siro?
These are shit. I want 6.
Yeah, defending there, that was terrible from Chris
Mace,
Smalling.
murder, Mace.
Just way out of position, left Cavani. And by that point, so Cavani gets the ball and he's got no centre-back within 5 yards of him. By that point, the defenders' heads are just spinning. They're like, I have to get back to position, can't even worry about defending. I sort of have to get back in place. And that confusion led to Cavani just staying in space for the whole time, didn't it?
This is the thing, man. You know, we should be doing better. Listen, no matter what you think about Chris Smalling, he left United for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
you know.
Go on, Pogba. Oh,
You've seen
goal
it
just gets
there.
there first.
You know,
Pogba slapped him
He
there.
kind of made 2 mistakes there leading up to the goal.
Oh, fuck off, man. Every fucking time this shit, ref.
Ball goes up, Pogba.
Come on.
It's a foul, isn't it?
The amount of things that have... Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yellow card, bro.
Yeah, that's not. How is that?
After what
booking?
that geezer did to Pogba in
I don't
the
know.
first
That's.
half.
I don't know. How that's a booking. He just puts his arm out.
Pogba misses next game now, innit?
No, I don't think so.
Or did he get wiped off? For
You
the
get
semis?
wiped for the semis, yeah. If if he gets booked again, he misses.
No, I
the next
meant
game.
because I thought
But
he
yeah.
had one in the last game or something like that, didn't he?
No, I don't think he misses the next game. I think he gets wiped before the semi-finals. Fucking hell. But if you get booked in both semis, you do miss the final.
I reckon I'm better than Fred, you know.
Yeah, you've said this before.
I'm
you're
quite
not.
certain.
You're not.
Nah, I am.
You aren't better than like.
If Fred's worth £52 million, I'm worth at least 5.2 million.
Yeah.
Well, I am. Fred ain't worth 50 mil with 50 mil in his pocket, bro.
You've actually hindered the value of that money you've got on you by it being in Fred's pocket. Perez, I think, trying to 1-2. Wan-Bissaka, good ball there to Rashford.
And this ain't the
Cavani's
anti-Fred
been
show,
nice.
but Jesus Christ, man. And people keep saying, what about McTominay? I've said in the past McTominay needs to be improved on, but at least it didn't cost £50 million. And at least when he shoots and he scores, we don't go...
And the difference,
was good,
the
wasn't
difference as well between Fred and McTominay is McTominay doesn't make as many glaring mistakes and doesn't give the ball away as often as Fred
Mate,
does.
if Fred had 8 goals this season, everyone would be going berserk.
Yeah.
At least McTominay's fucking passport don't lie to me.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
I mean,
McTominay,
it's not like... Oh, man.
well, that's the
that was a
difference.
heavy talk.
McTominay
Harry.
as well, you know, isn't necessarily the highest top end player.
No.
But his base level, his lowest game is better than Fred's lowest game.
Oh, Pogba!
Go on, Shaw. Back
He's
to
so good!
Cavani.
That is a miss.
It is a
How
miss.
has he missed
Bruno's dummied it, and Cavani swings a leg through it 8 yards out. Brilliant
And it goes
1-2.
about
If we
20
end this,
yards
if
over.
the summer, if we lose Pogba in the summer, and we
This
don't
is the
buy a
thing, mate. This
midfielder,
is
bro.
the thing that worries me.
Cavani's gotta
I wish
do
I had
better.
your confidence that he's staying.
I don't have any confidence that he's staying. No, actually,
Cavani should do
I
better
gotta-
there.
I
It's
tell a
almost.
lie. I got a feeling, you know.
Mate, you've been banging this drum for years. Don't
It's 'cause
start
I'm in a bad
flaking on me
mood at the
now.
moment. Nah, I got a feeling he's going to stay.
Well, he wants to, because otherwise we're going to end up fucking buying Mark Noble to replace him.
It changes every 6 months, though. Like, it
Do you know
just,
what I mean? That'll be the swap deal. It'll be Lingard for Noble and fucking, who's the other kid? Not Rice, the other
Soucek
one.
and Noble.
Yeah, for Jesse Lingard and money. That'll be our deal that we'll make. Do you know what I mean? You'll be like, oh yeah, nice one. Now we're going to win the league.
Jesse
Don't worry
Lingard
about
and
it.
40 million for Soucek and Noble.
Yeah. Passion.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. England.
Buy Soucek, get Noble free.
Referee, you're a useless little cunt, aren't you?
Ooh.
You fucking knob.
Aggressive.
No, he is, bruv.
I know. I'm
Sure
joking.
got flattened then.
No, I'm joking. Go on, Rashford.
Ah! What's that? Sorry.
Ceballos
something,
has been sent off for Arsenal.
Oh, God, of course you're going to give that one. This referee, man, I fucking hate him.
We've had
I'm going
some-
to Old Trafford after this. I swear to God, I'm waiting for him.
We've had some bad refereeing performances recently, haven't we?
It's almost as if the Europa League referee is not very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost as if they're not good enough to.
It's almost as if the Champions League ones generally aren't good enough, and then we're getting the ones below that. Bruno. Oh, that's a great cross! That would have been straight on Rashford's head as
Yeah,
well.
was
What
he
a
looking for
cross.
Rashi or Cavani? It was
I
a
think
great pass.
Yeah, I think it was for Rashford. That would have been a sensational look at that. And Rashford is straight on Rashford's head if the defender gets there. Thomas Dickinson, evening gentlemen. Question: what is your go-to food and or drink to produce the nastiest, eye-watering, gut-wrenching, room-clearing farts? Give me cabbage.
You know the day after, a good roast dinner? You know, the day after a good roast
Cabbage
dinner,
on a roast
cabbage
dinner.
and
That's a
sprouts.
shout.
And
Sprouts are awful.
stuffing and
What's
chicken
that?
and gravy.
Yeah, just a big poisonous arsehole for about 48 hours. I agree. Where you just, every fight you're like, I'm gonna be sick, let alone anyone else.
Come on, we need to win this game.
Yeah.
Like a 2-2 draw.
Ooh, Guinness is a good shout. I had
I've
some
only
Guinness.
ever had Guinness once and it was horrible. I didn't like
What?
it. I don't know.
Really?
I'm sorry. I was only a kid when I had it.
I got
so.
pissed on Guinness a few weeks
I
ago.
was like 13 and a Guinness. I was like, I'm never drinking that again.
First time I tried smack, didn't like it. I was only
I
8.
won't go that far.
Yeah, that was good.
Find
Right
it a bit
from the
moreish, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I had Guinness the other week and my farts the next day smelled burnt. They just smelled like burning. So yeah, they're good farts off that. Anyway, protein shakes equals I lift wallpaper.
I remember when I was at, when
Hold
you're
on.
student and you'd go on a night
That's
out after
nice.
work or something
It's a
like
booking that, ref.
and you'd be hungry, you wouldn't have time to have eat or anything like that. I used to think Guinness would fill me up, so I'd have it like a
Beckham used to have
pre-match
it.
meal.
Yeah, Beckham used to have that when he was a kid.
Line my stomach with a Guinness.
A pint of Guinness, I think they used to give him like 2 hours or something to build.
When he
him
was a
up.
kid?
Yeah, like it's the thing like to build him up. It's an old like
Proper old bullshit.
Yeah, you used to get your dummy dipped in whiskey
Yeah,
and
it's
that.
like-
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
What, like raves and that? Oh, that's a foul.
How is
ref.
that
Come
not
on.
a foul, bruv? Don't you shoot, you twat.
Pogba. Look, shoot
Oh!
yourself. Unlucky. He did all right there,
McTominay
McTominay.
shot, but he fucked it, didn't he? Dragged it. Ball.
Cavani.
That should have been going in.
Oh, you're going
Of
to give that
course,
for a
ref.
foul.
Of course,
This
ref.
ref shit himself,
this
hasn't he?
ref is
Scumbag.
absolutely garbage.
He's from Rome, isn't he?
That one on Bruno on the edge of the box, and then he like, look at that! Fucking hell. It almost don't matter if he gets the ball. He goes flying through both of Bruno's legs. That's a great cross. A great pass, sorry. And the cross there, I don't think that is a shot. I think it is a cross from McTominay, do you?
Yeah, it's...
This game's heating up now, though, innit? United need to get a goal while
These
we're
are
on
so
this.
shit, man. If
Lucky
we
at
don't
that
go
touch
through
there.
this.
They are.
Has he been punched in his face or
Nah,
is
he's
he
just got a red
cold?
face.
You see that? Look,
Yeah.
he's got some
Scottish.
high cheekbones, isn't it?
This is the sort of game where we're really putting the pressure on now. We could conceivably get a couple goals in the next 10 minutes, and I think we need to. I think we need to.
Who's on the floor now?
It's McTominay.
Oh, Aaron!
He was useless in that first half as well. He's just lucky Fred was more useless. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I think
He
that's a
was
bit harsh,
shocking in that first half.
I thought he got forward quite well. I just think he needs a bit more support around him because he obviously can't cross the ball to save his life.
Fred.
Hold on, he did all right there. Right, David Lewis. I think you do know why, and
What?
sort it out.
What?
No more to say. Not McTominay. Ole and Mike Phelan, they're having a little chat. Think they're going to make a sub anytime soon?
I can't believe we conceded 2 to this shit team.
We've only conceded 2 shots to him. They've just both gone in.
Zako's went off his fucking knee
bounce back.
He was always going to score today, though, wasn't he? Dzeko. Like, he was always going to score. He was got to release that ball.
Don't dive in, lad.
Someone said Arsenal have got 2 reds. Is that true? Or is that just a rumour at this stage?
Rumours.
We can't get that. We can't get that verified. It's just one of those things.
They've definitely got one.
Definitely
one of those things we'll never know.
Shabias. Unless they've...
We'll simply never know it. Karsdorp. Thoughts on that name?
Shit.
Shit.
Do you know what I mean?
Shit name, is it?
Why? What is it?
It's Dutch. Dutch right back.
Oh,
Plays
right.
for Roma called Karsdorp.
Okay. Oh, him, yeah. No, I'm not a fan of that.
None of that.
No, none of that Karsdorp, man.
None of that in
Forget
Weast,
about
is
that
there?
for a bit. Eccles, actually.
Forget about that for a bit. Hey.
Weast is like where we're going on holiday.
Is it?
Yeah. Come on, kid.
Corner to Roma.
We'll go to Weast.
Head
Yeah,
of the way.
man.
Oh, what do you mean we're going to the dentist? You said we were going to Weast. You lied to us, Daddy.
That's what my kids are.
I don't know. I don't even know what
My
accent
dad
I did
once
then.
said that to me.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Why has he passed that, the dickhead?
Who was that there, Lindelof or Maguire? Because they did really well.
Maguire.
Why has Chris Smalling become a striker?
Maguire. I don't know why Smalling was there.
Whoever that was, I think, like you say, it was Maguire.
Yeah.
Did really well to hold off Dzeko. My dad did that to me once. He was like...
He's well on side.
It's a great
Fucking good
pass,
job.
though.
you go in
Played them all
dentist,
on side.
or you going shopping, and then he took me to... Which one was that? He goes, we're going shopping, and we ended up at the game.
Oh, I love them ones.
That's nice.
I love them ones.
That's
My dad
lovely.
used to.
And I was like, hold on. We're on the motorway, Dad. What's going on here?
That's sick.
Oh, no, we're just going to go here.
I'd be scared he was going to abandon me on the moors.
Wow.
Hey,
bit
we're
much.
here. What do you mean? What do you mean, Dad?
Just get out and have a toilet stop.
Go on.
I don't need one. Yeah,
There's a Toys R Us at the top of that hill.
Go on.
And back
Are you
in the
coming
day,
with me? No, I'll wait at the car.
Before the A556 changed, you used to get stuck on the traffic on the A556 for ages going
Love
into
some A road
Manchester.
chat.
And it'd always be this horse's head through a bush. The same horse every match.
Oh.
He'd just have his head through the
Bless
thing.
him.
Miss that horse.
Bless him.
Aye.
Favourite horse? Is that it?
Yeah, my favourite horse. What's your favourite horse?
I don't know. Is the thing on Buckaroo a horse or a donkey?
It's Buckaroo's
Donkey,
donkey,
that,
innit?
Don't know then. I ain't got a favourite horse, I guess. What's your favourite horse?
The one in Champ's sad, innit? Have you seen Champ?
Yeah.
No. Have you seen...
Greatest sports movie of all time, Champ. It's got boxing and horse racing, and it'll
one?
make you cry. There's another foul for you, you son of a bitch, Smalling. Fuck off, you prick. Clumsy cunt.
Why are you bringing it back and if it's not going to be a yellow?
Fucking
Oh, it
book
is a
him
yellow.
for that,
He
man.
has,
He stepped all down his ankle.
He has. He's brought it
Shit,
back.
clumsy prick. The reason we could hardly get 10 million euro for you.
I like how you're mad at him.
Because look at this, bro.
It's not that bad.
Roma have been doing this. Roma have been doing this for the whole game.
It's a foul, yeah.
Clamping man's on the
Well,
back. As soon as they've released the ball, clamp.
It's
clamp,
probably
clamp.
the most
Fuck
typical
off,
Chris
Smalling.
Smalling challenge I've ever seen in
Just
my entire
late,
life.
just
Just late
useless
and not
prick.
really near the ball.
No.
Fucking idiot. Oh, Rashford, you got to be stronger there. Where's the strength, bruv?
Brandon Pollock. Is Fred better than Arteta?
As a manager, yes. As a midfielder, no.
Yeah, he's not better than Arteta. Come on, let's not be silly.
Was Arteta any good?
Yeah,
he was very
he
bad.
was.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Not for Arsenal. I remember him being good for
Everton, he was meant.
Was he better than Leon Osman?
Yeah.
Was he, though?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't better than Leighton Baines.
He's better than Fred.
He wasn't better than Leighton Baines.
Do you know that old saying that they had in Spain about Jack Wilshere? Like, if Jack Wilshere played in Spain, there's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
1,000 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that case with Arteta. He was a good midfielder, but he was never one of the best
He was
Spanish
like the
ones.
10th
There was
best.
talk of
Yeah.
him playing for England at one point, wasn't there? Because he never
Yeah,
played
yeah.
for Spain, and he qualified to play for England because he'd been in England that long.
Because
Yeah.
he'd been to England on holiday.
Yeah. And
I love that.
He
Fred
loved
trying to
top
stop the
leagues.
ball going out.
When
so
it's
he runs
out.
past the player and then just kicks it out. Didn't even try and get it down the line.
Honestly.
He's an idiot, bruv.
Don't be so... Come on.
No, he is. His footballing IQ is on the floor, bro.
But you don't know that his other IQ is it?
No, but yeah, I can only judge him as a footballer. He's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
He is. There's some footballers that are just simple, bro, and he's one of them.
But you might have said that, or people in the past have said that about Luke Shaw until this season.
No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
they have. Yes,
they
they
said
have.
that he
Jose
was
Mourinho
unfit,
said that.
and he wasn't. Yeah, who listens to Jose fucking
I
Mourinho
don't know.
in 2021?
Quite a few Champions League winners and league
In
winners.
2021.
Well, he
You
didn't
still
say
listen to Jose
2021, did
Mourinho?
he? He didn't say it in 2021. The point I'm making is I think it's unfair.
No one said that about Shaw, though. Shaw's problem was
Luke Shaw,
he had a lot of weight,
Mourinho said
and he
that.
didn't really care.
He said that he needs my brain
That's a
when he's there.
fucking great ball again.
Pogba's our best player, man, by a country
Mate,
mile.
tell me something we don't know.
Luke Shaw, Mourinho said Luke Shaw needs Jose's brain and he can't think for himself, essentially, is what he said. I just think... Go on, Bruno.
Oh, that's a great pass. Funny.
Yes!
Get in! Is Wan-Bissaka offside?
That's my worry. That's my worry that Wan-Bissaka might be offside there.
Give it to Eddie Cavani.
If Cavani gets a hat-trick now, I'm going to be so gutted.
Why?
Because we're not there, man.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Europa League.
That's Champions League.
There's no logic to him. Any of these
Look
match
at
lads,
this.
is that? Look at this.
Europa League. 3-2. It looks as though it's 3-2. Let's just check on
Europa
Wan-Bissaka
League.
here. That's my worry. Although, look, those defenders are deep there.
Football
This
makes
pass,
you a
this
horrible
pass here from... Oh...
He's on.
He's fucking...
Smalling's an idiot! He's an idiot! I told you he's an idiot, bro!
Chris Smalling played Wan-Bissaka onside.
He's a flipping idiot, bro.
Fantastic. And he played Cavani onside. Hey! Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris Smalling.
You're always onside. You're always onside.
Played Wan-Bissaka and then Cavani onside.
When
Man United 3.
Smalling marks you, you're always onside.
Good old Mike.
James Waring says goal, 3-2 United. Cheers, James.
Bet you feel like a right tit wearing that hat now, you dickhead.
Who?
You thought, yeah, go in England, let me dress like a peacock.
Cool, blimey, Gavner.
They'll love me down there.
yeah.
I bet Villa will want me to manage them soon.
Yeah.
No, you
Fuck
twat.
off, mate.
Yeah.
They film a lot of that round here, don't they?
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders.
Everything.
Yeah.
Film everything round here.
From Birmingham, does most of its filming in Manchester. It's almost like me, innit?
We've been winning Mancunian Awards soon, won't it? Hey, dickhead.
By the way, that was
forgotten about that. By the way,
that was Joel McGrath's fault.
Winning Mancunian Awards.
I won a. It wasn't an award. I didn't get.
Well, whatever it was. Then
It was. I was
Heroes of
nominated as a
Manchester.
Human of Manchester.
Human of Manchester. Yeah, because we've not got any fucking humans in our own city. We have to
I
go
mean, we
borrow them
literally
from
had,
Birmingham.
we literally had 3 of them working on the channel with me.
Also, how much of a sort of public service announcement does that sound like? It like from our new alien overlords, Humans of Manchester. We have taken over the city.
It was radio.
Humans is
and
so
I remember
vague.
turning up like I even went to him, Joe.
What's that?
Oh, Cavani, get out of my face. bro.
Cavani,
see that contract from earlier?
ripped
Ripped
it
that
off.
shit off.
Yeah, you
Mate,
better
it's
score
going through
again.
some paper today, Backer,
No,
innit?
we're just sellotaping it
Yeah,
back together.
get it back together.
Hey, you can't rip it up. Sir, we can't rip it up. It's mostly sellotape at this point. Right, just use scissors then. Scissor it.
Scissor it.
Fantastic.
That's what you said to your girl, innit?
Oh,
Scissor it. Yes.
Wow.
Hey, that
Filth.
there, scissor it.
Filth,
Pure
man,
filth.
Filth on top of filth, actually.
Yeah.
David Lewis, you all agree that Pogba is our best player, yet he's not playing in his preferred position. Ollie starts both Fred and Pogba where we see them now.
Luke.
But the thing is, though...
Is that not his preferred position?
I don't know, because what Ollie does have to do is, regardless of best players, or not regardless, it's around that, is he has to try to fit... Maybe you think Pogba's our best player, but you certainly can't be putting Bruno outside the top 3. Same for Rashford. And
That's
then Cavani's pretty
ridiculous
close as
ball as
well. Like, you have to fit all of these players on the pitch at the same time, and I think this is the best way to do it.
Can I just tell you, Alex Bagley to go fuck himself. How about that?
It's rude, isn't it?
No, he's just tagged me and stuff that he shouldn't remind me of.
Was it about you?
It was when I said Smalling's going to come back and help us win the league.
The Europa League, yeah, might well do. You were right.
What?
Smalling's
going to come back.
Boom, 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 boom. Look, Saturday, 11:30, Crystal Palace, Man City.
City win that and we lose.
The day it starts. Nah. That day, look, they're going to rest loads of players thinking, oh, we got Champions League to worry about. Then they're going to lose. Oh, my God. They're going to start shitting themselves.
Yes,
Then we're going to batter Liverpool 6-0.
Dan Round.
Fred might score in that game as well, I reckon.
I think it's a good question. What's the final score going to be?
Oh, fuck off.
I'll go 5-2.
Not 2.
5-2.
Who asked that?
Dan
No,
Round.
I wasn't telling Dan to fuck off, but...
Oh, felt like you were.
67 minutes in, 3-2 up. Feels wrong to do another prediction. And I can't go 7-1 again, can I? Oh, poor Pogba's so good, man. Oh, Lukey, baby!
Sure with a shot.
Oh, of course you give that free kick, innit? It was a foul, but some of the free kicks that haven't been given today, and then that minor one. I like Pogba playing there, sorry, but Rashford needs to be there. Pogba needs to be in midfield where Fred is. Go on, Joe.
What number's that keeper got on? I thought he was. I thought he was 83.
I think that's how old he'll be next year. Luke Shaw's brilliant, isn't he? Like, Luke Shaw's been fantastic for ages now. Is he like? Do you think he's a proper good left back, or are you still not fully convinced?
He's good. I don't know if he's been fantastic.
Can I just say,
what is
that was mint.
And the way he keeps the ball.
Can I just say, and I'm glad Luke Shaw said it as well. Is that a foul? Is that a foul, bro?
Might be.
Penalty. Yes.
I told you.
Penalty.
But you know,
I'm old Geordie then. Penalty.
Shaw this season has actually been good. Because you know, last time when everyone used to say he was good, it was because he managed to stay fit or he played a lot. So people were like, great effort from him. Yeah. And I think there was a little bit of sympathy.
This fucking peak
hanging over from.
Is that Smalling? Surely not. Not surely Smalling can't have kept 2 players on side for 2 goals and give away a penalty. I didn't see who did it.
I didn't see it. I think it is.
This ain't going to stand, is it? I mean, that's a penalty if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it's a penalty. He trips him over. He doesn't get the ball and he trips him over, and it is Chris Smalling.
Smalling's useless. Nah.
Yeah, he goes into him at the end.
It's very late, but
it's late. I think that's a penalty.
You can't overturn that for that, innit?
Nah, there's too much contact on that.
It was late contact though, innit? Like the ball had gone.
But still, that doesn't.
No, I know, but that's the only thing that made me think. Bruno's a right little shit, isn't he?
Why?
Cavani, an elite striker on a hat trick.
Yeah, but Cavani
and you go,
don't take penalties for Man United.
You fuck off, because I'm taking this one.
Yeah, well, if he gets scores, it'll be an hat trick as well.
You got to tick that box where it says penalty taker, player on hat trick.
I'm not watching this, boys.
Oh, you silly sausage. We do actually.
Jay makes me nervous.
You can't both run off.
I'm not running off. I'm not scared.
Yeah, you don't look scared. You don't care about the Europa League, you?
I care about Man United, though.
Good. I care about both.
But I hate the Europa League. Yeah. You're going to care about the Europa League next year when you're not in it?
Come on, Bruno.
Yeah!
Bruno
Fernandes.
Fernandes.
Time. We don't beat these shit cunts 4-2. We're shit.
4-2.
These fucking headphones, man.
Why don't you just leave them on?
Adam having a fight with the headphones there. 4-2 Manchester United. This is more like it, isn't it?
Yes.
3 goals in the second half.
Oh,
convincing
you don't save them
from Bruno Fernandes. You don't save them unless you dive the right way and then you get to it.
I don't think
But there's 5,000 people watching. We're giving away.
I don't think you save that.
Beats, you like need to send us some headphones.
Look.
Right. We are giving away this Marcus Rashford. Hold the top. Come on. It's your idea.
Is your hand all right?
My idea.
Of course.
Hey, in the wars, you.
This Marcus Rashford Hope poster, we're giving it away to the person who leaves the best comment on the watch along. Get your comments in.
Jay's already picked one.
Jay's already picked one that he liked. Yeah, so you got to put. It's got to be a good one. It can be a normal comment. It can be a super
it's
chat.
not about who spends the most money on a super chat.
But also,
it's
if
the
it is a
best
super
comment.
chat, we're not going to rule it out.
Yeah.
So any comment, you have to like the video as well. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 likes on the video. This Hope poster will be going to one of you, and we'll announce the winner on.
And we will send it to you. We promise.
Dragon 7, I will send you one as well.
Arsenal have scored.
Oh, have they?
PP with the goal there for
He
Arsenal.
loves the Europa, doesn't he?
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Penalty as well.
Because he's, like he did in France, he's good at scoring against shit teams.
Yeah.
But when he's playing in the Premier League, not so good.
Scored against us, didn't he? Shit.
Stand by it.
Come on, just get 2 more goals now.
I hate that, because when Arsenal are shit, we play them like they're still Patrick Vieira and Wenger.
I know.
Fucking stupid twats.
Man United's man of
I
the
swear to God, bro.
It's like, what
If they
are you
came
doing?
to Old Trafford this
Like,
season and it's like, fucking hell, they got Lundberg, Perez, Henry, we need to chill out. No, they haven't, mate.
No.
Do you know what? The game when we
Party was so good in that
ended
game.
their unbeaten run. That's one of my favourite games because we just absolutely kicked them all over the pitch. And then
Reyes
we got the penalty.
booted. Fuck
I know,
up.
mate.
God rest his
I
soul.
know,
But he
it was-
got
it was
booted all
it
over
was
the
like,
place.
Now, there would have been about 8 red cards.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
VAR, Like was it Phil Neville who just did a
The
brilliant?
ref just lost control, didn't he?
And then Rooney dives and gets
Rooney
the penalty.
didn't die. I'm still convinced
I think
that
it's
was a
dive.
foul.
I
though.
don't mind it.
VAR gives that.
I think that's a foul.
Do you reckon?
Like, he may have gone down.
Sorry, I think that's a dive.
I've always thought it's a
Yeah,
dive.
No, but it can be
He, like,
both.
step to the side, doesn't he? and
It
just
can be
goes over.
both.
You can get hit and make more.
Yeah. And it was both.
Right, okay.
Well done, Cavani.
Because I've always had that in my head as a dive, and I've always been proud
But
of
I
him
was
for it.
glad. Yeah.
Oh, what a pass, Cavani! Oh,
Oh, mate.
sorry to
We're
scream,
so-
but that was a brilliant
Well,
pass by
that's
Bruno
what we're there
Fernandes.
for. Don't expect you to go, oh.
That was a brilliant pass. Just
Janet
round the
Jackson
corner.
scream?
That
Go on.
He did well there, Bruno. Bruno's been good today, you know.
All right, maybe don't do that.
Manny says, "I love these emotional roller coasters with Adam on these watch-alongs." Yeah,
He is emotional, isn't he? Hey.
he's certainly one to keep an eye on, isn't he? During
He
these
is,
watch-alongs.
honestly. You can
I
feel
reckon
the steam coming off his head
people
when
that
we're
sit
losing.
near me at Old Trafford like have been buzzing. Like,
Is
during
your
this
dad like
pandemic.
you at Old Trafford?
Yes, but also my dad does sometimes tell me to chill out, and then I have to tell him to chill out. So it's like we're both. I probably get it off him.
Yeah.
But like he used to say dumb shit to wind me up. Like he was one of them geezers that used to say Ronaldo was one trick pony. You know, when he first come through, and I used to be like, Dad, trust me, this guy's the truth.
My dad used to do it well, but
Yeah.
cleverly. Like he's probably right, but
And if you speak to my dad now, he'll go, I always knew Ronaldo was
Yeah,
the class.
yeah.
Fuck off, did you, Dad? You used to cuss him when we were sat there, bro. I
to be
remember
fair,
these things.
people don't realise that everyone used to slag off Ronaldo. Everyone was like, one step over too many.
Oh!
Yes!
Paul Bill!
Get in!
Pogba! Ah! He deserves that goal, you know. I want 7. We can get 7.
Yes, we can.
That's more
15
like
minutes.
It. That's more like it.
Putting them to bed like Jay Holiday, baby.
Exactly.
You don't remember that song?
Vaguely. No,
I'ma
not really. I'm
put you
lying.
to
I don't.
bed.
Hey, look at him with his flat cap on.
Yeah,
Hey.
you're regretting that, innit?
Hey.
Do you remember when? Although he had the last laugh, didn't he? But do you remember when Nagelsmann had that silly jacket on at Old Trafford and then we beat him 5-0? That was nice.
Oh, mate. He is mint in the air as well, Pop, isn't he?
Bruno,
Right.
2 goals, 2 assists tonight, and people say he doesn't turn up in big games. Great header
Can I
from
as
Paul
well?
Pogba.
While we got a good break in this game and we're winning 5-2 and everything's feeling good vibes and happy vibes only, shout out Amar and Arjun Singh Puriwal, who are the first British South Asian brothers to line up against each other at Wembley.
Nice.
Ooh,
Big shout out to them.
Their teams, I forgot what their teams are called, sorry. I think they're playing for Punjab they play for Punjab, the national team. I'm not sure what their teams are called.
Who
but
was that sub, sorry? Was it
Greenwood?
Okay, sorry. They play for Consett AFC and Hebburn Town
Rashford off for
FC,
Greenwood.
and
Yeah,
they are
sorry.
playing in an FA Vars final. I got to. We went to the Birmingham FA Vars final thingy.
Yeah.
Sick.
Decent.
Go on.
Very nice. Yeah, congratulations. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
sick,
So it's
innit?
good
Yeah.
to see. It's what we like to see.
And it sounds weird, like oh no, like there's a few comments on Sky's post, like why does this matter?
Why does it matter?
Because white people play each other every week, bro. You know, we can just about get one on a team. So when there's 2 brothers from the same house, I don't mean brothers because they're both Asian, by the way. I mean brothers
Actual,
because they come out the same nutsack. When there are 2 brothers playing in the same final against each other, that's a significant moment, even if it is the FA Vars. And I don't mean that in that. I mean in the sense that it's not the FA Cup final.
But this
you know
is
what I mean?
what happens, though. You know, when I was a kid growing up, it happened with black players. You saw more and more black players playing in teams, and it's that's what you want to see. Like the teams reflecting the country or the supporters as well. And how many you play 5-a-side or you play football? How many times do you see a mix of playing football, but you don't see that as often, do you? And hopefully we're getting there.
So look at Zidane Iqbal as well. Scored
Yes.
a belter the other day.
Exactly, mate.
Signed a
And
new
it's
deal to
it's an
Puma.
example as well. It shows. Do you know what I mean?
Signed a deal with Puma as well.
Shows.
I know his
youngsters out
cousins have all been at him. Oh, you!
Oh, do you know what?
He was
That
offside,
goalkeeper's
he was
out of
offside,
order.
He was offside. He was offside.
Like, so you're gonna lose anyway. Just get out of the way. Let him have his moment.
Let him get his hat trick.
I think he
Let
knew
him
he was
score it.
offside as well, though.
Yeah.
Where's Smalling when you need him?
To chop 6
Smalling's
yards
running
off.
He
back.
couldn't
to try
track
and play
back quick
it,
enough.
Try to play him on side.
He was
quick.
making the other mistake of not being in the right position. Per Christensen said, love how Jay screams at the players using their first name when they make mistakes like a strict dad. Aaron! Luke! Cracks me up. Yeah, cracks me up as well.
Sorry, I know it's a little trait I have. All the mates always pull me out about it as well. He always goes, you mate, is it?
Oh, you know him, yeah. Like when he used to know me. Do you know when Jack Wilshere was everyone's like little favourite little boy, and everyone used to call him Jack all the time.
I hate the word Trent.
Shall I tell you?
Trent. Everyone calls him Trent.
Yeah.
Like he's your mate.
Yeah, that's
Trent.
because
Trent.
they can't remember if Arnold or Alexander comes first because I get that wrong.
But also
every
because
time.
Alexander Arnold is 6 syllables. Trent.
I know, but
it's
still.
faster. But I agree with you.
Talking about Jack Wilshere, Phil Foden is what Arsenal fans thought Jack Wilshere was.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he is. I hate to say he is the bollocks.
Let's not get it twisted though. There was a time when Jack Wilshere was mint. Like, do you know when Arsenal played Barcelona? I think they had Wilshere, Nasri, and Fabregas in their midfield.
Yeah.
And they fucking bossed that game.
Yeah.
They really did. It's just he was made of glass, and plus he thought he was 10 men.
Yeah.
And he was just like a little shit.
Mm.
Do you remember when he was like giving it Fellaini that time?
Fellaini
Fellaini was
just-
like, "What are you doing? Like, move."
Oh, well done, I remember.
I like that from Fellaini. He just looked at him like, "What's this?
What's this
doing?"
dickhead doing?
It's like Pogba to Noble, like.
Yeah, like.
Pogba's aware
Mark
as well,
Noble
though.
never got a red card for that. I will never ever know.
I know, because if Pogba does that
tried
back to him
to
as
like
well,
poke his eye out.
Yeah. And it's funny because you can tell Pogba's fully aware of that about him. Like, if I overreact here, I'm the one that gets sent off.
Oh, another brilliant pass.
Oh, mate, should have overhead kicked that, bro.
Fred! Yes, that was only 8 yards wide. Well
And
done,
shooting
Fred.
with the outside of his foot from 25 yards. You know what? At least you didn't go back to the goalkeeper.
Why is he doing that though?
Matthew M with a super chat. I was so pissed when we didn't make any changes at half time. Shows what I know. You were right, Jay. In the first half, it's not always looking to the bench that'll fix everything.
It annoys me when it's games like this
Yeah.
where you think the players we've got. It's almost that old thing, innit? You got us into this mess. Get us
Hat-boy.
out of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He looks like someone from one of the old Rocky films, doesn't he? You know, where in the butchers. He was
Yeah.
the one who hung up the meat for Rocky.
Yeah, and you're like, what do you mean old man Silvio used to be a boxer? The best in the city. Like that kind of thing. And then he just cuts to him when the butcher shop's closed at night, just going on like a little pig that's hanging or something. Oh yeah, old man Silvio, you could box. Guy could do a number on you. We've got a few more super chats. S. Groovy says we look happier, more confident than I've seen in years. What a refreshing sight than I've seen certainly since the fucking first half. Every man putting every
Mkhitaryan.
effort forward. Second half, United have been brilliant, haven't they? Alessio Wallowed says, throwback to the Roma supporter laughing because they were up. You should have trusted us when we were down and said we didn't want Smalling back.
Hey,
And
Nemanja.
Carl Hagen, Fred couldn't finish his dinner, and can I have the poster? You might be able to have it. We'll see. It'd be great if we got another, wouldn't it? One more and ties over, would you say?
Ties over already.
Yeah, we're not.
If we go out
We're
from
not
here,
losing four. We're not losing by 4
turning
goals
up
if
to
we get
everyone's
one more
house.
Well, 3-0 would put us out, wouldn't it?
my dad just messaged me saying
If we
this, and
get-
it's true actually.
What?
What a goal, Pogba! What a game! And he said, "Imagine Old Trafford right now." It would
That's
be
what I
bouncing."
mean.
It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
So
when
annoying.
when that fourth goal went in, it would have been just fucking mega, wouldn't it? Because it's like, not only were we behind, ahead, and then it's like you're pulling away. Shame, really. Alpha Omega, what a team we've got. Excited for the future. I can't believe the difference in these comments. And I know they're not all the same.
We need to fix up a lot.
Yeah.
Roma are shit, let me tell you.
Yeah, but you still got to beat what's in front of you.
Yeah,
Like,
but we
do you
still
know
got
what I mean?
to change that midfield.
And that fucking first half performance was just amazingly shite.
I think next season we have to move to a 4-3-3. We have to. This
But we need
4-2-3-1 can't
another
run
midfielder
anymore.
for that.
I think we need a 4-2-3-1. We just
No,
need
but
a
why?
different player in there. Because I think
Either way you look at it, you need a midfielder. You need to
Yeah.
buy a midfielder because you ain't going to get away with either of those formations with the current.
Because a
squad.
4-2-3-1 means you have to play Pogba in the 2, and that's not his best position. Whereas a 4-3-3 means you get Pogba, Bruno in their best positions.
And then
you
you
get a
that's why
true
you
number
need-
6.
you
what
need that
player
number 6.
is good enough to do that, though?
You know you have to buy one.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. You're not going to get... You can't do it with McTominay or Fred. That's why we can't do it at the moment. But if you played that, you could play Pogba, Bruno, natural positions as 2-8s.
Oh.
Bruno advancing further forward into a 10.
Mhm.
Rashford on the left. Whoever on the right. Sancho maybe. Greenwood.
It's a foul.
Marshall, Cavani or Greenwood through the middle.
Fuck are you moaning about that for?
Orange One says Joe deserves the poster for keeping his lid on so well, especially when there's someone having a B fit. Love you. Don't know who's talking
Saying
about
I'm
there.
having a bitch fit.
Don't know who's talking about there. S. Grivy says we look happier and more confident. So I read that one already than we've been in years. Yes, I agree with that.
Fred's off for Matic.
Remember that lad saying thanks for Smalling earlier? I believe there was a Roma fan in the chat, which, you know, you're welcome to be here.
Come on, come on.
Exactly.
That's why I say if I had my choice, the place would be full of them.
I don't know if he still is absolutely in love with Chris Smalling after this performance, because he has not necessarily been at fault, but not done what a good defender would do for at least 3 of the goals.
2 people on side.
I'm
for
trying
2
to be
different goals.
right.
So
We like him.
It's disastrous.
He's
really,
a nice
innit?
guy.
Like,
He's a vegan,
when
which
you
means
look
he
at it-
cares about other people
Do you
and
remember
other
that,
animals.
Do you remember that show that MUFC used to run, Crouching, Smalling, Hidden Dragon?
No, that's not really.
It was up there with Michael Owen Stables as one of the reasons I cancelled MUTV.
That's not real.
When I realised I still had it. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Crouchy and Small.
Something was like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Smalling or something. It was him doing Kung Fu. It's like him doing like, he's into judo and all that, isn't it? Don't look at me like I didn't fucking make it.
Peter Crouch wasn't part of it?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Missed the trick there, didn't they?
Yeah, Crouchy and Small.
Do you remember that kids show when that kid used to have a poster and Michael Owen used to jump out of it?
Oh!
Do you remember that?
Yeah!
Do you remember that?
Fucking hell, what was that called? Like My Mate Mike or something? Oh my God, I hadn't thought about that in so long. Sorry, that took me right back.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, you pulled that one out from down here somewhere. I hadn't thought about that in years. Yeah, Michael Owen.
I got all
bastard.
those memories, bro.
Have you? Did
Like-
you ever watch Aquila?
Remford Rejects.
Remember that?
them?
Brentford Rejects,
No, I didn't watch that.
We could only watch that when we
In my
played the
year,
Sky Big
in
Show
my
bill.
year, it was just,
We never had Sky.
We
Any
had
of that
Sky
Ren and
intermittent
Stimpy
periods.
shit. Yeah.
When you paid the bill.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you got
Have
off the
it.
blacklist.
Have it, yeah. Then you take it off you, get it again, then you take it off that little side.
I'll have to do it in Nan's name this time.
Yeah. Mate,
That's like the equivalent of that now is like, can I borrow, has anyone got a spare email address for this free trial? So I'm not paying 16 quid a month just because I want to watch one series of Peaky Blinders. I'll have the free trial and I'll cancel it. Brian Swarbrick, Pogba's been so good tonight. Just love watching his range of passing. There isn't any better. Just pre-ordered my green and gold Paddock jersey as well.
He apologised to everyone he has. Well done.
Bruno there.
Because that was disgusting, mate. Fucking made me sick.
And Shoya, again, thoughts on someone like Basuma for that number 6? A lot of people seem to like Basuma.
Eve Basuma, Ndidi, Declan Rice, all of them.
You think Basuma would be more gettable than the other ones we've been linked with because West Ham are going to play hard ball. Even Leicester aren't skint. Like, you see what they did with Maguire.
You ain't getting Ndidi.
That's what I mean. If you want to get him, you got to pay.
And Ndidi as well is
money.
like 24. He's
Yeah.
not, we were looking at Idrissa Gueye yesterday, weren't we?
He's 32.
31 or whatever. Yeah, like in my head he's 27, 28.
Yeah.
But Ndidi actually is that guy who you think.
Basuma seems the obvious one.
24.
Well, not the obvious one. He seems the most popular one at the minute.
Yeah, he's definitely a good player.
Would he be the first player with the letter Y at the start of his name to play for United?
Yeah.
Eve, Yannick.
No Yeris, no Yannicks, no Yusufs.
No Yusufs. We're still waiting for our Iqbal to come through, bro. We ain't had a Yusuf yet.
It's a good question.
It's one for the comments, perhaps.
It's a proper stupid question, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it just derailed everybody.
Smalling man of the match.
Yeah. Why? Obviously, there's Dwight York's surname, but first name with Y. First name with Y. There's going to be an obvious.
Oh, what a pass, Cavani! That is Mason Greenwood on the right hand side. Go on.
This.
Yes! Yes! There we go. 6-2. Yes. Mason Greenwood with the goal. Edinson Cavani adds an assist to his 2 goals as well. Brilliant pass by Cavani, that wasn't it?
Mint that.
And you can trust Mason
Give him that
Greenwood to put
contract.
it in as well. Fantastic. 6-2. This
6-2.
is it, innit?
Let's
This
get
is it.
7.
This
We
is
want
why
7.
I
8
wasn't
goals again.
screaming and shitting myself at half time. I didn't think it'd be 6.
I did at half
but
time.
we have a little bit of faith.
We need to be beating these 4-5-2 in the
Yes,
second half.
I know, and we did. But come on, we were
Did I not?
halfway through the tie, and we're being accused of not being Man United fans because we're not screaming enough. I had faith. I had faith that this
You
would
don't
happen.
care, that's why, Joe. I
Piss
care.
off.
I
Yeah, you come on to this watch along and tell us that you don't care about the Europa League. Well, you know what?
I don't care about the Europa League. I care about United,
Adam, the ruse is up. Adam, it's up. It's over. You cannot pretend you don't care about the Europa League after this first half performance.
I don't
You
care
do
about the
care.
Europa League.
Yes, you
You
do.
stink of the Europa League, Jay.
You
Fuck off.
I
stink of
do.
it.
I admit that. I fucking love the Europa League, mate. Inject it into my fucking
Yes.
veins. It's the best European competition in the world.
Yes.
Last time you
Sorry.
injected the Europa League into your veins wasn't a good sight, Jay.
Yes, exactly.
I'd quit all that shit. Thank you very much. Those were the
That Europa League. I quit
Champions
that
League
shit,
days.
me.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get another.
Roma must hate us. Roma
Imagine
fans must hate
7-2.
us.
Oh, imagine
Roma fans are screwing about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Mate.
You got rattled by the babyface assassin, and now he's pumping you 6-2. And we played shit for 45 minutes
We
with
were
Fred in
shit as well,
midfield.
weren't we?
How shit must you that be?
Thomas Dickinson says, for the poster.
They don't even have the benefit of being able to stab United fans now as well.
No.
Well, they knock us out, do they, the wankers?
Take it out on each other.
Allegedly? I don't know.
No,
that did happen, didn't it?
Well, no, it was more like truncheons and shit, wasn't it?
There was
It's Roma, isn't it, that bridge? Or is that Juve?
Yes, I think so.
Where you don't want to go over there.
Look at that ball again, mate. That ball from
It's a fantastic pass by Cavani.
He's done 3-4 of them passes.
There's been
by
some
the way.
excellent
'Cause
performances
Bruno should
tonight.
have scored. I love them finishes as well. You know they're low, but
You
they
know,
kind of
early
just
on
skim
in
off the keeper. and
Earlier
go
on in the
high for
season, they just weren't going in for him, were they?
No.
Greenwood. Like similar shots.
It's got to be like 4 goals in his last 6 games now for Greenwood,
so.
something like that.
Yeah, he's-
I don't know the stat on that, but he scored a handful of goals in the last month, hasn't
Are
he?
we doing a Mbappe step outside type?
I mean,
tweet?
fuck it. Mbappe didn't step onto
that
the
where we're
pitch
at?
yesterday, so I don't know
Should
where
we
he
start
is.
doing them ones?
He might as well be in Manchester because he wasn't in the fucking
Oh, mate.
Parc des Princes yesterday.
Yeah, Nemanja Matic, yeah, with a
Brilliant.
great ball.
Come on, Bruno. Bruno.
he
He
should have
should have
given it
shot.
Mace.
No, he should have had a shot on his left foot.
He went to
I
look
think
for
he'd
Paul,
gone
didn't
for
he?
the shot there.
So what is it? Cavani 2, Bruno 2, Pogba and Greenwood.
Yes.
Yeah. Well done.
Yes. And Bruno's got 2 assists as well. Poster shout, yeah. Brazil, Fred, the Brazilian Johnny English. He's definitely English, isn't he? I don't know about whether
Is that
he's
Bruno?
Brazilian or not.
Don't
Yeah,
forget as
fair
well
enough.
to hit that like
A
button.
whole 1 minute 20 seconds rest for Bruno.
And give us a
Better than
subscribe
nothing.
if you're not subscribing.
Yeah, and also hit the notification bell as well, because any of you that have turned up, 85 minutes in, we've been
Where you
live
been?
obviously since the start of the game. So
Sellouts.
hit the notification when we're live. You'll know from the start. Sean Patrick McDade, if you give Neymar the poster, he'd probably give it to his sister. Heard he's very generous, right? This ain't starting that convo
Hey,
again. It's not. Aaron Breen.
I heard the other day, who was it on TalkSport?
Me!
Someone made, not
Sorry.
you, someone made the, it might have been Goldstein and Cundy, the cheeky little devils, or
Oh.
it might have been Catterall.
Cheeky little devils.
Yeah, I like them lads.
I like him as
Apart
well.
from Simon Jordan and that. Simon Jordan, if you ever try to tweet me again, you're going to get short, sharp shrift and told to fuck off again.
Andy
So
Goldstein's
stay
a
out
good
my
lad, though, isn't he?
mentions. Yeah, sweet.
Go on then. What did they say? You haven't said the thing yet.
I forgot what I was talking
Oh,
about.
fuck me.
That's a mint story.
Someone went on to TalkSport the other day and
Never
said,
thought of being-
speaking
an
of Simon
af-
Jordan.
an after dinner speaker.
Yeah. Aaron Breen said, another
Well, I
semi-final.
could just do what Lee Sharp does, a lie.
Yeah. And then a unicorn came in the changing rooms.
Brian Rubble was sat there in 99.
Bobby Charlton was there.
What?
He was going off his head. He was
Bobby Charlton had just scored his 290th goal for Man United.
He was stood in the hole.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We went to that speech. He tells a good story, to be fair
But
to
to
him.
be fair, the story itself, I've done a Q&A with Lee Sharp, and like, he tells the story, and the story is accurate. He gets confused about who was there.
Yeah, I can
That's the
imagine
problem,
you could
because
get confused.
He's saying like, Sparky sat there. I think Sparky didn't play that game. And that's like, and then, Chucky's there, and he starts naming players that aren't there, but the story itself is true.
That's the one that he was talking about Crystal Palace when I went to see him.
Yeah.
He was talking about the Palace game, the Cantona, Selhurst Park, and all that. And he was like, at full time, Rubbo and all these that were sat there, and I was sat there thinking,
Yeah.
he didn't play for us then. Like,
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Because it's like,
But I can get it.
yeah,
I get it.
It all molds into one as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, it is a mint story though, to be fair.
Couple super chats.
Go on.
He'd be good to get on the
go on.
channel, actually.
Yeah, he would.
Get talk to him about Abby Tickman.
He don't give a shit about football, Lee Sharp.
Oh, yeah, even better.
He doesn't like
Get him
that
on the
nowadays.
watch, man.
Well, not at United anyway. Go on.
No, go on. Another semi-final bottled. This is according to Aaron Breen. Ole out. The armchair pundits from halftime eating their words once again. There was a lot of another semi-final bottled. It's like we're a quarter of the way through this.
By certain people.
Well, he didn't actually say we're going out.
He just said, it's shit.
Yeah.
They're all shit.
He didn't
they're all
say we're
stupid.
going out.
Roma
I'm
shit, that's
fucking
why, bro.
I'm
And
sick of this.
I've been proven
I'm
right in
done.
his second half. You
Fred-
play half
yeah.
decent, you batter them.
Damien
Because they're shit.
Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Shout out to Maguire. He's been
Did I
amazing
say
for
they're
United
shit?
this season. Wonder what his stats are for the year. Well, I know he's played fucking essentially every game, which is
Go
a
on,
pretty
Scott.
impressive stat in
Come
and
on,
of
man,
itself.
someone score, bro. I saw it against Southampton where they were like, was it Southampton where they were like,
Brilliant
we want to
pass.
score 9. We have to score 9. Like,
Control.
I want to see that intention here to score 7. Where
look
is
at
it?
that, lad.
Like,
That was an
I can
interesting
see it.
header there by
I see it.
McKola.
shoot,
He basically just stopped their striker getting the ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
shoot.
Come on.
Yeah, this is done diddly dusted.
You guys, Philip Loma says, you guys never wear a United shirt when watching games. Why is that?
I don't
I've
buy
got
them.
Just never wear them, really.
a United style shirt.
United style shirt. Well, that's nice. Well, that's very good. Full time, Manchester United
That's nice.
6, Roma 2. What was it? 2-1 down at half time?
2-1 down.
2-1 down at half
6-2
time.
up, he gets the
6-2
Reds excited.
in the second half.
Stick Man
Brilliant
City
result for
up your
Manchester
ass,
United.
'cause we are Man United.
We've got a few super chats to go through before we go, so if you could just shut your effing fists.
2-1 down.
Omega.
6-2 up,
People
he
paid for
gets the Reds excited. Stick Man City up your ass, because
Sorry.
we
Go
are.
on. Alpha Omega said Cavani better tonight than he ever was in PSG. And
I love that. Fair enough.
Proper geezer. Who's your guys' man of the match? Chris Smalling. Ron6751 says Bruno easily the man of the match. I would have to agree. I think between
Paul
him and
Labille for
Pogba.
me. Paul Labille all day long.
I think Bruno's sensational.
Nah,
What game did you watch?
Come on. It's Paul
The same one
Labille's
as you.
game, that.
We're
Nothing
gonna
else is wrong.
Make sure you
Paul
come back
Pogba.
for the review in just a minute. Me and Jay will be back for that. The link is in the description. So
Have you
click that.
chosen a
Wait
winner?
for us there. We're going to be announcing the winner on the review for that Hope poster.
I've chosen one. So you
Jay's
better-
already chosen the winner. So, see you over there. See if it was you. Again, thank you very much for joining us. Man United 6,
That's how
Roma
big it
2.
is,
First leg of the semi-final is done.
Poster.
That's how big
But
it
it
is.
looks as though the whole time may well be done as well. Be over on the review. Click in the link in the description. See you in a bit.